round adaptations that actually make the difference in rounds like that, right? It's when you're able to make the decision to rotate around, you know, catch out the rotations. It's not only that, knowing that BBL no longer has those facilities to take over, you know, an execute of their own for a retake. So definitely well down here from KOI to turn the tide around in their own favor, and BBL trying to play catch up right now. They're dropping behind. Remember, this is their own map pick. This is a map which they beat Na'Vi on. A map which KOI could have definitely watched yesterday and said, okay, this is how they want it. Maybe Na'Vi throwed a bit, but we know how to deal with BBL here. So maybe something to be taken in consideration as we enter round number 7, where the streak needs to continue for KOI, but for BBL, most importantly, you lose this and you're back into economic deficit.
6K? Well, we lost half the bots. That's good.
Towards short as anticipated. Both the Prowler and Dog used right off the gate here from KOI towards this B side. We've seen those plays for the B split used in their matchup against Team Liquid, but they don't always push off of it. More so that information that they're looking to seek. How much map control does BBL have right off the gate?
Okay, 5-1. Let's focus back on the game. The Hulk Ninja, thanks for the 3 months.
Behind the pit through showers. Empty here for BBL. The remainder, 2 players towards the A site, playing very deep, ready to exit the site if need be. But if that does end up being the case, Elite could be left on an island, especially with Shadow working his way back towards Market.
Yeah, and it's Camo holding that sight line, with the paint can do quite a lot of damage. And Camo instead is the one being killed.
Try shower exec here with a Viper Spit there? No.
No,
You're dead.
Okay. Well, goodbye, Starkso. And instantly,
this is not the play, KOI. This has never ever been the play.
It seems that Shadow wants to get a pick on Elite here. But he's not going to risk moving any further into that Viper Spit. It drops off.
Why are you just asking me, Coffee Cup?
Made a decision. We're holding on to the guns.
I mean, rounds have been tight, right? Even though it's 5-1 right now, BBL have made KOI work for some of those rounds.
The real viewers?
Even if they weren't necessarily contesting the round itself, they were trying to take some of those weapons out of their hands, make it a little bit
you guys are the real ones anyway.
Build up that economy.
Who wants to watch BBL KOI?
Previous round as well, right? BBL
you gotta be in it to watch BBL KOI.
It's completely flawless by them, right? Not even dropping a single point of health throughout.
To be fair, like if you were like not here when I was talking or had me muted or something and saw me end the stream,
not dropping,
you might be like, oh, you ended the stream.
3 rounds in reach.
So some real people probably will have left, but
comfortable as we enter round number 8. A buy round again across the board. Viper Spit still available for Shados. Let's see how this is approached by KOI. BBL so far, they've got the reads.
Treadmill game? This is a bit of a treadmill game, you're right. Maybe at halftime I'll do it.
Don't really have the facilities to do it the exact same way this time.
No, just defaulting. Very patient. KOI, they like to start out the early round very slow. This time, a little bit more focused towards showers here for KOI. Not too much presence, though. Very passive thus far. Deep.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Lev Loud. We're gonna stay up and watch it, and then I need to be up for the Pacific playoffs as well, because I mean those are the most important games.
One of those prowlers out front.
So I will be up for them as well.
Want to clear into these close quarters.
Tropical gifted us up to Nightbot, the one true bot. Nightbot. There we go. I'm still being botted. I've got one bot in the chat.
Obviously, the game here is to get information, but there's a lot at stake here, right? They want to keep those dreams alive. They want to make sure they can go for a glory run.
But you can also be too measured, expending too much utility in one spot just to clear out those angles.
Let's see if it's going to be paid for. Camo, first blood, opening up onto this A site. 2 to the back of it, but it's a matter of if KOI decide to push past it. Trailblazer only clears a bit of it at the back end. And instead of moving onto the side, they get a lot of that land control. Grabinho not allowed to plot himself. Viper Spit taking up all this land space.
Snake bite, nice.
And it's going to deny any of
the plant inside the pit now. They're going to try. Oh my god.
Jumps above, denies a partner.
Still 1 for 1. Time.
Have to do is deny this spike from being planted, but they're failing to do so.
Ooh, Starkso, nice.
1 by 1 into their graves, and KOI is on 6 rounds already.
What, 3 headshots in a row there from Starkso with the 4K?
How does it feel seeing the view countdown? I'd rather not risk
BBL, they were heating up into
any trouble from Twitch and have the actual number of viewers.
Things are getting tight. Things are getting
I'm
dicey.
happy with
Again,
my amount of
very
views.
measured into those early rounds, but then once it gets into the late round, especially when there isn't nearly as much of that utility left and available, things get extremely
Are they back again?
No, you
okay,
cannot
well then there's nothing I can do.
That's just an aim labs moment.
That's an aim labs moment indeed. And for that, KOI, I'm going to be thanking Stark.
An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Mr. Bots Bots.
For BBL, on the other hand, they're back into the point where they cannot afford to lose a round. Last time they were in this situation, they won. So maybe this is a way they can keep going in the right direction. But the ult management from KOI seems to be superior thus far. 2 available to the contrast of 1, but Para is 1 orb away. And those are very high impact ultimates. Rolling Thunder, Orbital Strike as well. And a map like such as Bind, heavy retakes.
Yeah, I can't wait for Thinking Man's bots.
I mean, it depends on how you want to look towards that ultimate economy, right? KOI with 6 rounds in a row, naturally
Kickstream, I think, wouldn't the bots be even worse?
Just a little bit ahead of BBL, especially when BBL aren't actually fighting for that ultimate orb control to try and contest that.
Yeah.
But right now, again, Reese is just looking for some of that early information with the jiggles. Has to fall off there. You see Brave very... Okay, he actually comes back towards site. I thought he was just going to play fully off-site for the sake of the orbital strike, but they're looking to just deny the push.
He's considering it. They still want to deny this pick from coming forward.
Oh.
Line as well. Makes Camel stuck. Showstopper, allowing him to gain extra space, but look how fast BBL are already onto the back of this site. There might be a sightline cover here from Elbow.
Boy, this is a nice exit. They're spacing, they're spacing and trading. Very good.
It's 7 for the KOI.
Anonymous gifted to bot.
Things were getting uncomfortable there for KOI. You saw Camo was stunned up.
I think there's a few more bots than that, to be honest.
Anything with it, but the information that they could find with those Seekers, I think they might have actually hit some of the players on BBL as well. Just completely shifts the tide of that round now. Ooh, okay, yeah, you can see the little celebrations. They're like, okay, let's go.
That's incredible. But I feel for that moment in particular, it was the Camo versus Kushner moment. Kushner
what
was
if KOI eliminates Liquid? Could happen.
Line.
It wouldn't shock me that much, to be honest.
Oh, bye. And BBL back to pistols.
An anonymous bot gifted a few bots to botting man's Valorant.
I mean, they are, but...
An anonymous bot would be a good Twitch name, to be fair.
They're looking to just draw out some of that utility from BBL, knowing that they've been pretty quick to the trigger on that. Not able to really capitalize, just looking to kind of...
When did KOI finalize this roster? I'm going to guess that KOI had the roster for a while, but for some reason they released them and re-signed them. I don't know.
Garnered at the very least towards B. They are aware that there should be at least 2. And now,
but either way, they look pretty decent.
Back over towards A.
I mean, BBL back on a save. They got a... They have a breach ult. Do you use it here?
And maintain the pressure to the back of the site. Camo opens things up as first blood. Wants to free fire behind the box, but Kushner
that was a blunder and a whiff.
Still KOI.
An anonymous gifter gave a sub to anonymous bot. There you go.
Brave will be sidelining across.
That's a gun, possibly.
And Brave takes full advantage. It'll be so hard for him to get across and upgrade.
Ooh.
And Shados, the moment the smoke goes down, starts spraying in his direction. BBL's hopes quashed.
Porcupine Ritual gave a sub to Anonymous Bot. And oh, an anonymous bot. That's what it is. The first and made me kind of question what it said. There you go. Well done, anonymous bot. Is it you, Porcupine Ritual? Is that you?
Very measured in the early round from both of these
Is that you, the anonymous user?
BBL, this is their
and you just forgot then?
Pick on Bind.
Yeah.
Again, elimination matchup here.
Whoever it is, I do think it is funny.
Of the bracket within the group stage.
Whoever the anonymous gifter is. Because I don't know if it's a cabal of random people. I don't know if it's, you know, a bunch of people. I know that Mike has done it before. Because Mike said he forgot one. An anonymous gifter gave to not an anonymous robot. Do I have caffeine at all? No. I'm just kind of crazy. The Starks are attacking off.
Like, okay, this team is all vibes. It's all vibes. You love to see it from
yeah, we're going to need a vibes graph after this. Analyst desk, listen up. But for now, KOI
attacking up.
Been given quite a bit of space. Starkso on the op, not something we'd see often from a Sky.
And an anonymous gifted to bot for life. Well, all in all, this has led to me getting closer to the 1,000. So
no man's land means that KOI
that's good.
Yet to make a decision of whether this attack is going to take place.
Yeah, the op will make you not do that.
How much they can draw, I think, over towards this A site. We've seen them unafraid to expend that initiator utility to draw the rotations.
This is giving me hardcore old Na'Vi vibes. Just drawing out that clock. It's already 30 seconds, and the spike only now is starting to make.
And they're guessing wrong. They fully rotate.
Thrive when the timer's tight.
Yeah, and BBL
shoot some bullets. That's nice.
Given the obfuscation, Cameron was able to provide. So
and Mike gifted a sub to Tommy. Yeah. What did Tommy do?
Are so good. BBL trailing behind the move.
Didn't you say you'd gift a tier 3 sub, Mike?
Could have gone wrong. Kushina ends up falling in the end. Styles align eventually. Rolling Thunder actually giving some cover to Grabinho, but it won't be enough as the sprays are just too immaculate. Shadows has to drop by. Snakebite to stop them from following right after him. But KOI, all they have to do is run this clock down. They've managed to get the spike down eventually, and Starkso holding this cross line with the op, won't let a player pass. But fortunately for Reezy, he doesn't have to pass. He's sticking onto the spike. Halfway defused. The Elite finds another pick. Reezy in a 1v1. It's a die. 1v1 here. The Seekers revealing position in the end. Oh, but not much health remaining on Reezy at all. Oh, but he's sticking it.
Oh my god.
What
the fuck are you doing, Mike?
It shots through the box.
Gifted one to Leon Crew, Azuko, Nishu, and Solid.
KOI is having a game right now. 13-4. Shadow 11-3. I mean,
okay.
They are popping off. And again, that's cycling into the Seekers, the Nightfall so quickly in this first half. BBL. Man, even just the play from Shados in towards Lamps there into the post plant, they're denying Lamps as an option to fully funnel the players on BBL into the op.
And realistically, you can't see BBL to have too many options on this one, but they're going aggressive on B long. They've managed to spot out Grabinho, but he's calling the retreat, move out of there. I'm not quite sure how many players Grabinho was able to spot, maybe 2, maybe 3, but there's actually 4 on that
Fatal Brimble, I mean, let's just win this, KOI. Let's just win it.
Discord DM from Piotr later.
For once, Para might have made
I guess I can.
Elite holding the sightline against Shadow, but that's all a rouge.
Are you botting me, Roadman?
The main fight is going to have to be B.
I mean, all the attention that was pulled, and then you already have Shados moved back towards this B site. Reezy sees the presence.
He does, but how much is that going to make a difference?
So they lose their Fatal.
He's just fighting this, but it's going to be costly. Orbital strike available, showstopper thrown in as well, and might have been an investment of way too many.
They have to wait for the Razor.
Some very useful utility that could be used for the post plant. But BBL can't hold back. All 3 players are going to have to go for this last round of the half. There is no other way. It's literally 2 players on this elbow side that
double
could do
mollies,
so much.
maybe?
Camo is low, but he's quick with it. Paint chills towards Kushina, softening
the
him up,
fight.
Grabinho to help out, so it is a 3v2. BBL definitely climbing a huge mountain here in this round. Flash out.
He missed the snakebite.
For Power if he's going to make any difference. Elite's holding a really good angle, but the snakebite is doing damage towards Power, and it will be enough to finish him off eventually. Elite doesn't have enough time. It is diffuse halfway, but it's 2 different directions he needs to look at. Even if he's quit on Grabinho, even if he picks up Shados, it will not be enough.
Wow, KOI.
Double digits for KOI at halftime. Valiant
sending it to them.
Did anyone notice that the utilities spell out Emir for all players?
Yes, I did notice that.
What they started
That's your right nipple.
I mean, this is the way you want to start here if you're KOI. They struggled on
Twitch has been banned in Turkey, really?
10-2, that is a hard matchup to throw. BBL, right now, they're going to need to look to get back into the game mentally. They need a very solid pop-off pistol round to try to bring themselves back into
Treadmill stream?
matchup.
I mean, this map will probably be over, to be honest. I'll walk for the second map.
Such an important match. That's tough.
It throws the conversation of Turkey and BBL claiming bind instead of Ascent in the bin. If BBL aren't able to redeem themselves on this attack and be able to square a lot of rounds together,
I'll do it. I mean, this map, if KOI win the pistol, they'll just
it might all be for naught. Early stun coming out from KOI in this A-short direction. They still hold by, though. It could be quite the crunch.
I mean, BBL, we saw the player cams. Sure, they're serious, but they're still chill. They're still relaxed.
So they know they've lost Shower. That means that these guys are going to stay here in the little cell.
But KOI, I love how far forward placed they are. And BBL can't really guess that. Although, those footsteps and power, I do believe Shadow might have heard them.
Oh,
so
definitely.
It is causing alarms for Shadows here
So
to
they run
cover
back.
his ground.
Which fully denies the power of this lurk wall.
They're double backing into the safe side, though. Let's see how much Shadow can find, how much impact Kushner is going to check it, but it's a lazy check, and that allows Shadow to find one and damage onto the second. Starkzer's nearby. He wasn't even the one nearby earlier. It was Camo. And both Camo
Maybe a bit too aggressive for V3.
Turning the tide of this game, of this round.
This?
Grabinho, you saw 3 players already onto the site. There's a 4th one there, and he's not able to do a thing, which leaves Shadows on the hot seat.
Get the treadmill, fine. Fine.
Not much to work with here. You do have a snake bite to try and deny that Shower's positioning. Cora is the one that's low here towards Lamps.
Up we go.
No longer the element of surprise. Shadows is trying to go for the chase, although Pyro won't be shut down this time around. Ooh, nice little flick onto Elite's head. But that's BBL with a pistol, ending the streak of pistol success here for KOI.
Still not as confident as we would have liked that pistol round to be, though. Not as decisive from BBL. A great pistol, of course, an absolute must that BBL did need to pick up. But you need something with a little bit more of that, momentum that can emotionally drive the team forward. But now, very strong buy coming in here for BBL. They're looking to have a very strong bonus into the next round to contest the anti-eco of KOI to look towards the future. But a deep smoke towards B long. Sure, information garnered here for the side of KOI. That's a
Why is it not turned on?
Look, it's a pistol round.
Hold
you
on.
want to take some sort of a risk here.
What's going on?
And Kushner is there to read it in time. And back to full health.
Yeah, the camera's stuck. I know that happens,
Sure.
but why is this
Push out,
happening?
find a little bit of that information, but I think when, especially B long is being stalled out that well just by smoke alone, leaves a little bit to be desired. Now the shift back over towards the A site here for BBL.
Huh?
You've only got a shorty in hand here for Shados towards Lamps. He's
Yeah,
gonna have to back off.
There's not much that can go wrong, really, for BBL at this point.
What?
Although now that I do say
Is it
that,
broke?
Shadow's got a shorty, and if anybody crosses paths with him on this short proximity, it could be their demise. And a rifle put collected perhaps, but I don't think BBL are planning to do that anytime soon, knowing of the pressure that could come in from KOI, the possibility of a shorty.
Ooh, it's tense right now, KOI.
I mean,
they're not
For
really
some reason, it's just
they're
been
not
turned
doing
off at the
much
bottom.
here. It's all about just trying to deny as much of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that could happen.
Potential coming in here for BBL, and they're comfortable right now. They don't have to do anything too risky. They can play it.
Yeah, they built a
safe in that
tremendous
Okay.
lead. They really have built a tremendous lead.
That's
Power
just my
Reezy
chest.
finding a couple kills here. Shadow the only one from KOI to
Hello.
find any damage. Shutting down the IGL BBL for this one, but it's a round that BBL needed. The follow-up to the pistol.
Why are you all just putting that in
Strong
there?
start, and it's exactly the direction they want to be looking at if they'll be closing this 8, well, now becoming a 6-round lead for KOI.
With the focus that we've seen going in towards Powera on the side of BBL,
Powera.
they're 3 away from coming online here. Could see
God,
some
these
of that
teams.
attention being drawn towards the extremity.
This is what I
of the
mean,
map.
though. People talk about minimum
Trying to
match
get those
theory and all
orbs
that.
into
Like,
pocket here for BBL.
from Riot's
Again, they need every
POV,
single advantage that they can find in each round with
the viewership
how much
must be down at
KOI does
least,
have to work with in that sense.
you know,
That's where I'll
20,
start.
30% for these
Very
teams.
classic lineup coming in to try and deny
If not
some of
more.
that information towards Lamps.
You can already see a difference on how BBL like to push the map in comparison with KOI. A lot of shower presence for them, and it's Kushner that finds the first shot. Well, they don't know exactly.
Oh,
Starkzer
Jesus.
wins, and
Can either of these teams
oh,
defend?
Key. Everyone's falling for Easy right now.
Yeah, treadmill faster. Fuck, I always forget to change it.
Yeah, let's not bring that back.
Oh.
Grabinho, though, on a 1v4. It's a lot to ask from the man. And BBL, you know.
Will
all
I
down
get
to
to
Easy.
half a
Closing
mile
out
before
round
this
for them.
game ends? I'm on
No problem at all.
0.07.
That will place him on 5 already here, Ash. And definitely making this comeback look a lot more plausible, especially considering this was KOI's buy round, right? This was supposed to be BBL's bonus.
The fear, though, for KOI is...
What if Riot view-botted you for these boring matches specifically? If Riot is view-botting me, I'd have real questions.
You had the ideas coming out from KOI. They were looking to pinch towards the Showers player, but man, the timing's off there on the swings, needing to a little bit more of that coordination to come through.
BBL might be an attack-sided comp. I mean, it probably is, but...
into this, but we cannot deny still the lead that KOI does find themselves.
It's not gonna be crazy attack side. It's just gonna probably be slightly attack side.
Into a future round. All eyes are going to be on Fabinho if you're a KOI fan going into the next one with that hero rifle.
Well, Berlin definitely have chosen.
Oh, they got one fan.
BBL's name shouted across.
So they call it not in the UK instead of 0?
Pretty quiet on the KOI side, though.
I assume you mean
the ones
no.
in the lead, it seems to be some belief reinstated within the fans.
Which is spelled N.
BBL, I'm
I
sure
spelled
they'll
North.
be hope that that's exactly the same for the
N-A-U-G-H-T.
players. They've been able to chain 3 rounds together, and KOI has signed alarms. Timeout time. Time to rethink this through. How do you get control back in your favor? Obviously, you've got
it A or L?
It's not a matter of overthinking.
Even I don't.
It's a matter of going back to the tried and tested. Don't get into your heads. Don't get caught off early, perhaps.
The fuck is
because
that
it
noise?
seems that every single round that BBL have gotten so far, it's the product of KOI's players being caught off early.
I think what gets a little bit scary here, of course, first 2 rounds, sure, BBL looked great. We can't forget, though, that it still was just the pistol in the anti-eco, so plenty of time for KOI to try and come back here. But again, with them being on this
hey, KOI take a timeout.
Rifle, BBL.
Oh, don't let BBL win this game.
Side is exactly what KOI did to them into the first half.
I'm on 0.2, Mike. You said definitely not getting to 0.5.
What's worrisome?
Already on 0.2.
Okay, BBL, I think they've done really well in the fights that they've been able to take after getting that spike planted as well, but we haven't even seen like a true post-plant situation from them. And that is where they really shined in their matchup up against Na'Vi. The lineups were so
I don't think viewership for KOI will be that bad. Maxwell, I assume he Maxwell, and I buy a True, KOI maybe not so bad.
They do, but KOI needs to
like if you have a big personality and obviously Maxwell for all the Spanish viewers,
maybe able to use
probably not too bad for them overall.
Obviously, it seems that BBL are heading towards this A site, and KOI have only got one.
Which league had the worst viewership? Was it MEA?
KOI do put most of their pressure towards that B site. A push that gives them information, but Shadow vacates the area. Doesn't want any business with this. And BBL are given this A site for free.
Oh, cycling up the showstopper here for Kushner, just in case the round goes awry.
Oh yeah, smart thinking. Having more ultimates available for them.
It looks so silly.
He's got the read, but how many stats can you pad?
Holy!
Gets out, clean as ever.
Gets fried.
Realizes there's one on Heaven, gives out the core.
Kill the lead, though.
Shutting down a lead as soon as he peeks the corner. That's impressive. How many shots of like these are we going to be seeing? Maybe a second one.
Oh,
maybe
no.
a third one. Hang on a bit. KOI might have
oh, no.
Around. There's only Brave alive. And rifles is being collected here from KOI. They're going right after Brave, but
oh,
Brave
no.
is good. Brave is strong.
It's one throw after the other.
It's Brave, and we'll be peeking through the smoke.
Okay, KOI, win this.
We'll be shutting him
Will I get to 0.5? Close, 0.31.
Just enough time to get the spike defused. The round is theirs, even when it should.
It's always an eco.
A thrifty round there for KOI, and the way
True, they do. They did pick weird times for MEA.
Lamps, the pressure from short backside, very much so.
Why do we want you to sleep elevated? Because you look tired.
For BBL to maintain that positioning towards.
What the hell was that?
Now a timeout for a timeout. BBL calling one of their own because KOI now 1 away from match point. And again, this is a tall mountain to climb here for BBL.
Oh yeah, it's a tall order, especially losing a round like that. That's exactly what they didn't need right now.
Magnum doesn't have my screen key.
What they were hoping wouldn't happen, right? It's the condition where they were able to.
He had it for a day.
You know, you can allow KOI to win one buy round of their own, but it can't be the bonus. It can't be the pistol.
Now BBL take a timeout. I'm definitely getting to 0.5.
I mean, that
classic Mikael
that was starting to build here on the attack for BBL, and then the big thing too, Kushner.
Who's winning in Pacific? Do we think any upsets? Paper X, DRX win, or any T1 or Gen G believers?
A massive one at that with that Raze ultimate, especially when you have KOI with the Nightfall in hand. It can usually be a really great counter to deny that flood in on the retake situation.
And with BBL taking the time out, KOI have a chance to iron
like
out
he
their
wants
game plan
T1
as
to
well
win? Really?
Barber as they enter this
What, just
next
for a different
round.
team to go?
It's a difficult one for BBL. This is their map pick. This is the one that they've replaced potentially Ascent with, right? It's a big change to how they approach this series, right? In BBL's history of existence as a team. And KOI, so far, have stopped that momentum.
PaperX trolls T1 can win. Yeah, of course.
As far as that fault line goes, just to find a little bit of delay in any sight.
T1 could win anyway, to be honest, if they just play really well.
Already, they're changing.
I think it's possible.
BBL looking to just fully take a site right off the gate.
Because PaperX didn't look amazing in their game. It was against Gen G, who I guess did make the playoffs, so it's not like they had an easy game.
KOI have allowed BBL to move onto site so far. It's a matter how they retake it. Pressured here from Showers.
Raise movement like me.
Out of the TP, and you can see it.
The double reflex shower?
Look at Elite moving in.
Wow, what a
Brave,
nice idea.
And they're trying to catch
then they give up and Soxo finds
He's got it well covered.
As soon as I say it's a nice idea, of course, what do they do?
Back from BBL.
Soxo's staying there because of the Viper Orb, I think. He's going to push him when he's trying to do lineups.
And Kushner within the smoke could be everything for BBL. Shadow's quick to the trigger though, and Power is burning alive. Elite is all that is left. No snake bites to delay. Only his gun, only his trusted vehicle.
Nice retake.
And he can't do a thing against the Stampede of KOI. It's 12. And there's only one remaining. Do what you can at the end to find consolidation.
Yeah, GG probably.
Means that KOI are one away from closing out map number 1.
Yeah, match point here for KOI, and that was
playoffs are single limb,
coming out from them. The way that they knew that, okay, you have the Nightfall to work with, that's going to force
make them kind of
BBL
interesting,
off
I guess,
of the site, back in towards
One more and one more.
where you have the TP.
Roadman, thanks for 100 bits. One more and one more. One more what? One more round, but one more. What's the other one more?
On top of that, it's just making that post plant so uncomfortable for them. BBL, they can't comfortably play for those lineups. It's threatened in that sense. Now, information garnered here. BBL, I think what's a bit difficult, they have yet to really contest B long, I think, on any of these rounds.
And it might be the wrong round to do it, considering there's so many on the P proximity on the defender side of things. Of course, there's a bit of a crossfire.
They're just happy with their retake here, I guess.
Poombot hoping to seek out Shados as well, and it will do so. So Kushner holding the line will make Shados uncomfortable to peek it himself, so he's going to let himself into that corner as BBL bide their time and give the idea to KOI that they might be rotating to A.
Well, I mean, BBL
I need to up the price of this significantly.
KOI, they know that for
what's tomorrow's video? Good one.
The Viper Snake Bite. They saw the Boombot.
Actually, there will be a video tomorrow because there is a break.
And you're not going to be able to
so probably about
if he's over
Lev Loud.
But the push from BBL
could be about Fnatic.
That BBL are no
kind of depends, to be honest.
Starkso's given the call
what's interesting,
and everybody from KOI will
could be about NRG if they do something interesting.
Build up a flank behind BBL's lines. And they will move into this A side.
See which game is the most interesting.
Got a nice cover behind the poison cloud here. Will take the open fight. Won't be able to find one for his troubles as BBL find the first clean pick. That's what they need.
Rimmel will go big.
More? Spike being planted. Orbital strike denying some space here and denying time. 15 seconds on the clock, and only now the spike is being touched. Camo and Grabinho put their forces together, and KOI start to take over. BBL need to trade right back up. There's a flank in the making from KOI, so they need to be quick with this, but they're not. Grabinho wins another fight. And Starkso hasn't even made his presence known yet. It's all down to Grabinho. The flank wasn't even necessary. And KOI close out map number 1. The pick of BBL.
Simple enough for KOI.
Clean as ever, and show us that they do
what did I get to?
Some defense in them.
What an upset.
0.69 exactly.
For BBL, this was the one map
oh,
they were able to
Mike.
take up against
Eat this L.
And right off the back of that timeout that was called to, the adjustment that they were able to make.
Well, Split is up next, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it off for the break, and then we'll get back on it when Split starts. Whoa! What happened to the viewers? There was a tech pause.
I know a place that will break you into 1,000 pieces.
See, if the bots could come back now, we could give them an ad. Don't give the "you look tired" to me. I invented it. Don't cite the dark magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. Let's play ranked though, shall we? Ready?
I was super man said it, yeah.
Oh, I should have killed him. Alright, go get sight, guys.
Go get sight, guys. As if it's that easy.
Fuck. Ah, we don't talk about that.
Down A. Bomb grenade out. That's done.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Right.
Placing sentry. Turret destroyed.
Left.
Enemy spotted.
Remember to increase it by at least 50% for the NA.
Bomb grenade. Bomb grenade out.
They're trapped in here with us now.
Enemy kill.
Left.
Here.
On that left side, left side, left side, left side.
One enemy remaining.
Nice two.
Reloading.
I'll go gold. For the shot at the end, I'll go gold. Silver. Fair enough.
Enemy down. Foolish.
I'm watching flank.
Raina's just in spawn.
Viper, he's above.
Oh, the back.
No, let me have it, let me have it. There we go.
Nice.
I'm gonna say bronze, but I wanna put iron. Fuck, it was iron. I didn't know people commed in iron.
Spike down B.
My ult ready. Timber. 56 backside. 56 backside.
One enemy remaining.
One.
Last player standing.
Oh my. Wait.
Well, this has to be pretty high.
Spike down B.
My ult ready. Timber. 56 backside. 56 backside.
One enemy remaining.
One.
My.
Last player standing.
Oh my. Wait.
Ascendant or diamond? Ooh. I'll put Ascendant. I was immortal. Okay, 3 stars for me. Not bad. Smurfing diamond? No. Diamond was too low for that. I don't know what you guys are saying for diamond. Okay, I'll do 1 Sporkle quiz. And then I'll go. Whilst they set up for the second map. Saturday Sudoku. Fuck, I can't be bothered to do that. Is that a scientific name? This one seems good. Ursus Arctus. I'm gonna go real. It's the real name for the brown bear. Canis lupus, I'm pretty sure is right. Right? Lupus is wolf. Is it? Is lupus wolf? Wolf dog? Habeas porpoise. Habeas porpoise. Sounds kind of real. Are you saying fake? I'm going to go real. Oh. Buzz Domestica, gotta be fake. Coolus Runningus, obviously fake. Capra Hercus. I think that's real. It's a goat. Arcticus Monkus obviously is fake. Gallus domesticus. That could be real. Domesticus. I know that gorilla is gorilla. So it could be Gallus. Domesticus. Would they is that a word? Domesticus? I'll go real. It's a chicken. There you go. Felis catus. Fake. That's real? Felis catus? I thought catus was too... Sus domestica, I think, has to be fake. That's real? Sus domestica. That's real? Burgerus kingus has to be fake. Rangifer Tyrandus. I'll go real. It's a reindeer. Fortis mustangus. I mean, I wish these were harder, to be honest. Maxis decimus meridius. Ratus. Ooh, Ratus. Could be real. Ratus. I'm going to go real. It's a black rat. There you go. And Wingardium Leviosa. Okay, I beat the average. There you go. Now enjoy steal.
And if they want to be able to close out more defense rounds, they have to take what they get there with those 2 kills and just say, okay, 4 on 3, let's group, let's make sure that we play the retake together.
Yeah, and I thought maybe we're going to get a real comeback, but a fake comeback in the end. But let's take a look at Stark. So here in the AIM Labs warm-up as we get onto the next map, Lothar. They are just 1 away from being able to keep themselves alive just for now. You think KOI can bring it home as we move on to Split?
I think the vibes are pretty good now on the team now. If those coaches can transfer those feelings towards them, I feel like they're looking good. Also BBL, I feel like they just struggle on a very basic fundamental level. We have seen that on Bind. Like they played aggressive on defense in 2 rounds. One was on eco and the second one was they were pushing out of B long with 4 players, but then just immediately fell back and didn't retake any map control. So it's something that KOI can definitely punish now, and KOI was looking really good at the defaulting on attack, being ready for those potential pushes from BBL, but they were never happening. So now when we're going into Split, I feel like there's a lot of question marks. We've never seen neither of those teams play Split yet, so we don't know what the compositions, the teams change their players as well, so there's not many expectations, at least not from my side. I'm not sure about you, Steve.
I mean, they were rocking the double duelist last year for KOI, so you want them to do that again this time?
I mean, I don't think we really necessarily need to look and focus on what's happening on the attack side. I think it's like the defense is where both teams need their work right now. And as you said, yeah, they weren't doing any of the walk pushes, but I don't think either of the teams really do the walk pushes here. They need to get a little bit more active on their defense because both teams have really good attack side game plans. And I can't stress that enough. And we talked about it before the game, and we talked it during the game, or we saw it during the game.
Yeah, as you guys can see from Agent Select, BBL, they just love this sky.
Yeah, it seems pretty weird because on Bind it did actually cost them a lot of map control since they don't have the recurring utility, and here they again will not have a lot of vision control when you compare it to KOI. KOI with the Fade Breach combination, I feel like it's a great for early map control, but also limiting the movement for the players, and also combine that with Grubinho on the Omen, you have a lot of potential choke points control, both on defense and attack, with the Paranoia for the wall, the stun for the wall, and then the Starks with the Seas on top of that.
Yeah, just looking at how BBL likes to kind of play their attacks on other maps, they're a little bit more explosive, so I understand the breach in the sky there, but they're starting defense, so I'm not sure how that's going to play out.
Well, this is it. No more second chances for BBL. They have to win here if they want to keep themselves in contention for Madrid. Pavlos and Ash, the pressure is on.
The pressure indeed is on. BBL, 1 map away from being eliminated from kickoff, and for KOI, this is a chance to show they can close out a series in a fashion that they themselves would like. A chance for the Polish core to show that there is a chance of Polish Valorant here in EMEA, and that it can grow, it can prosper, and can show us what it has, and a second chance potentially against Team Liquid if they get the dub here right now. But it's KOI on the attack, BBL on defense as we get started on the second map split.
Man, starting out here on the pistol run, already looking to push directly in towards the A side. No defaulting. They're looking to go in right off the gate.
They really are. Guarding light, delaying them for just a little bit, but KOI, as they do, linger a little bit longer and do move a little bit towards this ramp side, and BBL take that space as well. Look at that, 3 players moving up in here. It might actually be a crunch of 4 different players, and instead they'll be moving into Vent. Elite holding it all down by himself. No one shall go into Vent but him.
I missed it.
Win trade after trade, determined they want a grasp on this series, and so far it's 4 versus 1 in favor of BBL on this first round. And Corvinho's got himself one, but it's all she wrote. Para cleans it all up. That's the first round for BBL, and KOI trailing behind.
Yeah, really awkward pivot over towards ramps.
Oh, Na'Vi Liquid?
That A main choke got a little bit
rewatch? Are you a Na'Vi fan?
For KOI, but BBL, they needed to start off with this pistol, and you talked about how good KOI have been on pistols. Starting off on the right foot, though, for the side of BBL to try and shift
FM says check DMs. Hold on, man.
You want to see them starting to rack up the rounds early on, starting to build that momentum, be fresh going into split after losing out their map pick.
Yeah, I think after BBL lost that one map, it's like no pressure. Guys, do your thing. You guys know how to shoot. I think that's something that
wait, let it cook. It's sending.
Build that confidence, because I think that's what Turkish Valorant is built off of, right? Confidence. And that's what exactly BBL
let it cook, he says.
This time around. KOI, on the other hand, playing it slowly.
I'll respond to him.
A little bit. I feel like that's a big issue of it. You know,
did you see
you
Magnum hold an FM?
Fast-paced gameplay that you would like to take over, but for now, the better weapons for BBL will take it on defense here. It seems that they are walking into Brave all by himself. If KOI can isolate that pick, would be grand, but Kushina's got it all covered from the upper angle. Brave takes 2 down before he himself falls. And Stark, so the final remaining player.
He had an extra death.
On borrowed
That's
time.
what he said.
That's 2-0 for BBL, as clean as it could be.
That's what you like to see if you're a BBL fan. You can hear the chanting in the background from the crowd as well, just trying to give them that momentum, that support on the big stage. KOI, they have the weapons.
What is this?
BBL, this bonus extremely strong.
What
to
is
contest
this?
with.
That
And
he's
last bonus
just
KOI
sent me?
played, they failed. They need to collect this, right? It's a matter of pride at this
Hold
point.
Well,
we'll play it. We'll play it when we get a break. When there's a break, remind me to play that.
Of that attention here, poised by KOI towards the mid side.
Let's be fair, it's the best gun for the Pens.
I mean, for the space that you're looking to contest, it's incredible, especially when you pair that alongside the poison.
Right, what are the comps? These are the only 2 teams that aren't cooking in the EMEA. Play something fucking weird.
The Prowler with the Ghost as well.
Can't let him know.
No, be it a surprise. A bloody surprise, perhaps, if they do end up moving in this direction. But for now, KOI keep the pressure in mid, and you can see BBL not want to hold back on it at all. They still have got 2 players holding their particular angles, their respective angles rather. And with the fault line coming forth, it will delay them even further. You can see Power moving left and right.
Right, that's kind of boring. Hold on, I've got to put my
at the
shoes
right
on if
time,
you're gonna make
but
me
it seems
walk
KOI might
fast.
find an opening to head towards B.
Small left now. That was my
tricky
microphone
positioning.
dying.
Off the rope, that's a headshot. And Kushina's put BBL on top, and with 44 seconds,
Hold on.
KOI are in time trouble.
Okay, you got a very deep prowler over towards Vents as well, so KOI know that there's no immediate backstab looming.
Not only are they in time trouble, they're in space trouble, because they really can't find a thing. It looks like they are fancying this B site more than anything else, as Elite does drop, but Kushina's does damage before. He's got a chance to do it again, and he's got his teammate Brave as well. Paranoia, super important. Brave had to win that fight to keep BBL in contention over this B site supremacy. Kushina, though, the only man standing left onto the site. The TP's right in front of him, but it's all a distraction as Shadow peeks at the same time. KOI fully on top. Reezy trying to deny that plant, but that's it. KOI, they've sealed this round. And Poria, all by himself, the leader of the team, can only look to hide away. Maybe if you can find a Vandal, or maybe try and do something with the Spectre and kill anybody else off. But that will be KOI gaining their first round of the map.
Man, KOI comfortable for them once the weapons did come out. I think they did really well as far as just conditioning over towards mid
I'll walk
as
a bit
well.
faster
Just the
than I
dark
would,
covers alone that cut off that male angle there from BBL forced both snake bites out of Elite right off the gate with still a minute left. A lot of that stall utility used within the initial first third of the round. And now for KOI, It's a question of, can they continue to force that utility usage? We saw it on Bind, where BBL seemed a bit quick to the trigger on that.
They do, they do.
I'm looking kind of hot right now.
The story of KOI being super successful in the attack, and it seems like they have the opportunity to do it again, right? Of course, not winning the pistol does, you know, prohibit them from having that early
I'll
lead.
strut again, shall I?
That first time, the first pistol of this series. But at least if they can get some buy rounds heading in their way, would be the best case scenario for them.
Have to see
Which fit
how
stream
things
when?
end up going here. Again, Elite has been doing so much with the Poison Orb. Deep one way here for Brave as well, just to deny B main. Right off the gate here, KOI, again, not much space to work with, but this is
Come
familiar
on.
for them. They're very
Come
much so
on,
allowed to
England.
play their own game in that kind of sense as well.
Got a
With how
slow
slowly they like
slog
to
between
default,
BBL and
again,
KOI.
they continue to
BBL
thrive
attack on this
in
map,
those
I'm gonna
time
guess,
crunch
will be
moments to get that
awful.
spike planted.
It'll be shocking. It'll be diabolical. I think KOI need 3, and they'll win.
Have the protocols with you know the buddy systems and.
How did Na'Vi look? They look good.
Too simple.
Artis
Artis
literally must have fucking mailed it in last year. I bet FNS is gonna be fucking cursing him on stream. He must have just fucking mailed it in.
They've got a death ball approach to this, right? 5 players strong, no flank in the making, 45 seconds, and Breezy's figured it out. That's a tremendous Trailblazer score that, given all the info in the world, BBL have to rotate over. Camo aggressing forwards, knows that this is the chance that he has to push through. He's gone under the radar and under the opposing players.
Wow.
Kushner wants a moment of its
2v1?
own, but it's all down to Brave in a 1-on-2 if he wants BBL to win this round.
I have seen Shadow's
I mean,
crosshair.
plant
It makes
secured
me
here for KOI
it makes me
nonetheless, but you saw the
recoil.
paranoia to work with here for Brave. One dark cover as well to just be able to cut off one of these lines of sight, especially with Shados playing so far back in towards A main, but you know that he's also playing those lineups.
Brave. There'll be moments he's been left alone and not being able to close it out, but this is his moment. This is where he has to shine. So
Shados
far,
is miles away.
half of the puzzle has been solved. There's still another part to it, and a defusal to follow
Good
up.
patience though.
Paranoia expecting him to be on site, but he's nowhere, so he's wasted it for now. Has to get onto the spike, and he might be able to defuse it fully. Shados is going to be spraying, but he's going to miss the shot. Snakebite at his feet, but it might be all too late.
Oh
Defusal
no.
successful. BBL.
Oh no, Shados. What was he doing back there? Why are you playing a 2v1 so passive?
Second, with the fact that you also see Brave ends up.
How do you play a
falling to the
2v1?
less, but man,
First thing you
that was
want,
around
information.
that KOI needed.
Information is crucial in a 2v1. So you should be jump spotting. You should. That's all you're trying to do. You're just trying to know where they are. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they?
The showstopper.
Right. Once you get to where are they, you want to set up the crossfire as best as you can in the positions that you can. Try not to take a 1v1.
Try and get that Rolling Thunder online.
Try and help as much as you can to get into a good crossfire. Don't fucking have one person chilling in spawn and the other fucking on the site.
Bit of a difference in dynamic on Breach on this situation. Usually Shadow has been so good in finding those second entries on different occurrences, but Split take a secondary role. KOI moving up towards the ramp here in A. But the main meat and potatoes may have to be this left-hand side.
Okay, KOI actually still have a buy.
Or maybe a double crunch into Vents.
So BBL, if they lose this one, they'll be in a lot of trouble. KOI's eco is actually pretty good,
Again,
shockingly.
they look for that space, they pull back, they just look to draw out that utility.
I mean, it's not good, but it's
from
not bad.
BBL. Again, cycle back up. On
I can't
that Poison
afford
Orb.
channel points.
Try and
But will you please cast one round?
up.
You're gonna have to, some people will have the channel points. Have you tried being good at predicting games? That will generally get you enough to where you can do what you want.
His approximate position himself, but you can see.
So my message
how
to you
much
is
stage
get
starts
good.
as Gardner towards the other side
What
of
the
map, right?
fuck
Trying
is
to
that
keep everybody
nade?
busy. He has popped off the showstopper because
Ah
of
yes,
Kushner
the
doesn't
classic
have available
embarrassment
anymore. As
nade
the
because
KOI
it's
looks
so
like he wants to
shit
stay side.
that I
He's
then
looking
use my ult because I'm embarrassed. And then I miss that as well. This is 2 kills here though.
Try and run into his face. BBL
There you
winning
go.
all of these trades. Camo further distance away from this. It's going to have to be a 1-on-3.
1-on-3, but you've got the showstopper online here for Camo now. One satchel to work with here as well.
He's limited to this elbow corner. BBL have to know it, and I'm just wondering how they clear him out one by one. They'll have to try.
Now
and
if he
figure this
gets
out.
one,
They start to circle
didn't.
all the way around and leave him
Fuck,
with
timeout, KOI.
exits. And that's BBL continuing with a streak on this defense. That's going to be a 4th round for them and building quite a lead.
And that's the positioning from Power that you had initially noted there as well. Just in towards Hell outside of A main. The fact that he's able to get 2 with the judge turns the tides, because BBL, you initially saw Elite was pulled.
If they take a timeout, I'll get the thing from Discord.
Away. It was all up to the...
They have. No? Kind of looked like they were going for a timeout. They should go for a timeout. Don't know what they're doing.
2 apiece.
Breach Raze ult, fast B hit probably.
Sure. Still, awkward money situation coming through. They're still able to buy up, but now this is where things start.
KOI continue their slow, methodical game.
Could get very tight, especially in this cramped area in mid when the Viper's Pit is thrown into it as well.
Kid, you've never crossed 150k. What are you doing?
I mean, it's probably the best Viper's Pit here on Split. Like,
went all in on
so
secret
you
and
deny
lock-in.
the pinch towards either site there, and you're just fully funneled into either extremity here.
It's just too claustrophobic to enter.
The only thing could be
my
maybe
golden
just try
treadmill.
to utilize
It's not a
Shadow's
golden
utility,
treadmill.
try and break through in that kind of sense. But again, it still is a really big risk, like you had mentioned. It's not worth it. But then you also have...
Oh, KOI's still a slow team. Not nearly as slow as they were last year, but as you can tell by this, still somewhat slow.
Here for BBL towards A.
So they deny them the info, so they go back to a 2-2 setup with the Viper's Pit in mid.
The Trailblazer has just been
But it's no good. This is why this pit's shit. These guys on A, they got a tough job.
Alright, nobody's nearby here.
It's tough to defend this.
Second mark. This could be it. Guiding light though, and that's going to sign the alarms. That's definitely showing there's some sort of presence here, especially with not much time to spare. From the shadows, Grubinho finds site access, but they need to...
Now they're just playing full retake against a Breach and a Raze ult. Good fucking luck.
They've got on the space, they'll get the spike down, but it's all down to this retake.
And a Viper's Pit probably.
Now not having to utilize that rolling thunder, the
good fucking
showstopper,
luck.
to actually get that execution down. This is going to be a very comfortable post plant here for KOI.
I mean, yep, there you go. Can't come through there. Have to drop out of heaven.
Could rip their heads apart before they can do so. Shadow, rolling thunder. It looks like he wants to use it.
Gets 2 kills with that. Now you don't use the ult.
So influential. A double kill out
Nice
of
play by KOI.
And
For
BBL's
BBL.
in the mud.
This is why you don't do a Viper's Pit in mid.
They have to at this point. What can you do? Reezy, no confidence, no health.
I need to speak no more.
The site's impossible to take with the Viper's Pit is down, and knowing the showstopper, the rolling thunder is there for Shadow as well. It's just too tough, and they have to save and give the round to KOI.
I mean, a much needed one here for KOI to try and get themselves back into this match. You saw the reads there. BBL, they're trying to play back on that.
Seaman Rage, I just hate it.
Those ultimates to be used
Is
on
Viper's Pit in mid bad? In ranked, probably not. In a pro game, yes.
Pressure coming out from
Why is it bad?
BBL on those choke points.
Fuck
KOI
you.
very comfortable just walking on in. Nobody's home.
Not
Now,
fuck you.
Again.
Here's why
Kinda
it's bad.
standard default
As
setup
I
here
walk
on the side
quicker.
of KOI, you're going to continue to see
Really
every
it's
single
bad.
round the same wall being thrown out.
It's
by
because
BBL, just pressure
if you go to Viper's Pit in mid, you're going to go 2-2, right? You're going to go 2 on each side. As long as you deny info like they did, you're going to have 2 each side. And if you run a fake, you might even just run into one person. It just becomes very predictable where the defensive setup is. Because you want to play safe because you've got such good mid control from the Viper's Pit, so you're not going to stack in a site aggressively or re-clear B main or A main aggressively. Because you've got a Viper's Pit, so you don't want to throw and die there. But that makes you very easy to read.
Yeah.
Which is why a Viper's Pit in A main, I think, is the best place for it. If you get a Viper's Pit in A main,
Brave might have gotten stunned up,
oh, it was a nice try. Nice try with the TP, but the fade reveal is too good.
To do a lot of damage here for BBL, but the rotations are timely. Look at everyone lined up.
Flooded into side pretty well.
Shut down all of these KOI players.
Nice for BBL, good round. Cast around whilst walking. Fuck off.
That's no more to KOI.
Stunning flood back on towards site there from
Hold on.
BBL.
Let's see if
right
they take a timeout. I think they will.
Too much respect to KOI in the last 2 rounds that KOI had been able to take for themselves. Now timeout to be called here.
Okay, timeout. Let me show you FM's thing first. Fuck. Oh.
I'm trying to fit 10 things in this 2-man whip. Last switch, now I'm young and rich. Man, know that the Lambo's quick. I might pull up in Mayfair and take your bitch. I've been doing this for a min. I beef, I can get it. Mob's
Kind of funny, no? And now he's taking a timeout.
Rounds of difference. It's
I gotta cast it around.
Comeback is within reach, but it doesn't feel that. Even when KOI do get those wins, they don't look comfortable.
No. I mean, it's really difficult. I think the head-to-head.
Okay, let's cast around, shall we?
Type BBL will
shall we?
Good on those retake situations, especially when they have the numbers to actually look to contest. The rounds are winning out, or when they get those early picks on the side of BBL, leaving them starved for some of that ground to cover, not really even having the ability to regroup for it.
I think we actually might be seeing pace here from KOI.
Ah! I've got to stop the treadmill. Welcome to the 8th round of BBL KOI. It's BBL 5 KOI 2. I'm TMV. Joined by me, TMV, Nerd TMV. Sorry that I had to stop the treadmill there. But the treadmill, I'll explain it later on. Dog out from BBL. Here we go. It's going to be a play in towards mid. KOI playing very slow. They see him. 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 They're going for him. Oh, the Prowler. Oh, misses him. Misses the Prowler. Here we go. Coming back to be heaven. They don't know where they'll go. Stoxo opens it up. What a kill from Stoxo. Stoxo is easy with the trade. Oh no. Hardest, what do you think? Bro. Liquid bro. Team Lolquid bro. Bonquid bro. As the Kushina with the kill. Kushina with 2. And now 2v4. It's hopeless for KOI. Oh no, they've gone. Oh, Shados answers back, but it looks like it's gonna be a save. KOI still struggling. Struggling desperately, hoping to take something from this round. Hold on, no. It won't be. Shados on the other side of the map just running. Bro. And KOI fall 4 behind. Okay, what happened with the treadmill was sometimes I must walk more with my right foot than my left, like on heavier steps with my right foot, so sometimes the like belt of it falls to the right.
I know we're talking about
and I have to try and fix it by just stepping hard with my left foot, but it didn't work.
On it.
So hopefully if it works here, hopefully it
works here. It's such an important point of discussion when they are really on that back foot constantly.
Yeah, I mean, if you never have the money to buy, then you're never going to have enough rounds to win, right? It's the, it's that statistic that everybody keeps talking about, especially since Fnatic's era of half shields. The more buys you get, the more wins you get.
Oh.
Should I refund it? What?
A little bit of damage there.
Refund that?
I mean, you're still alive.
That was a good effort.
The best weapon at that distance. Elite doubles up. Kushina now is in the right. We'll make sure no pesky KOI player gets past him. Shadow being sneaky. Shadow! That is incredible! And with this moment's notice, he gets 2 kills.
Right, I'll do 2 rounds of full speed.
Now you're just waiting for Shados to
I accidentally turned it off.
Got 2 rifles to work with here in this 2v3. Both players on KOI low, though.
Brave, all he has to do is stay alive. He just needs the information, back off, and play the numbers game 2v3, especially when Power has a rolling thunder.
Okay, Brave. Just waiting. Spike initiated, sure, comfortable at the very least in that kind of sense.
Flash.
Not wanting to
still has a full kit.
Use the rolling thunder in this situation. Still gonna come out, but a great aftershock to divvy up the team.
Fault line towards Shados, but Shados is able to avoid it. Crucially enough, picks off Brave, and now it's 2 versus 2, and he looks to go all the way around.
Away.
Oh, and BBL have to keep looking, right? You cannot stop considering that this heaven angle could be covered, but instead, playing the buddy system. The spike is planted directly in them. It's not being touched, stunned, being enabled. They're still looking for shaders, but they cannot find
they saw him though.
Only just picked, but it might be all too late. Spike in the middle of it. Pyra, blind as a bat.
Oh, big win though for KOI.
Eventually managed to close off a
right,
round
that's one
of their
round.
own.
One round
on
at full speed.
And that's an attack side success for the KOI side.
I mean, that was a thrifty round there for KOI as well.
Shadow
Just
with the big round.
Not having the weapons, but the timing was so perfect for Shadow through that dark cover, just dodging.
They did get to 3.
Boombot that had come through to clear him out.
Said they needed 3.
The difference maker into the round.
I mean, if you look at the old Apex roster, Shadow is one of those players that has been overshadowed by others, right? You can look at old Fnatic core members. You can look at Kiko, who's been the star of that roster and now doing wonders in Team Liquid. Shadow has always been there. He's always been the backbone. He's always been someone you can rely on a clutch. When you
Am I walking on?
He's showing it this game. He's shown it before.
I'm walking on sunshine.
Crucially enough in contention of a match win.
Now they're on an eco.
So close to the action.
Oh, so. Why are you up in here on your own, lad?
Shados, he's dealing against a lot of players towards this A side, but it's BBL that finally get a pick their way.
The one rifle gets a gun, good from BBL.
As well.
So you
Again,
can see they're on B.
Here towards B, very standard.
So catches him in
Stark
spawn.
so deep in spawn to just expect Power to commit to that flank coming through. Seeker's used very early, but it gives off the hint that KOI are down in towards alley.
Shadow can expect the TP has happened. He's smart enough to hold
nice.
back against the flash, and KOI, superiority in numbers, Reezy is low. He's only got a Sheriff. Looking bleak for him, at least this one. KOI's chance to close up the gap even further. Starkso triples up.
Right, that's my 2 rounds.
For KOI.
We did it.
Okay, looking good. The coordination coming through here for KOI. Starting to get a read on how BBL like to maneuver around the map. But again, BBL, I mean, they were also down in a couple of weapons there. KOI, nonetheless, you got to take those rounds, start to rack them up. They do have the advantage of the last map at the very least. This is
still don't know why it disconnects my mic
to try and
randomly.
maintain this lead, especially as the next half is looming. Right now, I mean, you do have again tools to work with here. Mid denied.
Can they go for the Viper spit mid?
As per usual.
Hearing our arrows saying Vamos there made me think the Poles have taken over a Spanish organization, right? You can no longer consider this a Spanish team, can you? When
what the hell is that about?
It's a Polish core.
Listen, we're going to Madrid.
We're going to Madrid,
we're
so
going
it is
to
a Spanish
Madrid,
org,
yes.
and Spanish people will definitely root after KOI if they do get to Madrid. It's a long task for them, right? Even if they do get.
So they push them off B main again. You get the predictable 2-2 setup. They're always going to be in this spot. This is why it's shit.
Win another match after that and solidify a spot into play-ins. Still.
What the hell's this one? Please.
They still have the lead, right? It's not all too lost, but they have lost a bit of momentum, which KOI have looked to interrupt. Rolling
fake
Thunder in
up
mid,
Rachel
trying to
in
keep
mid.
Elite out. Although I don't think he's being concussed. Shadow's going to go for the chase. Oh, this is crazy! He goes right after him, sneaks in front of him,
the kill on
and
his
just
own.
punches him in his face. KOI have taken over the A site in the meantime. Camera looking to push on. The stun is immaculate. Shadow doing wonders, even though he's not close to the fight. Kushina, aggressive with his positioning.
3v2.
2 versus 3 with
Spike
BBL
not down.
making this doable. 23 seconds.
Smoke's
KOI
down.
haven't gotten the spike down. They need a cross forwards, and Brave has got the sight line. 18 seconds. Brave is down. Shados, he had to get that, and he did. And Reezy now is on the clutch. With Camo on the showstopper, with Shados to the side, this is too difficult to imagine. He has to check.
KOI get to 5. I feel that they're good.
6-5. Only 1 round remaining in the half, and only one
Right.
round of difference between the two teams.
That's the third and final
Things
use
are
of
getting
Make Me
tense
Walk
here
Faster.
on stage. A tight second map, but the positioning here, king for KOI. Looking over towards what we have to work with into this last round, though. Uncomfy.
Careful there, Barber. Don't fall off
his chair.
Come on.
Hey, they're stoked about it. You gotta have that kind of energy in an elimination match.
You do. I can only imagine what the comms look like over in a timeout. That'll be dope. That'll be dope to hear at some point. But of course, KOI need to finish this off on a high unless BBL are able to stop them. Here's the flash coming through. Para has shown his presence. Stun coming out.
Miss TL versus Navian map 1. How were the games? And my glorious king nuts.
But it is subsided as they do drop back and respect KOI's presence. It's a 5-person stack.
It wasn't good.
Showstopper in hand. Can't
Oh
find
my
the shot,
god.
but switches to the Phantom in time.
Well, the Mega Whiff turns into 2 kills.
Brave, different angle. Can he save the site? Can he isolate these
Okay,
kills?
6-6. Saltox, Navi were better than Team Liquid. It was like in both maps, it was close first half.
What a
And
way
then
to
Navi
hit the
just
gas
rolled.
and change the pacing into that last round. Now BBL, it's all up to them to respond onto the pistol. They found the first one in split, but can they find another? Again, they're the ones that we're looking towards to start racking up those rounds early when KOI do have the comfort of being up a map right now in this best of 3.
I just don't trust BBL on attack.
Hit me with it.
Every time KOI have sort of failed on defense, they usually had a lead to work off of. That lead doesn't exist. It's 6-6, right? So BBL have a stellar chance on attack. They can feel most comfortable as well. They can control the pacing of the game and take us where they want to take us.
Yeah, I always say
6-6. It's anyone's game. As KOI lead the series, the pressure is on BBL to see if they can take us to the decider, take us to Icebox, get a little bit chilly in here.
What the fuck was that?
With the extremity control here from BBL, looks like they're heading towards this B site.
Just walking straight on up. Quite happy to play the retake over there. Very much so focusing their resources towards mid. Just gonna play it a little bit slow, but look how diligent BBL are as well. They're still positioned for a potential wrap back to that
Gio gets a
mid
World
side.
Cup starting in 5 minutes.
Some number of Roosevelts for a day.
Oh, good stuff. Thanks for the 100 bits.
Dark cover does subside. Poison Cloud gets put in its place.
You'll have to talk about to Mike about the bingo stuff.
On the outside looking in right now, but can't see much.
Mike here.
Paranoia. Oh, you're right in saying this is great cycling, but this time the stun does miss the mark. There's one underneath them.
Nice blast.
To fall victim to this push.
Oh wow, nice from KOI.
Even finds a kill with his paint shells. How is that even possible? 2 to the back of sight. But now KOI can play the numbers game all day, and they win that pistol round to start this defense on a good note.
Then you are also
What's this
have,
amount?
what, how many points now?
Rose.
5 into the showstopper off the back of a pistol round.
I don't see CS they could bring a paper strap.
Ooh,
what do you mean? Like the players can have like a strap in front of them?
They're up against BBL, not really having the firepower. I mean, yeah, I feel like you also can't really do much there when the coordination.
Oh, it's easy enough for someone else to do it, says Mike.
Shadow for Camo to drop down.
Classic mid-bot L.
I mean, the paint shells. It's just unlucky.
Yeah, the 4-round streak, I think, on attack gave a lot of confidence to KOI here, and it definitely showed on the pistol, a lot more dynamic where they're approaching. Camo is starting to
bring down the speed. I've been walking on this for long enough now.
But no pressure. I mean, other than the PC utility themselves, you can already see KOI, they expend one of those prowlers out to clear out.
I'm literally in a different country.
Home. So you see the pullback.
Sounds like excuses to me.
Site, the rotation being called over towards B.
Could I rank? Yeah, we can do a little ranking of all the teams, maybe before the America stream begins.
Kill. Off to the side though, picks one and still.
Sean W135, thanks for your prime, my friend.
Control all day long, but somehow Breezy's turned it all around, makes it vulnerable. Stockso wants to put those streams in the dirt. But goodness me, was that expensive for KOI, but around they collect nevertheless.
Not just expensive for KOI, expensive for BBL.
That's true.
As well.
EG hasn't played yet.
Into that round.
Yeah.
So. At the very least, you can kind of frame it in the sense of, okay, at least BBL took down every other person but the last, so the bonus isn't too insane coming out from KOI. But that leaves them now with a lot to be desired in a round where you're going to be expecting them to actually have the weapons
at some point?
to overtake the bonus on the side of KOI.
I didn't even notice the weapons there. I didn't think BBL would have forced into it, but
it was a risky gamble.
Big time. And they were like, trust me, guys, we've got this. Let's buy.
I mean, right down to the wire.
Ooh.
It could have gone so much worse, but they did lose the round.
Oh,
so
BBL forced?
Behind and allowing KOI to put a lot of rounds together.
Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. I was
get the advantage in numbers as well.
Ooh. Losing out on.
But didn't he have a sheriff,
all
Breezy?
of your reconnaissance on the side of BBL now out early. Really going to have to focus more on those set plays, the positioning.
Oh, no.
Finding one on the other side of the map.
Shadow doesn't have a gun, so we can't just go and pick that up. So yeah, actually haven't lost a gun. They only had a sheriff there. So they've lost a player. It's 4v4, but
so you can tell KOI
it's not the end of the world for KOI.
Have to drop back.
Problem is, they don't know
You can
which
see
way
the
they're
fact
going.
that
They're
they're
on the
not even-
wrong side of the map. That's a
Not
bigger
that
problem.
Sheriffs are a close range weapon, but they are trying to play that longer angle.
Yeah.
Now they're in a lot of
shot
trouble.
range grabs Grabinho. Even though there's a trade in the making, a lead.
Oh, okay.
If he would have gotten a second
Now
there,
that's a
I would have.
spike.
I would buy a
Something got a
barrel
ghost.
for the rest of VCT.
I would have walked
MEA.
off.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
it.
have a
We're
ghost
out of here.
anymore.
And so would BBL at this point. This paranoia can catch
Oh.
both of them, and it is perfect. But it's close proximity with
Wow,
Camo, so
that
it
could have
doesn't
been
mean
bad.
anything. KOI do lose 3 rifles, but get the win and extend that lead even further.
BBL still keeping it close in those rounds, at the very least.
Yeah.
At least looking towards KOI right now.
Also, Zoltox, you missed
They're gonna be able
my
to
my
afford into
highest
this
stream
round,
number
but
ever.
This is where
Most
all
viewers
eyes are
ever
on
in for
BBL.
TMV.
KOI can manage to shut
For
down
the
BBL
KOI,
once
the start of
again.
the KOI
This
BBL
series
game.
could very well be over.
Oh, it definitely could be over.
Bit of
I
TMV
mean,
history.
Economical recession for BBL. KOI could definitely keep this momentum going. They feel best on the momentum swing. They are 7 consecutive rounds in right now. And that is massive. But look at KOI. They're going aggressive. Not only do they want to take space, but they want to push further. Scratch that, Grabinho just smoked it, so they're not pushing anymore.
I mean, it's just claiming the space is what's most important.
They baited me. I thought we were going to see more
10K,
action.
what happened? People just wanted to watch BBL KOI, what can I say?
We'll see it later.
They were really
eventually.
interested in the start of
Slow
BBL
things
KOI.
down, of course.
Well, with Kushner here pushing through vents,
You know, this is
we
a
might actually
premier
see a lot of
matchup.
action
Why the
against
fuck is
Shadow.
Saxo
It
not
does seem
brought?
Shadow is looking in that right direction.
They're waiting for the crunch. The thing is, Kushner's the only one towards mid vents right now.
And if Shadow gets the pick,
Love of the game, yeah.
Mid, towards main, I mean. Oh, might have to be playing a game of whack.
I just thought so, only have a friend.
What Kushner just did is put pressure onto Shadow, and now he's got to help his teammate over to main, given that there's pressure coming in from that direction as well. He swings.
Oh, that's a great
Oh,
swing there, though.
Shadow!
He doesn't realize he's
Insane
busting.
impact. And Reezy tries to find
Does
his
now.
way in, but somehow Starkso hides out. Shadow quashed eventually.
Imagine if he had a
BBL's
gun.
Relief. And they find
Bombs?
themselves an equilibrium in a 3 versus 3 and spike down, and they've got full heaven control.
Full heaven control.
How have you not seen him first? Are you not paying attention?
Camo has a showstopper, could make the difference.
KOI trailing behind, but Camo needs to find a player to make use of the showstopper. Does push through. It's very aggressive, but gets Kushner. There was nowhere for Kushner to hide on that one. Shados had to win that pick if KOI would have been in contention, but now with a spike out into the open, it's really tough.
Not planning for heaven.
Can he do it? The 1-on-2 with Power swinging through. They've isolated it. Camo gets on the spike, a bit premature. BBL on the board.
Great timing on that swing, knowing that the bait in that tap was going to come through once
Well, if
again.
they didn't troll and bought Starkso a
Closing
gun.
The gap now, 2 rounds for
What's this
BBL
loud
to try and
post?
catch up to KOI. This was a momentous round that they needed, but KOI, their reads were really good in that round
Ooh.
as well. You talked about how Shadow was able to shift his
Gosh.
attention back over towards A main. That presence in towards mid was the green light for Starkso to even throw out the hunt, to check A main for that crunch, to delay that a little bit further.
So the reason that Starkso didn't buy is so they
No.
could buy in this round, because they're
Start
obsessed with
getting
trying to
ahead of these
lose a round.
plays.
Imagine if we just didn't try to fucking lose the last round and play to win the last round instead. Maybe we would have won the last round, and instead we'd be in a better spot.
Especially with focus over towards that breach ultimate.
Maybe Barbar is
They
the guy
also
that
want
sent me
to
that
delay
message.
this push towards
You gotta
mid.
lose a round.
Just wanted a little bit more time here for KOI.
BBL. Left-hand side stacked.
No, I'm just walking forward for
Players
fun.
busy towards the right with smoke thrown in that direction, but the paranoia has seeked it.
You got me.
They figured out no one towards A main, which allows
You
KOI
got me.
to maintain a lot of pressure towards B. 4 defenders in the direction of that B main position. This is going to be a hard take for BBL to execute.
I mean, all thanks to Starkso, right? All the way walked up here. Then you have so much opportunity. Pora has.
I mean, there's a
all
4-stack
his
here
util
from
to
KOI,
Shadow.
so...
You can say the
Starkso's
same.
walked
No
all the way
stun
out
at the
A.
very least.
Well, Painter will head towards
And yet
the
somehow
front.
we missed the flash.
Paranoia will delay the left of them, but Kushner
What?
was by it, so he will get the pick. TP is red. Camo.
Oh,
on top as well
Grabinho,
as he
you've had
tries
an
to
absolute
fight. It's a
nightmare.
2 versus 2 with 30 seconds to spare. BBL have a chance to get the spike down.
Look at how they're regrouping here on the side of KOI.
Didn't hear him, I don't
Starkso going
think.
all the way around.
Planet's safe, though.
Try and find the
They
crunch.
double
Grouping
flank?
up together.
No.
That's the first pick. Power didn't expect him to be there that quickly.
mean to
Kushner
throw that?
is left on the 1v2.
Playing for.
Why not
help
throw the fade for
so
Horn
low
first?
here.
That's an off angle. He's trying to catch them off guard with this one, but he won't
Okay,
be able
nice
to do
Koi.
it. Starkso.
They did the classic.
That's
They
a bullet
win,
between
loss.
the eyes, and KOI back into
Yeah,
winning ways.
2:15 to go. I will
Right.
watch. I need to
Double
change it
digits
to
here
say that
for
I'll
KOI.
watch a Wolves game.
BBL. I mean,
I will go to Molineux and watch Wolverhampton Wanderers play a game of football if I get to 1,000 subs before Madrid.
Conditioning over towards that A site. Just didn't expect Starks though to.
And I will film parts of it.
But we also saw the
and I will film me going.
Going through,
Hey-ho!
screen,
Wolverhampton!
Value that BBL are looking for.
Yeah, I think the problem for BBL in that one was that they walked into a
Couldn't pay me to do that.
You know, so many players present, hard to get out a favorable fight.
Should be a full kit wanker.
Someone won't get affected by it. There's always somehow a crossfire.
At least be a streaker.
Try to rethink this out. You're not too far away from KOI, but you can't then run away from you. You've stopped their momentum, right?
I might get the
number
kit.
1 successful, but you've got a long way to go. Economical troubles, round troubles, winning trades troubles.
I am curious to see if BBL do commit to the hero rifle that we see in the hands of Kushner right now. If they decide to force up like we saw them do for the bonus round or for the anti-eco round here in the second half.
I'll be with the people. Man of the people.
Again, high risk, high reward. If they do make that decision to buy up, to force these weapons in hand, it's a
go to Madrid and watch Atletico. Every game feels like a tech pause.
We'll have a very easy opening to try and close out this.
Okay, so BBL.
It looks like it's just going to be the
for some reason give their raise, even though they got a raise ult, a gun.
Showstopper.
Maybe give the gun to someone else and use your raise ult. Big brain. Fish. With 7 months, thank you.
This quickly from VCT EMEA. They want to stick around for a little bit longer. The showstopper comes out prematurely here from Kushner, gets met with paint. We'll chunk him down to 96, not too much taken off of him. But KOI now troubled. How is this B site going to be taken over? Gratinho's got an off position here, and he might get caught off, so he realizes the situation.
TP out.
Backs off with the use of his
especially because he's going flank now.
BBL have taken full B access, but KOI haven't traded anything from this. Nightfall onto the site, but everybody's hiding in the cubby at the back of it. But with full heaven control, KOI have got to use so much to even gain the smallest of control. Viper spit to the heaven side. Grabinho to the back end. In Garage doing so much damage. Getting to the back line. But KOI need to cross. Need to find their way through heaven. But no, they do elect to go through CT instead. A crossfire setup that Grabinho can deal with single-handedly, perhaps. Still, Starkso joins the fight and leaves it.
When will these teams stop trolling with their Viper's Pit? Hello? This ult is good!
Themselves on yet another round.
You're on an eco!
And timeout from BBL is for naught.
Roadman, thanks for the
they're more than happy
tier
to
1 to big
protocol.
tits.
They're expending 2 ultimates on the side of BBL as well into that round. Now, BBL, I guess they do still have that.
You're on an eco! Did they know about the flank guy yet as well? It's like, what?
Enough, but far back enough on that from the shadows that had come through to actually find that early.
What the fuck are they doing in there? Have they been doing illegal drugs before they fucking watch this game?
All the time. I feel like he's doing this for us, our own entertainment. Or he's just loving this game too much. Maybe that's it.
We'll find out later.
Find out later. I hope we do. Rolling thunder on both sides. But for now, KOI is going to be victims of it straight away and throw their own right back at them, denying the push. Starkso is there, but has to drop to his demise. And still, BBL haven't gained too much control. Now only moving into wrap, and there's Kamo here to stop them.
Not even wanting to contest site. They're actually looking for a pivot back over towards mid, but with all of this A control in towards heaven, the spike's still lacking behind. Kushner the one to keep it towards A lobby.
They got this Viper wall that kind of protects the site. I don't never love this Viper wall personally.
Hit does come through. They'll be really well off here, KOI.
Well, I mean, look at the positioning from Grabinho as well. KOI, they have.
So he can always check for the pivot. This is a really good spot. Whether they pivot through sewers, whether they come through vents, he's in an insane spot. Now Shados just made a mistake crossing the other way.
But they're looking to just try and
because they could push to B through CT, but it is unlikely.
It's in the hands of KOI right now.
Yeah, KOI have read it. It's perfect. Everything is in their hands right now.
And Roadman gifted tier 1 to Valorant. Oh, Valorant doesn't normally get us so.
And nothing much to spare.
Viper wall's gonna go up, surely? No?
It's good. It hits
Any Viper wall?
There's no more momentum off of his speed.
We got full fuel.
Trying to make his presence
Don't bother.
known, put pressure
Don't bother.
on Camo here. But this is where Shadow comes into contention. Tries to
Don't
keep
bother.
himself
Yeah,
alive,
die
the rest
first.
to come in, but isn't able
What the
to do
fuck
so.
is Shados
on
doing?
the drop, gets the pick. Grabinho on the flank.
What is he doing?
And he will die.
Why are we using that Viper wall if when we've got full fuel, we don't fucking use it when they're coming to the site with no time left.
Right back in contention.
Fuck me.
A must-need round coming out from BBL, and KOI, despite the read, BBL winning out.
I've got refund. Forward,
though.
I need to set a limit on that to 3 times. I've already done it 3 times. I'm not walking faster. You can't make me walk faster. I'm not doing it. I refuse to do it. Fuck you.
Let's be fair, like, all these circumstances have become quite messy.
What speed is it on right now? At Freedom units? 4 miles an hour.
Position at that moment, with the heroics, individual heroics, are what allowing teams to entangle themselves from ugly moments.
By no means a clean game from either side.
Oh no, you can't say that. But still, it's a feisty one.
Scammer, refund them. Give them the points back. Oh, non-freedom units? I don't know. What is that? It might be 4, to be honest. I still don't know which it is.
Fully funneling.
Oh, Viper's Pit in mid.
Dodge.
Now, BBL put a Viper's Pit in mid, lost twice. So let's see KOI lose this round with a Viper's Pit in mid.
But KOI,
are you ready? Are you watching?
Forward positioning.
They're gonna lose the round.
Well, they want to avoid that Viper's Pit altogether. That's for sure. But they are definitely aware of this push. This fault line from Shadow could be good, but it all comes down if Sato is able to use it.
There you go, that's
no,
first
he
kill.
dies even before he has a chance to get that sideline covered.
Almost got a kill with the nade.
The damage to Reezy, but it's not enough. Camo has a nice corner. You don't expect Shadow to be holding a similar.
There you go, round lost.
But they still trade it
nice.
up, and that's the important part for BBL.
Roadman gifted a sub to
definitely in the lead on this one.
Munging
one way to have an angle here for Shadows.
Oh.
2v3 situation looking towards the utility. Kushner does have the paint shell still available.
And Hefe gifted us up to Shroud.
Long distance fight, that Grubinho wins. Equilibrium, 2v2. But how does Grubinho play it? So far it's Grubinho auto himself and a triple kill to turn the whole round.
Shadows just happy to be there.
And put them on map and series points.
BBL, they're trying to go down with a fight right now, but KOI looking so good in those retakes, especially they're down numbers in that situation.
Shroud subs to TMB.
The lack of coordination, you can feel that maybe this match is starting to get
okay, they did win the round, but
they're not looking to
they did end up in a 3v2, kind of again proving my point.
Yep.
Yeah. Otherwise, you would normally expect, okay, you swing as 2, you call that to move together, but part of that is also the retake wall that is allowed on the side of Shados. Plays well for the defense, just to keep backside to yourself, but also allows you to just walk up and deny those fights together.
Let's end this, KOI.
Getting cleaner by the second for KOI, and for BBL.
Let's get to Fnatic. Fnatic Vitality, nice little game.
I think their own enemies at this point, but they're up against 4 rounds that they need to pick up here consecutively to stay in contention.
Got a Razor as well.
And otherwise, it's goodbye for kickoff. I'll join Giant X to the bottom of the field.
Oh, he missed it.
BBL starts to
press
towards Camo. He's been so good at holding up in his line. It's usually good for one, but this time around, instantly Shadows gets himself from the scoreboard as BBL still maintain this line. Haven't fully aggressed, but for KOI though, they've grouped together. They've buddied up, and Kushner being so low could be so easy to be picked up himself. I don't think he knows how close Grubinho is.
No.
They can smell each other, but Grubinho releases the control key and is back out into the open as BBL move into this B site and content over Heaven. KOI don't want to lose any more players in that fight. They're grouping up for this
3v3.
3v3 into the retake.
Leeds only got a sheriff
still. Safe from Powera. Swapping the guns over as well, knowing that Elite just has that little bit more of health to work with. Powera also has 2 flashes into this post plant to delay, but...
Oh my god, Powera! Talking about individual prowess, this is when he comes alive. The captain's trying to do it all by himself, but now he's blocked. He's towards that left-hand side, has to go for the peak, and that's where Shadow can pick him up.
That's though, used on the guy with the show.
And this is where KOI start to move in. That was the only flash that KOI had available to them, so they're going to have to do this dry. Smoke, it's perfect from Brave.
Okay, nice from BBL. Bit of trolling from the Rays here.
Remain in contention with 3 rounds to go to equalize his KOI score.
Could have been a different story if Powera did not.
Now they're probably going to save
his life there. If he did play for his life there in that situation, I mean, who knows which way the round would have
I mean, the KOI new guys.
First pick to be able to push
they do troll a bit
with that confidence. That's kind of what we need to see from BBL. Yes, we do want more of that coordination, more of that synergy.
What time are we on?
From them,
it's not quite 5 yet, so we might get a very early day if this is a 2-0.
You feel confident in the shots that they are going to hit. As things get tight, though, time must be called here from KOI.
Oh, for sure. They want to make sure they have the right mindset to close out this map. We've known KOI to struggle on that so far this series. It's a new roster. We get it. It happens, right? But they need to rebuild their knowledge on how to close it out, be able to maintain their composure. They're knowledgeable players. They've won championships, some of them, right? Starks on Shados. They need to give that to the rest of the team. 12-9. BBL, long way to go.
Just end this.
Not that long of a way to go at the same
I'll buy
time,
your bundle if you win this round.
Right now, KOI, they're facing up against a
that should be motivation enough.
Next, so that's the best chance BBL are going to get to find 10. But you also have
KOI play against Liquid? They weren't that bad, to be fair.
Showstopper to look towards here for
I thought they were okay.
I feel like he's been on the money with that Raze ultimate today.
Flipped.
Too.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's often seems to be getting exactly what he needs out of it. But yes, that conversation again. Starks on Shados, sorry.
In a few weeks, I'm also going to have a treadmill so I can watch you watch Valorant on a treadmill on a treadmill.
If you grab this round here or grab any of the two.
I'm not sure how much treadmill will happen during Madrid, because obviously I'll want to pay attention to what's going on.
Have a killer kick.
You know, with some of these games, it's like, eh.
You get shot, you lose the round.
And Nats gets a sub as well from Roadman. How kind.
Boy, they tried to read into aggressive.
Okay, Kawa's got the judge, but he's about to reveal he has that judge.
Wins off the first trade against Grubinho, and he's the one that's done so much damage the past few rounds. Kushner wins his own trade.
Round over.
BBL keep on doing that. This round is theirs.
Walking over towards Shados, though.
And Shados only got a classic, so he's going to close up the gap with right clicks.
Almost broke my leg.
Damage, but this is BBL's round for sure. Shadow. He's 3 orbs away from his Rolling Thunder, so he'll definitely try and find something to pad that up. Same with Stark, so he's 1 away.
I mean, knowing Shadow in this situation, he's usually good for 1, then he'll get taken down.
Starks is good for nothing. He'll get his ult nevertheless.
Shadow skip breakfast.
And Shadow gets 1, and because of his death, he's
now
George
only
Russell?
1
No, this orb away from getting the Rolling Thunder. But
Crikey.
let's see if that does make a difference. BBL close up the gap yet again, so 2 away from KOI. This is becoming pressuring. But remember, KOI just took a timeout. It wasn't for their eco. Likely it was for this round right here. Setting up anticipation and what the game plan is going into this one.
The thing is, BBL, they have a lot to contest KOI with on that ultimate front, though.
Roadman, chill. You'll get me. Roadman must be a Wolves fan.
For a Nightfall. The ability to go head-to-head
giving
in
a tier 1 to Shin strikes
Shadow still on the
Overwatch.
cusp. Like you said, quick maths into a Rolling Thunder of his own.
Early that cover here for KOI.
It makes me laugh the old people would still have Overwatch in their names.
But BBL, exactly. They push right past it. And for now, BBL, they put a lot of pressure on the B-side.
Asner and Yoi went to the MV subs and they fell off.
Has to deal all by himself. Camo's focused over in mid, so his reaction to it could
Does that mean Jorgamo's in trouble?
I mean, he could TP out if necessary.
And with that Rolling Thunder coming his way, he's just going to have to run the hell out of there. Showstopper enabled as well. That's 2 ultimates from BBL used up already, with a Nightfall coming right back up from KOI, meaning that they're not scared of amping up the pressure.
Why did we just panic use that up? Oh, miss info. Why have we got 2 smokes here?
Still have the Showstopper.
Did they miss this first smoke so badly they used another?
The flood coming in.
And here's the push. Stun is really good onto Kushner. They know where he is, and the Showstopper does his job. Camo
still, Reezy gets 2.
Reezy, keeping things equal though. Reezy does so much himself. 3v2. BBL on the upper ground. It is Brave on an off angle. It's a cross BBL, but Starkso is being mad right now. Wants to get right back on the stage where he left off a couple of years ago on the defuse this time around.
GG.
And it's going to be stuck in. Shados.
Let's go.
On Elite's face.
Give me Fnatic.
This game. KOI 13 and 10. Close it out. 2 maps
I walked 2
together.
miles.
And that's going to be their win. Their attention in kickoff. But that's goodbye to BBL.
Yeah, sad farewell over towards BBL, but looking towards KOI, this is a team, again, you have to remember, this squad very newly formed for those last 3 players that were picked up, and the fact that they're able to maintain these shifts, these adaptations day to day so early on.
Hold on.
Again, they had nothing to prove after last year's showing. Only way was to go up, and they are doing so.
Yeah, there are some smiles you do love to see from this KOI side. Obviously, it's good to see Shadow back in, you know, with some really started players, Stark, so Shados, and together with the rest of the Polish core.
TMV, the kind of guy to make grown men cry with his moves.
In kickoff here.
Ooh.
It wasn't an easy one, right?
Ooh, bow chicka.
It wasn't a clean one, but it's a 2-0 series.
Matt Vito already?
Get them in winning ways. Take a bow, boys. A really important matchup here for them to collect. They're happy about that one for sure, but let's see what the analyst desk has to say about that series and break it all down.
Well, thank you very
much. Get the KOI bundle now.
Pavlos and Ash.
Zerastics, did you get any bundle?
If
you say Paper Rex, I'll be disappointed.
BBL, unfortunately, still. And Lothar, we've had to say goodbye to them, and it hurts as a BBL fan.
It does hurt.
It hurts.
It does hurt. I think I was most hurt.
Can I try out the card to replace you?
We have seen a little bit of glimpses of some good play as well.
Oh, that's harsh.
There were rounds where
That's
they
harsh.
understood the macro or understood how to keep themselves in the
You got
game. So I
Fnatic?
have hopes
Which one do you
for
think
them
sold the
and
best?
pro.
Yeah, they
Who do you think got the most? Will it be Sen? Because the Sen one was so mid. I feel like Paper Rex could outdo them.
Do about that. I mean, when
you're holding back so much what you really want to say, I feel like.
Well, the thing, okay, so here, let me
I feel like because the Paper Rex one is so good that it might outdo them.
We're seeing them only down here in this elimination game because they went up against Liquid on day one and they lost like 13-11, 13-10. So it's not like they're getting blown out of the waters. So, you know, them being able to take out BBL 2-0, that's looking pretty decent for them. And, you know, they'll have a rematch now, right?
Oh, yeah. How do you think that's going to go, Lothar?
This time I think KOI is taking it.
Against Liquid?
Yeah.
Why?
I think they're going to be able to learn from the previous match that we have seen. And I don't think KOI is going to be able to, again, pop off with 37 kills on the Icebox. I don't think that's repeatable. And
Prove him wrong, Kiko, yeah? Prove him wrong.
Well, if he gets 38, I'm going to shave my head.
Okay.
In one map, just so we're clear.
We have witnesses. We all know this is going to happen.
I mean, 38 is asking a lot. But imagine if he does it.
BBL, you know, I feel like, again, a very brutal format. I don't even feel like we managed to see everything maybe they had.
Tell you what, I'll shave
but
my head if he
let's end
gets
on a positive
43.
note. Anything you feel like could be something
I did
that
see Sen's initial
they really
design.
did work on over the next month. Maybe when we come back for
But
the next
did they ever
split,
really think
it's
that was going to get accepted in a game like this?
I'll be honest with you, I think BBL, they know what they need to work on, you know, and I feel like in this case, the coaching staff, I think Epic was pretty upset.
I'll give 10 if he gets 50.
But I think he knows exactly how to now
43 by regulation or with OT?
I can't wait to see them.
I'm gonna say by regulation, because what if it does go to fucking 23-21? Then getting 43 isn't that hard.
Thank you so
Roadman,
much.
you having fun there? Gifting us up to big funny lips.
You and the team. It was an elimination match, and you guys are not out yet. Now let's talk about what just happened, because quite frankly, BBL almost took you guys to map number 3. What do you think allowed them to claw themselves into that map?
Maybe not they took us to map 3. I think more like we took ourselves. We did some crucial mistakes that shouldn't happen. Obviously, it's our second official game together, so we try to do everything correctly, but not always it works. So I think all on us. We could have ended it way faster, and just happy about the win.
As you should be, as you should be. You just said second official match together, of course. The start yesterday looked phenomenal against Team Liquid, especially on that map number 1. You guys really showed up, and a lot of people.
What accent is that?
You know, you guys were kind of flying under the radar. Obviously, a late like roster announcement.
She says some English.
Whatnot,
She says some words like English,
that.
but then others with an accent.
If you're looking and reflecting back on that game against Liquid, what do you think made that so close? Because they will be your opponents again.
I mean, what made it so close is like we just did our job. We did what we've been practicing for the last month, and what made us lose is also some problems I will not talk about here because we already fixed them. That's why
anyone talk like Stark
today. Like we knew what mistakes were on the last game yesterday. We could have won that, but we didn't, and we're just gonna win it on Sunday.
All right, I hear the confidence. You are very confident that you're gonna take the W there. All right, all right.
Yeah,
No, that's good. That's good. That's how it should be. Now, of course, we are setting up for our next game. Thank you once more, and congratulations to you and the team. And Vitality and Fnatic will be coming up next after this.
Yo.
Okay, KOI win. Not a real shock after seeing the first game. Okay, what do we do? What do we do with a drunken sailor? Take an ad. Take a little cheeky ad, why not? And then, yeah, have we changed the title? Taku is just a Wordle? You want to play just the original Wordle? Is this a joke? Teeth. Has a T in it. Month. It doesn't have a H. Fuck. It doesn't have an E. Casts. Doesn't have an S. Casts is a terrible guess, isn't it, really? Party. That's a good guess. Apart from this being wrong. But, okay, it has part in it. That's good. But all in the wrong order. We surely can get this now. Trappo? Trapple? Trapex? Harpy? No, it's gotta be a Y. Doesn't begin with T, you're right. So, Oh no, the A's not second either. Wait, what? The A isn't second. Is it just a part? Oh! Oh! Get in there, Lewis. Get in. Actor's eyes. Fuck no. Clicking #1 songs. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Something Rosy, Neil Diamond. I'll come back to it. I know you'll know. Feel like something low. Gotta be tossing and turning, surely. Feeling tough, getting tough. I can't say I know New Kids on the Block. Papa was a something stone. Rolling? Staying alive? Jive walking? I don't want to click any wrong. Boots are made for walking. See, there you go. And I guess that's why they... Getting the blues? Feeling the blues? Nick will be so mad that I don't know this. It's got to be that, surely. No. Knowing, I would guess? No? Knowing you? Who's Minnie Ripperton? Can't say I know this one. Buy you a drink, Shorty. Shorty. I don't know, T-Pain. This is getting jiggy with it. Keep on Keep on turning. Keep on turning. That's the song. What is it though?
That's the spike! The overheat moment! The positioning! What a blunder! What a whiff!
Kano Koro, thanks for the prime. You've lost that loving feeling? Something by Young Rascals? Fuck, I don't know. Sitting on the dock of the bay? Something strikes again. This is Living on a Prayer, obviously, another one. So, it's all from the early 60s. Something stupid? Talking stupid? Bruno Mars? Oh, nothing on you. Nothing on you, man. What feel like... Gotta be making. Something tough. Talking tough? No. Jive grooving? No. Something you. Loving you? Shorty. Trucking? No. It's keep on trucking, isn't it? Fucking hell. What would just one word be? Traveling. Fuck. Something strikes. Lightning strikes. Something man. Talking man? Talking Rosie? What the fuck? Crackling Rosie. Grooving. Hanging tough. Learning the blues. Shorty snapping. Jive talking. Jive talking I should have got. Yeah, I know you guys know it. Music's not my specialty. Countries where you're most likely to die in a car accident. Wow, that's let's go India. No? USA. What? China. What? Thailand. What? Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria. Is it all Asia? Is that what it is? Ethiopia. Is that just all it is? Sudan. Egypt. Guess I'll just go through Africa, shall I? Ghana. Togo. South Africa. Mozambique. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's Africa because of the I guess, poor infrastructure, you know, poor road markings, stuff like that. I would guess. Botswana. Zimbabwe. Zambia. Nepal. Colombia might be. Peru. No, I think it must be a lot of Africa. Eritrea. Eritrea, there you go, number one. Kenya. Yes, you can. Chad. DRC. Congo. Cameroon. I don't know why I typed in Belize. Let's try Mexico. Sierra Leone. Madagascar. Syria. Correct. Iraq. Iran. Saudi Arabia. See, Saudi, I'm not so sure. Mali, good one. But wrong. Wrong one. Bad one. Did I already typed in Mozambique? Yemen, good one. No? Oman? Vietnam, you think? Apparently not. See, the thing is, all of you are putting in, you know, India and Vietnam and all of that, but as far as I know, isn't the traffic too bad to... This is people who die, not getting one. Die. You have to be going pretty fast to die. Do you even move in...
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose the game. It's an
Jonah151,
game.
thanks for the 2 months. This is crazy shit to stream? What the fuck are you talking about, Nick? Why am I doing this quiz? What the fuck are you guys on about? It's not the UK. Algeria, I already put in Algeria, but I'll put it in again for you just so you can see. Chile? No, again, I feel like it's going to be less developed places. No, because this is per 100,000, I think. I would guess this is per 100,000 or million or something. Go on, what was it? Libya, Afghanistan, the UAE. That's surprising. God, why are you so why are you so chill? Ooh, here you go. What was part of the Mongolian Empire? Well, Mongolia, Russia, China, Kazakhstan. Can't spell the other ones. Uzbekistan. I'm not gonna spell Kyrgyzstan. Turkmenistan. India. Bhutan. No? Nepal? Wrong. They never conquered the mountains, I guess. What's the other stands that I'm missing? How do you spell it? It's like Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, I'm so wrong it doesn't even accept it. KOI Z Stan. Thank you. Iran, Iraq, Turkey. I think they got up to Hungary, no? Did they? Maybe not. Maybe it's modern day Bulgaria. Poland? Belarus? Did they get to Estonia? Still 28 to go. They never conquered Japan, did they? They will have South and North Korea, though. Does Taiwan count? No, they never went to Taiwan. Afghanistan. Pakistan. Syria. Georgia. Azerbaijan. How do you spell this one? Azerbaijan. Armenia. Am I missing a stan in there? I can't tell. What's this one? I'm missing one in the stan. What other ones will it be? Laos? Thailand? Vietnam? Myanmar? Tajikistan. Tajikistan. 2 more. Where would they be? What are the others? Finland? Oh, it could be Finland. No. Could be Latvia. Lithuania. I tried Nepal. Romania? It is Romania. Good job. What's the the last one? Fuck, what is it? Won't be Sri Lanka. You can see like the green outline here is where it gets up to. So it's only a little bit of India. Moldova? It was Moldova. Good answer. There you go. Are any of you from a country that I just listed? Probably a few of you. No.
About Frontiers, you know,
Should I do a map veto?
for that. Fnatic with not making changes besides the coach. I think that you need to look something to look for something for yourself to improve. And if Boaster thinks that in his case was the aim, I'm actually very happy that even him, in the position that he's in, decides to be like, yeah, I actually want to get better in every single
We have no excuses. We literally have no excuses. But I want to quickly take a look at this tweet that Team Vitality tweeted out. What do we make of this?
Well, at least the colors fit.
I think honestly,
trying to translate for me.
Oh, the guild, the guild stuff back in the day. I'm with you. I mean, if you want to dish it out, I feel like, and if they do win today, Lothar, I think they win the social media war as well.
Well,
what would you pick against Fnatic?
Back with anything?
Yeah, I think they fire back with their lock-in Masters trophy.
Oh yeah, well that's an easy one, right?
Low-hanging fruit.
It has a lot of
very low-hanging fruit. We are going to bring the boys out in just a minute, but I want to talk about map pool real quick because we've been having this talk of like, we don't know what teams map pools are going to be like, they're new teams, but we do know what Fnatic map pool is. No Haven, no Fracture this year, so where would you like to see them go?
Pearl, I'm joking. I would like to see them in maps like you were mentioning. If they have been hyping up all this Euro, I want to see them trying out the Sunset, the Lotus of the map pool. I think that is where the juice is.
Icebox enjoys.
I mean, I feel like it's like not even a question to be asked, right? When you think about Fnatic, you think about all of those fantastic maps that they had.
We're going down in an earlier round.
Maps that kinda identify with Fnatic, at least for me, and I feel like
Sugar, we're going down swinging
at all, and that's something that we have seen in the past.
Rich Band in Turkey, Zest moved back to Overwatch.
I feel like Fnatic
what?
Also adjust very well to how you play mid with the window now in kitchen.
I think that no team wants to face Fnatic whatsoever. I think that
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's they are beatable. They are the team to beat. The team to beat. Oh, you talk about the team Liquid.
I mean, you see what happened to Champions, right? Everybody thought they were going to do the 3P. It would have been an upset if they didn't. And the fashion in which they lost to Loud was concerning.
But I think that also has to do with factors outside of the game. We have to consider how the season, not the season, but how the year looked different from any other team to Fnatic. Like,
is that a guitar in the living room? I mean, this is all my bedroom. It's just a mirror behind me. But yes, there is a guitar.
Do this amount of hours into this, then go to every single international event. It's normal, and it's something that they need to address for this year, that the burnout is going to be there.
Yeah, I mean,
what do we think of Fnatic's New Jersey? Let's see.
Because if you think about how Fnatic always plays in new metagames, you expect them to innovate something. If you guys remember how Fracture was being brought to the map pool, we have seen the Astra, Raze, Breach combos that were being done by Fnatic, and that was completely
it's a bit basic.
Showcasing something new being done in the game, right? And right now, we're
again, they look a bit like a pit crew.
New map with Sunset being in the pool, but also Lotus is completely reworked when it comes to the defensive side, and we also have Icebox changes. So preferably, if you're a team facing Fnatic, you don't want them to give the possibility.
Oh yeah, better than the old one for sure. Elevated.
Something completely new. So those are the maps that I would like to avoid being played against
the old one was
Fnatic, but that
fucking
is
awful.
3 out of
like
7.
truly
so
fucking awful.
I'm actually more excited to see maps like Bind, like the maps that haven't had the Ascents, maps that haven't had changes, but you know, with the agent changes, maybe we see some adaptations either throughout the map, like when you are playing against them, but also if Fnatic, you know, is going to be, you were mentioning 6 maps, 6 comps, maybe something different, maybe something funky, something that.
Give me a number.
Jersey tier list
how many
opinions.
agent changes they make? Quick.
Oh.
They made 0 last year, so give me a number.
I think it would be 4.
7-4. Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Gentlemate's wrong. Wardrobe staple. Levs is quite good.
There is just one
I can't even tell who that is. The pink Gentlemate's also wrong.
Arena. It's time to bring them out. Here is Fnatic taking on Team Vitality.
Oh, is that the new 100 Thieves one? That's mid. Why the fuck is this up there? Paper X's is fine. Louds is mid. Here they are walking. It's a terrible list already.
Well, as I said, we have seen every
The hardest jersey is, what was the one elevated you wanted with the panda on it?
They've been cooking.
That's by far the best one.
They've been trying to do something new.
God, it looks awful.
Fnatic are the last team in EMEA we haven't seen yet, and they
For some reason, Fnatic copied the football teams a couple of years ago, where they used to write their name on the front of the shirt.
Very, very interesting. Of course,
You know, they have a badge, and then they also write their name, just so you really know who they are.
Reminder: a win here sends you to playoffs, which means you are one step closer to Madrid. For
God,
Fnatic,
it's like a ladder.
maybe expected, but for Vitality, it will be a huge boost.
Look, for Fnatic, it's gonna be back-to-back wins and go to Madrid. That's essentially what you expect them to have in the books, right? But for Vitality, if you ask people in the audience, I don't think many people will say that Fnatic are gonna lose this match. So this is gonna be a very, very hard battle for Vitality. But at the same time, I would rather be an underdog in this particular matchup than...
Also, a shout out to Elmer Putty.
Yeah,
First time we've seen him in the Riot Games.
Everyone always
arena.
says they want to be
I
an
think the
underdog,
first time
but
Salah has ever had to look up
I
maybe
disagree.
his bump
I'd
for
rather
Fnatic,
be the
so,
favorite.
a new experience.
That probably means that I'm
A new
better.
experience. You didn't see me?
We missed you.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
Oh no, that was Mitch. My bad. Sorry. It's a long day. But let's talk about Vitality, because again, a newer team. They got their win already against Gentlemates,
Yes.
and Fnatic, they are beatable. It's not out of the question. But Kakuka, how do Vitality take this?
But here's the thing, Sue. You say that they're beatable. They were already a very hard team to beat last year. You cannot even imagine how this year it's going to be. Even on scrims, this has been the team to beat. Everybody wants to, score a win against it, but doing it on stage is a different feel, and of course a different outcome because of what you're saying about just getting that spot on playoffs. Now, Vitality, the other day, everything that they have prepped worked.
The bold buff.
I don't think they're going to be so sure about Fnatic, but let's see what the
See what they ban.
Yeah, let's
They
have a
banned
look. Fnatic, they're just
Sunset.
gonna ban all the
Interesting.
Sunset. They don't want to go there. Yeah.
And that's the perma ban for 2024. Everybody taking notes. Coming
But we get Lotus
That is
first.
what they like to do. They pick Lotus. I mean, they have tape on Vitality. They know what Vitality
Could get
is
this right, though.
against Gentlemates. So it could be a reason as to why at
fuck.
least they're leaning towards it.
I feel like just full expectation for
Fuck
Lotus will
you,
be
Fnatic.
just feels incredibly confident.
I was
with the
so
stuff that
nearly
they are
right.
Most likely cooking here.
I was
First
so
time,
nearly
I'm very
cooking.
excited to see the Lotus being first, but then incredibly bored with the Vitality take of Ascent, the most basic map. But I guess it might be their
But then
best
again,
choice.
excited
Have
for
they
the
just
Vine.
picked Breeze here? So they want to play Breeze.
Vitality decided to start on the defense.
Have they just banned Breeze here?
We talk about preparation
And they
all that
banned Split?
micro stuff that
We're
we know
fine.
Fnatic is great at.
Right,
When
obviously
you look at
this,
the
I assume
potential
Fnatic
Euro
will
or
stick with
whatever
the same
it's gonna
comp,
be,
but
it's
let's
going
see.
to be maybe even hard for Vitality to counter all that.
Honestly,
defense when
if
it's
they
always
pick the
going to be
same
Fnatic
comp,
taking up
this
the
is a
upper.
this is almost a walking map.
17
But I
times
can't be
Fnatic
bothered.
has played Lotus. They have never changed their comp. Not one time, not one change.
I got
but
4
Lotus,
right,
surely
kid.
with the map changes, though, they have to adapt.
Well, the map changes are favoring the defense more than attack, so it's a little bit more balanced map. Still, it's attacking. It's easier on the attack than on the defense. But I fully expect the same kind of protocols we have seen in the
Here we
past
go.
with Fnatic, so the Odin being used as a suppressing fire on the A long. But then, if we will see the Yoru being picked for Fnatic, then I'm
Chronicle
also
on
gonna have
Viper,
a reach
Durka's
and
on
a
Raze. Yeah,
That
they're just
will
playing the old shit.
completely, just completely ruin defense. And if Vitality is picking defense first, they have to make a plan for it, right? So what? Double Sentinel here is being the plan for Vitality?
I don't think so. We can see Fnatic now, of course, doing the stretches.
I missed it. Yeah, here we go.
You know, setting the tone for every player out
All in
there.
on
Maybe
Vitality?
we have some teams.
So,
you know, that
if
have
Fnatic
joined
really
that
have
system.
changed absolutely
But that
nothing
stretching
about their...
session before the game,
If they've changed nothing, then this should be actually not that hard for Vitality. They can look at how Loud played at Champs as a good way of trying to beat them.
The effect that Elma Putty has had on Fnatic. We understand that Mini, of course, is still on the team, but I feel think that the responsibilities have to be different, and this has to be, in a very specific way, a different Fnatic, but not a very different Fnatic.
I mean, like you guys said, Vitality, they're the underdogs here. They have nothing to lose. Nobody is going home. If they lose today, they will just have
I brought Fnatic capsule
in the lower bracket. But what are the win conditions as we take a look at the agent select? Because Fnatic have made, they made one change. They made a change. It counts. So
Lothar's crying, Sue, please.
Yeah, well, you said 7, you said 4. We're 1 on the board already. So Omen and Astral, what do we think?
Omen, I feel like Omen just gives you a little bit more punch in the attacking phase because of the paranoia.
No, Astra, I mean, maybe they're going to do slightly less B splits.
With the pocket on the left side of the entrance when you're attacking, you're going to be able to clear that very particular.
Can't wait for Vitality to throw. No, they won't throw. So, how do you play against Fnatic? What should Vitality do? They're starting on defense. Fnatic's attack is very, 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 very samey a lot of the time. I feel like it's actually all you have to do is be disciplined on A.
Well, true Fnatic fashion, they just
right, because Fnatic, they like to take C, they take B, but a minute left in the round, maybe just a bit less. They come, take A, and then they normally either do a B split. If they can't take A, they'll just run to C. And if they take A, sometimes they'll go to A. That's generally how they play.
Walking out against that, because this room, I don't know if you heard it at home, but it erupted for one team. It's a little quiet on the other.
I think they're going to have to reimburse.
So what Loud did was they just kept 2 players here all the time. Right, they never ever
cheering, and well, this is their hometown.
Showed anything else. Are they trying to fake? So yeah, Kicks flashes out here. That makes you think that the Raze is here too. And they silent walk up A. Nice idea by Vitality straight away.
Is spotted.
Now obviously, they needed that kill, to be honest. This needed to be a kill.
Kicks alone within that C site, and the B site for now, well, the only thing in their way is a little bit of utility, which looks like plant denial.
Chronicles evaded those players as well that were pushing down through middle and attempting to root him out after doing the damage early for Fnatic. They've got the space, and it looks like a plan coming through. A wall to cover their back, and most importantly, the door.
So
if any of Vitality
do a
were
wall
to
for
decide
back
to come
here,
that
but
way,
obviously we can see
that it's all on site. That's where the presence is. A little
coming
shift
on
up
site
in where the
instead.
orb is going. Viper orb instead on site, but it hasn't landed in a great spot. It's not actually covering the spike itself. Oh, nice shots from Durgan. Nade up top as well. The bounce is good. It's going to force the player out into the open, but around comes
Nice,
Kicks,
not planted for him.
Saved the day. Alpha
Should be over.
left in a 1v3, Ghost in hand, and almost no chance to deny that.
Nice round. Vitality, good start.
Solid start for Vitality. That's the thing with this team. Obviously, they're an exciting one for coming into this year for VCT EMEA. Like, they're high expectations.
Zest is not moving to Overwatch. A different Zest is on an Overwatch roster, and people got confused.
One of the best
Classic.
in terms of duelists last year, probably second only to the man
Was
on the
Zest
other
an Overwatch
side.
player?
So now this is like their litmus test. This is how good are they? It's early days in their roster's lifetime. You expect it to go for quite a while. But you are coming up against the best team in the world last year.
I mean, Zest will get on a team. Like, maybe... Honestly, I think Zest will get on a team this year, to be honest. His only problem is that the Korean teams have done quite well. That might be a bit of a problem for him, but...
It's easier to get to the top than it is to stay there.
Well, that's always going to be the thing. Look, everybody has
it's
in
over
their
for
mind a
Fnatic.
different target when they come into events. You might have a regional.
That was a nice
rivalry.
round, just
There might be
well
a team
thought out,
that
well
has
planned
an
by
ex-teammate
Vitality in
of
general.
yours that you want to take down. We have plenty of those storylines here, but everybody wants to take down Fnatic. The accolade you get alongside that, you get added to a very short list of teams.
Safe and Leo make up that. two of the most exciting players in terms of a rivalry, but I don't even feel like there is much of a rivalry. Maybe between Safe and Fnatic. He's mentioned that once or twice.
Yeah.
He wanted to go there with Leo. They made other choices. For now, at least. We're going to have Fnatic.
Again, the classic slow Fnatic, the slow burn of Fnatic.
I think that was something that Boaster mastered very quickly and thus became an incredibly strong map for them. With the changes, we now kind of look at
They could literally just
whether or not that
playing a game of cat and
defensive
mouse.
side is going to be better for a lot of teams, and Vitality have definitely proven they can hold it in that regard.
Looks like they're gonna go for a C hit and just leave Durka here.
On that C site,
Then
Safe
open the
does
door.
have his paranoia, so he'll at least be able to buy a bit of time, but he is almost completely alone.
Well, yeah, very much isolated. This is a man that can deliver, and there's a TP up top,
see him
but he
up
hasn't
top.
seen it. Boaster's outplayed safe with a shrouded step as well. Beautiful
Nice
to see.
nade, though.
Nade's going to deny plant for a second. 10 seconds left. Hey, you're
Thing is, they're
counting
still
down the
looking for
seconds, but
Durka.
Runner won't really have a chance to double down on it and deny any further. That plant does come through. Damage is good. And with Chronicle, Durka, and Boaster so low,
Oh, they still have the
really is
turret up.
Leo with the rifle to do the heavy lifting. In terms of utility, I mean, they have got a Snade to work with. The C's on Leo, the nade on Durka. About the best that you can hope for. It has landed. Nade's a little short.
Yeah. So much still that would need to go wrong for Vitality. The weaponry so far in their favor. Boaster has found another one in Durka. He might just have the timing. The shot not connected though. It's left all onto the IGL. Already half defused, and Destrian is not letting go of this one. Vitality.
Okay, got a little dicey in there for Vitality, but they do win. Let's see what they do.
It did. Look, it did get close. What it also got was costly for the side of Vitality. So many players lost to get back in there. And already we're seeing some of these plays that previously have been built on with like a paranoia going through and the TP up top from an Omen. Boaster did it dry, and it worked out. Just distraction play.
So let's keep an eye on this as well.
On the rest of the players making their way through.
Look at this.
That'll work once for you. It'll get you the damage. Now they'll look to capitalize on the back of it. Really punish.
What is this,
Vitality,
Fnatic?
You can see what they're buying. They're not going to have a lot to work with.
I think we're going to see a little bit of a mid-push into B. Just get that early information. It's been heavy C presence so far from Fnatic, so they're going hunting. Just going to break the turret. I don't think they'll get much more from it. And bear in mind, weaponry-wise, not a whole lot available for
full shield's
Vitality.
over
so
util.
They have to basically rely on trap.
Well, I didn't see
they
them
can
miss
get
util,
someone
maybe
caught, win an individual fight.
Did they put down and all?
For now, at least, though, it is just this slow presence being taken. The defenders look like they're going to try and pincer onto C.
There.
So they actually just give up, eh?
Now, that's certainly being denied from the side of Fnatic. All the utility that came back at them, they give up the space, they pump the brakes, they wait, and they let Vitality get a little ahead of themselves. Hopefully,
Save after win. The bonus round is different, I would say. This doesn't fit into the calculation because the thing is with a bonus round is you just don't have full eco, and these guys aren't gonna. The guys who won aren't gonna have actual rifles.
And actually, it is.
So like you actually just can't buy here. This is the one where it's different. The bonus round is different because the eco at the start of the game.
No, and he has been
Yeah,
somewhat
but you just have less eco developed overall.
lurk in the past. But now the time starts to become a real issue. Rotation from kicks can get him back into the site.
No
Paranoia
smoke.
is
well,
still
I mean, I
available
guess you
for
got the
safe as
wall,
well.
but-
Again, able to try and buy time. They're
This is
not
the
in a
two
bad
guns as
position
well.
here at all, but the utility is going to make things that little bit more awkward. Denying the plant is not going to be easy,
Wow,
but
safe.
still going strong.
Oh,
A
kicks
second
fell.
for him already. Fnatic are going to be getting that plant in, but now he can wait for the cavalry to arrive. There is a very real chance for Vitality in this round.
Wow, there definitely is now.
Onto Alpha, straight through the smoke. A big kill. They could double down even further. It's only Chronicle left. Just one man standing between them. He's already picked up the first, and he's on his way for the diffuser, but it's guarded by Destrian, who's got changing weapons, and the low HP makes it easy. Fnatic are on the board with a red.
That could have been big for Vitality. That could have been huge.
It's such a well-played round from Vitality. Like, it has to be said. Safe, plays it to perfection. Constant repositions. Initial fight, falls back, has smokes to delay, wins another individual fight on the site. Spam through the smoke.
That's one of those rounds you always feel like against Fnatic though, like you need that. You can't afford to lose this round if you want to be Fnatic, right? Like a 2v1, you gotta win.
Individual brilliance that can come out of nowhere. And well, all it took.
But still, a
was
bit
3
worrying for
rounds
them
one of
overall.
to show what they've got.
Vitality are doing light shields.
I mean, he was fantastic on Lotus last time around, but
Boster's got a sheriff only.
that was a while
Welcome
ago.
to full
Where's his
shields,
Odin?
lad.
It will be coming out, I feel, eventually.
Spectre,
With the way Vitality
Bulldog,
been
light
taking
shield
his
by,
space, they're
Bulldog.
actually very confident in this round just to leave the one player safe, alone on A. He's holding that control much deeper, and you've got the stack, the rotations towards the left side of that mini-map, towards C.
So when they get the Razel, probably more likely to just go in.
And C players, they know what's going on. Now they got to
But
stop.
now Sender's the one jumping up there.
Durka had the showstopper there, but decides not to use it, just tries to almost seemingly make some sort of sneaky play through. Now bear in mind, because of how well Vitality did in the last round, even without the victory, they managed to put Boaster down to a pistol. So one of the guns is now gone within the C site and Durka lost the showstopper in the process. That looks like a bit of a mistake from
I mean,
Fnatic's
so
part.
safe being on Omen, I
40
think is
seconds
actually
left.
quite
Well,
good, to be honest, for Vitality.
Jake up to his old tricks again, TPing through. It's a surprise, but it's Laven.
Imagine if he had anything else.
Cinder will be alive on 2 HP. He just walked into the back. Oh no. That gives him a
But
chance,
still.
but the fact is the cavalry has already arrived.
Oh,
Leo
Leo's
will
a
be able to
problem, though.
find one, putting things back into a competitive
Oh,
position
Leo.
again. The Fnatic players, when they're
Oh,
down
Leo.
and out, or seemingly so, they come
They
alive.
can't
Already
rotate. They
spawning
have
a
to
player
come
on
here.
the top of the site.
Have to fight it.
Still somehow a chance in this scenario,
And
but
Safe isn't having it.
strong once again.
Okay, Fnatic are getting outplayed here, to be honest. The literal only reason they won a round, the literal only reason they've been in any round, the only kills they've got have literally been off of their individual play.
When you look at how this one went down, you know, thank God he was there on time. They can isolate one more fight, fade ultimate online.
They are getting outplayed.
And then it really would be a nightmare. Nice! Luckily, Safe is
Zero
solid
team
boy.
region? I don't know what
He's
you're talking
able to
about.
get that round,
This means that
extend it
Vitality
to
are
a
better than
3-1
Fnatic.
lead, and
The
leave
best team in the
Fnatic
world.
Without a lot to fall back on economically.
So that
Those
means that-
credits are low, so the weapons are
What
weak.
is Durka about to, why has he got a Bucky?
With ult online.
Bucky FC returns, finally.
It could be. Long have we waited. And here we go. A chance.
That's B hit. Again,
Some
no
plays
ult.
of ult to shine bright
Now we
again.
know that Boaster doesn't
In goes
like
the boom,
using
about to
ults on
find him.
ecos.
He's not going to chase. He is. He's gone in. He's cleared the corners. He's got himself some control. Boaster's
Boaster
fighting
down.
his own battles. His own demons miles away. What? They forced Alpha out of position. Just somehow he wins that fight. And look at the value from the bookie. This close
Oh, they
angle
do
could
use
be
an ult. I mean, if you're
absolutely
using a
massive
fade
if
ult.
they go towards it.
And Nightfall hasn't really connected onto anything. Some weird battles being taken. Fnatic taking 1v1s with much weaker.
Alpha's
How
doing
has he
another
got
with a
his second
frenzy.
kill with a frenzy?
This
And
Bucky.
Alpha's just styling on them. The trade coming out as well with the Stinger.
You're gonna
This
save
is not
a
round
Guardian?
that Fnatic should even be competitive in.
I mean, these
Well,
three
it
don't have
looks
money.
won. It looks
They
like the
beat you on an
Vitality players
eco
are
by
falling
just
back,
fast
forced
going
to
B.
save. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
we never would've seen
Vitality,
this
that's ugly.
style of
How does a
play. If it
frenzy
wasn't for
get
that
both of
Bucky on
these
Durka
kills?
being able to seize close control.
How has he got two kills with a frenzy on his own? He's literally just playing on his own. They even knew that he was there.
Oh no. And then Alfia will kill two people with a frenzy, one of them at range.
I think that was the play. Right after he's been cleared out of the
What was
corner.
his second kill?
by an
He's got
It's
no
a bit
shields.
more
He's literally just
reasonable.
frenzy,
I don't
no
think Kings will
shields.
see it that way, but
I think he was stood on the same spot of ground for both of those kills. So he was his own killjoy turret. Fair play. And it's good to see Alpha getting off to a fiery start like
So
that.
they
even
have
with
the two
frenzy in hand.
guns.
You felt
They
pretty
don't decide
confident
to-
seeing a 3-1 lead with low economy for Fnatic.
You buy this,
3-2.
surely.
Fnatic right back
Am
in the
I
game.
trolling
They've got
here? Do you
ultis to
not
play
buy
around.
this?
That showstopper that Durk has had for 2
still
rounds.
still didn't use
Am I
it.
trolling?
It's on its
Why
way.
not just buy...
Maybe
I
that'll
mean,
be the flex.
Did Safe
Doesn't
buy
use
full
it at
shield?
All game.
Did he
They
take
have
damage?
been
Maybe.
farming orbs for it, so I would be a little bit frustrated. Now, one of the players they've struggled with so far has been Safe. He has caused Fnatic real issues with his repositioning, but also just individual skill, winning some of those 2v1 scenarios. The fact is, it's a good thing for Vitality that he's one of the players with a weapon.
But this time they just call the
Vital's
full A
pit
hit. It has been a bit more varied from
Defender,
Fnatic, to be
but
fair. You know, we haven't just
again,
seen the same round from them
the
over
way
again and
Fnatic
over
play
again.
this attack
But
is
this is
always
a good
patient.
turret by Destrian.
Maybe seeing if
Yeah, he's
anybody's
got
going to be
deep
going
info
for some
towards C,
spams,
so
and
they can basically
seems
just
like
stack
it's
here.
possible. Instead, though, they're going doubling back towards Sender, who does have one of the rifles.
It's the paranoia for Safe. This could be huge. There's the initiation. They're on their way through. Paranoia, but no peek. I thought that's where Sender was going to go swinging in to take the fight, but instead
he
it's
got
used to
caught
delay.
too.
Yeah. Now he's pushed back. Is he going to use the ult? With a Guardian?
It's worth it.
Let's
It's not
go
the
one.
best. These players are trapped, stuck in a hovel, and trying to fight their way out. Leo's at least done well. They've managed to punch through towards the A site, but they know Safe is still there. They know there's players on site, and they've only got 30 seconds to make a decision. There's that decision made. Finally, Viper's Pit comes into play from Chronicle, but remember, Sender has his own.
Valorant.
He could try to
Floritis, 20
make it a
months.
very awkward fight for both teams.
#1 supporter. TMV, when do I get a signature from you?
There's actually access
I don't
back
know.
into the
I
site
guess
for the remaining defenders. A lot of this
whenever.
will be onto Alpha. If they clear him, it could get awkward, but never mind. Leo goes facing outside. Chronicle taking a little bit of damage, but that's his own teammate's molly. If anything, it just gives away a position he's not even going to be in. And now,
So he's
with
gonna
just one
save
man
again?
standing Safe again, he just has to back off. There wasn't really an avenue back into the site. Fnatic, they are going to be able to convert this round, and Unfortunately for Vitality, again, it's closer than maybe it should have been.
Not even trolling the pit. Crazy, isn't it?
But it is still going to be
crazy that
great.
having a Viper spit on the spike. Who knew?
Alpha to live.
Okay, Alpha doesn't live, which...
And as we can see from the kill feed, he did not. A rifle lost. Another reinvestment for Fnatic. I think that's sort of housekeeping for the side of Vitality. Being able to flick between and then keep that economy nice and low. Grab a couple of kills. Even in the rounds you're losing, you're making it costly for Fnatic. That's how they want it to go. They can see by
Again, there was danger in that round, but
it's not going to be felt in this round,
Fnatic
but it
managed
will
that one,
if
I think,
Fnatic
pretty
loses.
well.
He'll give a streak to Vitality.
That was a big kill by Leo across there. Got that thing.
A constant fight.
I'll find you.
For this A side. Something that Vitality were
An
constantly
interesting
pressuring
fade, bro.
in their defensive side last time out.
Careful.
Sender did a fantastic job on their
Should've
attack.
gone 5?
Well,
How the hell
holding
did he
onto
get
this
that
position
low?
and making aggressive pushes awkward.
Oh, was he just sit? No, he's getting healed. What
Also
happened
played a
over here? I
lot
didn't see it.
towards
Alpha must have dinked him or
this A
something.
side, right? He was just firing mollies and mowing people down with an Odin as they tried to run through it. Seems like they've switched things up a little bit for their defense of last time. Paranoia going to be going in onto safe, looking to put the pressure in. There
And,
goes that showstopper.
Wow,
He's made it
nice
to the
from
side, but it doesn't
Fnatic. That's
matter.
a
Moses
nice
has already
play.
got the kill.
Oh.
Yeah, again, we've seen this ult many times even today used just for that space taking, and that's exactly what it's doing. Crowd controlling this squad back and putting them on the back foot in any fight that they do take as the rest of the teammates spill in, guns ablazing. Sender still has that Viper ulti online, but the pit is hard to bring into play. In this sort of scenario, oh, Sender, good idea of where these players are. Flash through as we emerge from a different wall. It's the A site. That's quickly denied. No control for Vitality around there, and Sender's going to take his pit home. At least he's going to try to. Those steps are already heard. Dirk is close. He's got a buddy with him. Sender might be able to cut through both. If he does, he can save this weapon. But unfortunately, it's Leo on the other side.
Okay, Fnatic just kind of flexing their muscle a bit here.
Is in their hand. A slow path to recovery. Vitality haven't made it easy, but the pendulum swinging the other way.
Yeah, I do still feel like that round with the Bucky, the Stinger, and the Frenzy might be something that kind of captures them in the back of their minds of like, that was a real opportunity for them to get clear in the early stages of this defensive side, and letting that one slip, giving Fnatic a little bit of an extra boost financially, and also just in terms of the scoreline, might come back to haunt them.
Now just Sheriff buys. I mean, they've got these ults.
Very long way to go in this map. Unfortunately for Vitality, that was sort of the last-ditch effort.
Probably should. You know what? Sender should have used that ult here.
So if this one gets a little bit close, it could be problematic. The Haunt, filthy spot, just catching out Runner.
It's a 145 surely from there.
A lot of early C pushes, it seems like Fnatic have decided, okay, back to business, back to A.
And they played very passive on A. And I think Fnatic have started to just read that they generally haven't been pushing up here. The reason that I thought, you know, oh, Safe's on Omen this map, that's going to be good for Vitality. The reason that I thought that was because, oh, they can get Safe up here, and Safe is good enough to actually win these fights. Right, like, you've got a player who is actually skilled enough to consistently, or at least sometimes, be able to beat Fnatic players in Angels here.
Not just yet. They're looking for a reaction, response. There's a flash. They know Sky is here. They're going to try to find a bit more information by the look.
If they're going for the full shield because of the occasional outlaw, then I think that they're stupid.
Right from the back, so they don't see any of these players.
And I honestly don't know, I can't think of any other reason, so I think that they are stupid. I mean, you've seen that many people flood into sight.
Up on the corner, gets them so much information. Nade doing work. The snake bite was sublime. And what was looking like a possibility. Leo just didn't get that kill, by the way.
Clean from Leo.
He didn't even get it.
Suppressing fire, you know, just make his aim a little shaky. That's make him worried.
Now, you know what? That's a great teammate because he was like, you know what, Dirk is at the bottom of the board. I'll act as a distraction so that he can get the kill.
Leo does not mess around when it comes to the support role.
Of course,
you know, he is willing to lead with his utility.
It might
He'll
not
put
give
his
him
body
an assist,
on the line,
but he's willing to do it.
But he know, but that's it. Stats don't lie. But here they do. That is an assist. Well done. Well done, Leo. Yes. Big smile on his face. Happy to help. 5-3. Yeah.
Okay, here
really
we go.
Nice recovery from
I mean,
Fnatic.
they've got
It's
4
been
ults. You need to
rounds
win
in a
this
row,
round.
and
You
this is the
have to
problem.
stop it now,
Once they get the ball
Vitality.
rolling,
Use these
finding
ults.
solutions,
This time they
very
do get
difficult
aggressive
thing.
on A.
Boaster solo playing this side of the map and keeping 3 players.
So he actually
usually
smokes
Vitality,
this off.
taking
Why
this
not
as
just
3,
use the ult?
and
Why
then
are you
just
using
rotated,
this?
leaving Safe alone. Instead,
Is
it's bought them
this
that extra 20-second window.
Just
Now
to
they're
cross
destroying
across
some
here? Can't
utility
you
on
omen
B,
TP
and for
this and put
Vitality,
the
this
ult
is
here?
just an uncomfortable start to the round.
Who might take
as they
question
get
then?
little bits of map control contested and taken away
So
from
this
them,
is what
but they're
I
filling
think
in to spill the gaps.
they have a chance
We saw
on.
something similar.
And let's see, this is a more default
where he would
Fnatic
get
round.
this control quite
Kind of
regularly
call
versus
number
Karma
1.
Corp.
Yep.
The
We have
difference is
B.
Fnatic have been much more willing
We have
to fight
C.
for this, so I feel like Safe will
We'll
be
see if we
much
like it
quicker
or
to
not.
call off. This time out, though,
Put the
it's
orb up.
perfect
Okay, so
because
this
they've
is
got
something
3
that they
players
kind of did.
dedicated in, and Fnatic
So
haven't
this is why they
actually
put the orb
fought
here.
for that controller tool. So
They want to.
can
I mean,
let
they
this
used to do this
stack
Astra
stick
smoke in
around.
here all the time. They're doing a
But Safe
similar
having
sort
lots
of
it
thing
as
with
well,
the
you know, he
Viper
doesn't
orb.
really need to fall back from Rubble. He can keep this aggressive control and use that as a get out of jail free, or
Now, Safe
use
just
it to
made a
rotate
mistake,
when the
I
push
think,
eventually does come
which
through.
was
So
leaving.
no need for Vitality to shift from this 3-man
I
setup
think
on
he,
C.
especially when he has
They've
ult, I
made
think
the
he
right
needs to try and
call.
stay here
There's
as long as
so
he
much
can.
presence here from the side of Fnatic. 30 seconds
don't
left.
like
They're
it.
gonna
I
go
mean, 30
somewhere.
seconds.
That door needs to open now, and it looks like that window is closing, and they've taken it just in time, straight through the door.
TP in here from
straight
Boaster.
through B, and a TP used up by Boaster as well to get control
What a
over towards
shot.
A. Nice shot onto Durka. He's dropped, but Spike making its way in now as a lockdown comes into play. The time's going to be a little tight, but they're getting it and getting out. How do they defend it from far away? I didn't see any nanos thrown down on it.
Smoke?
This Spike could be cut in half.
Safe has no smokes. The wall goes down. Oh, it's bad
The
fight
rest
though.
of the team slowly making their way in.
You want to get
I
half
think
there at
Alpha's
least
just
with the
denied it.
lockdown.
Sender's gone down. There wasn't any cover.
Not even
from
half.
one of the main angles.
You wanted
That
to get at
seems like
least
a
half
bit
there.
of a misstep. The fact
And they
is, though,
smoke
they
up the
still have a
spike,
smoke,
but-
but now every single member of Fnatic has a keen eye on that spike. Destrian still
Yeah,
unable
this
to
was
help
not
out
good by
with the
Vitality.
defense of the player
The wall
defusing
timing
the
was
wall.
awful.
From that point onwards, there was nothing they can
Sender,
do.
this was
It
bad.
looking shaky for Fnatic, but
Safe using his
I'll be honest,
smokes.
they made that look kind of easy.
Not great.
They did. They did. And you know, it's curious because the way that started out, I felt like it could have flipped either way. The fact that there's no smoke on the defuse first time around, big error from them.
How does Durka hit that?
Look at that. I mean, that's insane. I don't know. Maybe the smoke was refreshing. I'm going to give Safe the benefit of the doubt. Add to that the fact that maybe he has
Bring
to be taking
tens
that
to
fight
Vitality.
closer to cover the angle, so there's just no time.
Why didn't
but
Sender ult?
that is an
That's a good
oversight
point
that
as
here
well.
cost
I don't
a
know.
lot.
I'm also kind of surprised that if one player
Sender probably should have
looked
ulted
like
C if he
Destrian
could.
wasn't holding the one angle.
Better get a
three
vid on
players were looking
Fnatic.
at
Kind of
Boaster.
depends. Like if
So
Lev
it's-
Loud
yeah,
is
Boaster
cooking, or if
the
NRG
immediate
do
threat,
something
but then you
stupid.
have
Like if
the guy
NRG
caught back in
lose,
and
let's
go,
say NRG looks
well, that
shit.
guy can just
Then I might do a video on
swings
that.
the corner, which
And
is
they
exactly
must-
Because this
what
is
they're
not,
gonna do.
Having
yeah,
been
this
pushed
isn't
so far
that,
back
like,
by
I
the
can't do a
KJ
video
ult,
about
you'd
Fnatic
imagine
Lotus.
they were running,
God, I'll
so
fucking,
not
I'll
only is that
die
player
midway
peeking
through
the
because
angle, they're
boredom.
making a lot of steps on the way over, telling you, hey, I don't want you defusing that, and, well, it didn't look like they got much of a choice.
Yeah, no surprise. Salah always on top of everything. He's going to be picking apart what has just happened, trying to get his team back in this one, because 5 rounds in a row is not a pretty sight. And as said, Vitality started this one well. It basically just spiraled out of control after they
Now,
lost
they
that
still have
round
the
to
light
Frenzy
shields.
in a bucket.
Alpha's
Like,
got his up
that's
again.
what's happened. Since then, they haven't managed to win a round. Now, I'm looking at Alpha buying up an
Loud will
operation.
bring some
Obviously, there's still
ridiculous
time
comp
left on the
trust.
clock, but
Probably
this
so,
could
yeah.
just be a counter just going, okay, they've been pushing
Yeah,
aggressively up
Chronicles
on A.
Chronicles cut
I'm
ain't
gonna pick him out
ain't,
the sky.
ain't the
But he's
best for
actually
him,
over
to be
towards
honest.
the seaside. So maybe just after a pause, kind of expecting some sort of aggression somewhere. So you guys go that way. I've got this side of the map.
Yeah, you know, we've seen
he
again.
does.
Oh,
He
there it
does.
is.
Destrian's dead
So
immediately.
Destrian's trying to get this turret down.
He jiggle jump peeked that, and he just caught him out of the sky.
Pure chaos on this choke point as well towards A. It's going towards Vitality to start with, but these players are caught out, pushed up, and now the numbers advantage in the duel, 3 versus 1, as Runner goes down, leaving Sender alone in the 3 versus 1 of the round. At least he's got a Viper pit to play with. You know, I feel like I've said that for a couple rounds now. And again, the issue is going to be getting into position.
See, and this is the thing. He could have used that pit on the
He has
round
his
where they
wall
were
down,
all
but
kind of stuck
not in the
here,
best of
and he
positions.
didn't.
As
He
you
would
can
have had
see,
another
Alpha
one
was
by now.
already well wall in front of it.
This is the thing.
Was like
Use your ult.
It was like Alpha went, let me just shoot a shot while I'm just running away. Like, it's disgusting how quick he is. And that's the thing. I genuinely think that from what I can see on the map,
You didn't do the Paper X video because of
classic,
comments on the
subreddit. He
subreddit.
can go back out.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You get shot. You
Yeah.
lose the round.
Eskimo, thanks for the tier 1. Oh, gifted to Lieutenant
Was it that
Strategy.
quick? I don't know if it was, but it seemed.
Okay. You know, I thought Alpha was already ahead of the wall, but no, he just walked straight through it.
So
That nade is good, but not good
this
enough.
Fate Horn is kind of
health left
genius.
on Boaster, and Runner is out of the round.
So you can't get aggressive, like you can't destroy it. You can't be up here. I mean, this.
Sure, sure.
They're cooking with this.
Exactly where he shrouded step two.
I thought maybe he'd probably
That's
move a
cooking.
little bit from the nade.
So it doesn't see people back here, but if you get ahead of it,
reasonable.
you just can't be aggressive.
Just as reasonable as getting owned by Alpha. Surprisingly, they didn't jump peak.
Alpha's just opping from back here. Safe is trying his best, but I think the rest of his team just isn't quite there.
And it is Sender trying to clutch this one out. Currently vulnerable. They know exactly where he is, and the spike's already made it to the site. But Leo, I think he's just going for the kill at this point. It just knows, you know, I don't even need to risk this. Let's just wait for the cover of my team. This time he gets him though.
Winnable?
That's the kill that gives him maybe a chance. They've used Nightfall just on him. It doesn't connect.
Oh, he's looking the wrong way. That double swing is about to come through. Before it even can, Leo catches the angle. 8 rounds for the side of Fnatic. The attacking side. It is their map pick, granted. And clearly they've come in with an idea. I know I heard our desk talking about it a little bit, the fact that the opening matchup, we saw Vitality play Lotus, and you wonder how much have they investigated that. Again, it's the same play. He jumped peak C, got caught on the elbow. Then he goes, I'll check B this round so he doesn't get me, and he's there.
I will say, like, in the nerd in me, every time I see that little zoom thing comes up,
cool.
it just makes me happy.
I'm so glad they showed it to us in rehearsals. If they didn't, I couldn't control my language.
You'd be doing like a little giddy laugh, wouldn't you?
It was so cool. Still is.
Okay, Safe gets very aggressive here up on C.
As you said, Fnatic have been looking good
They're
now.
leaving. This is kind of a cool idea, I guess, a bit risky. Especially when you know...
What?
Oh, he's actually not.
Yeah, he got that online, you know, 6 rounds ago.
2 days ago.
He hasn't used it yet, but now, maybe not the best idea
away.
either.
I just have such a good feel of like where
and he has a way of
the team is, but that's a nice shot.
That's the punish on Alpha.
That's a big start because he has been causing them real issues. The problem is, okay, the one good thing about having that Viper's Pit here is they can use it to waterfall their way back through. The problem with it is where Boaster is currently playing. He's so aggressive that you can't even really use the Viper's Pit to waterfall out. That's the plan, and you know what? Sender's done well. It'll give them that extra bit of space. It'll clear out that back corner as well because the Fnatic players can't afford to sit there. Safe wrapping round timing is absolutely everything. Showstopper, he could get multiple kills. Instead, Safe's come from behind. He saved the players of Vitality and maybe just the round. Boaster still sitting back.
Runner, chill a bit.
And now he's the only one left standing. Just going to try and go for the diffuser, but Vitality have done
they
well.
get to 4,
The
I mean...
retake works out just about, and they will have themselves their 4th round after a 7-round hiatus.
8-4 at the half. Look, considering how we started here, Tom, it's
they'll need this pistol probably
at a certain point. That point was quite a while ago.
Yeah, 4 rounds but got pistol. That 3rd round was crucial. It's a different half if they win round 3, right?
The thing is, when they've actually run into
probably win round 4.
Like,
it was also 3-1. They need that eco losing as well was tough.
He was basically the 2nd best duelist in EMEA last year, and it's because the best one won 2 trophies. Like,
I also discussed it a little bit about, you know, what does he want as a person, as a player, and that's it. He doesn't even want to be a duelist. From what I've heard, he's got his eyes, I won't give away too much, but on different roles. And not even the one he's playing right now. It's crazy.
He's also said in interviews that he thought he was meant to be a duelist, so I feel like he just plays everyone, if I'm being brutally honest.
That's safe. That's safe. Wait, look, there's a lot of value to be cleaved from having players like
Big
that.
stack on B.
We'll just say, what is it on this map? What do we need on this map? That's what I want to play.
Or more so just like playing with people. A bit like Angel. Just tells you whatever he thinks is funny at the time.
If I was to give advice to someone getting into the game, I'd say don't play like Angel. That would be the first thing I'd say, because you don't have his teammates. And, well, Boaster doesn't have many teammates now, because they've already lost Dirk and Chronicles. Pistol off to a flying start for Vitality. It's been a lifeline in the series, having the first one.
So Fnatic are trying to catch out.
See if they can do the same here on
so
the
they see this smoke. They're trying to catch these guys walking out for a B split.
He's on Boaster. He had nowhere to go.
They have the kind of right idea, but just the kind of timing was against them. It kind of looks like they're trolling, but I actually think that this is something that teams should do against Fnatic more, personally. When they do their B splits, right? Like, you see the smoke come in here, it's like, they're going to do a B split. So Fnatic try and react like this, but just... I think maybe they went a bit too far. Maybe they could have held this, right? Maybe they could hold first before they actually feel them coming this way.
The time is the main problem.
Canada man, let's go Heretics. You're a Heretics fan now?
Will do the job at this point. Even throwing a nade onto the spike. It's another instant headshot, but Safe will survive.
Why Safe not on Reyna? Run a weak memory running from Dementia Dualist. Is Vitality coach want to lose?
Potential second round conversion for the second time. And a chance to build into this attack half, which, as we've said, like, we've seen teams in
why even in a game where the buy rounds haven't worked, where Fnatic have found such a heavy streak of
I love that Safe is spelled wrong.
You're right back in
like,
the game.
I don't like to, you know,
possible.
mock people for speaking a second language.
Come in and lose this round.
Like, that's fine.
Damage was done,
but, like,
but now I'm not so worried. Very quick
you
kills
can
to
see
the
his
side of
name.
Vitality. They should be able to retrieve that spike, and unless Leo's Classic has a little bit of an upgrade to it, I think this one should be
definitely from VLR.
Dead and
somehow
buried.
I still believe he's going to do something.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
For a second there, Safe almost fell, but yeah.
Okay,
both
they
are
haven't
very
lost their
far
gun.
away. Hoping they would double back, but instead
That's a pasta.
they seem like they're firmly set on heading their way into the C site. An almost inevitable conclusion of this round being that Vitality will get
Fnatic saving strats? No, I don't think they're saving strats.
Going in with the bonus, that's the thing. If they can keep these 3 rifles
I think
up,
they did
still
actually
have
play
the
that half a
potential
bit
to buy up
different. There was a
couple
lot more A
They could be
hits.
coming in with a really solid bonus. So if anything, they just don't want to lose anybody else, which is exactly what they would do.
Nice controlled one for Vitality. Plenty more to come. And look, for this attacking side, now they get to set the pace up against Fnatic. This is going to be a really
buzz
interesting
out.
round with the bonuses, with the Bulldogs
Vitality
in play,
win.
the Guardian as well, the Light Shields. The only thing I want to see from Fnatic is an Outlaw.
Don't we need to draw
A
that
lot of
B?
Light Shields, man. A lot of Light Shields.
Yeah, but they can't tell that, right? Oh, okay. Have you been feeding them information? I think...
Got my WhatsApp open, mate.
Clearly, Mitch needs to be investigated, but... Okay.
Too
Sending over
late.
some spams.
He's doing the Chronicle.
My husband Ethan will win champs again this year. He is the best husband I could ever ask for.
He's not even Canadian.
Again, it's patient stuff coming out from Vitality. It's the same as what we've expected.
Vitality
Going
looking a
down,
bit like
maybe
Fnatic
hoping
here,
to
to be
try and
honest.
destroy some of that utility. They will do just that. Even still, though, falling back. In the meantime, though, Boaster has gone aggressively pushing up. It's exactly the same as what we saw from Safe in the first half.
A minute
Having
left.
that
This is fucking Fnatic.
TP to
Fnatic
get
are getting
yourself out of
fucking
there
deja vu.
will help out
I've seen
quite a
this
bit.
round before.
Still has another smoke available if he wants to use it, but this time I think he might just have to escape.
Cover going out.
Thing is, if you're playing against Fnatic, no disrespect, but
in actual fact, this rotation could benefit them. It's
They
definitely
pushed them
towards
off
the
A.
C side from what we're seeing. Viper wall in play for
come back
B and
to
A.
C.
It's not going to be helping out. I'm not sure where the toxins are at for Chronicle, but I didn't see the wall go up, so Orb should be in play for this. Snake bite down, that's going to catch a few on the way through. Good damage done. Alpha at least good for one, and the backup is now on the site. Spray down from Chronicle, but he's forced back into the smoke. His
Here we
teammate
go,
dropped. I don't know
Vitality.
if he can go for this
They need to
anymore.
close this out.
Probably has
They
to wait
need
for a
this.
teammate.
They plant
Spams
safe.
to try to deal the damage,
It's not
but
the end of the
it's not
world.
happening.
3v4. You must win this, Vitality. You lost it. You lost this scenario exactly before.
The only issue.
You must win this.
The smoke isn't online for Safe just yet to help them on cross, but they'll stack up, take these fights together, and look to push it across the line. It's Chronicle up close that has to win that opening
Nice for
fight
kicks.
now. There's too many players.
Wow,
Too many
kicks.
with kicks
Almost got an
picking
ace.
off.
Yeah, huge round from him. Really good take onto the site as well, being able to clear out Althea without too much difficulty, which is normally not an easy thing to do. And they've managed to convert that bonus round as well. That's the big thing about it. Getting themselves that
Losable?
boost in. The only thing I will
Timeout?
remind you of is they kind of managed to do that. Well, they won, I think it was round 4, and then they ended up losing to what was a weak purchase. Fnatic, they're going to take themselves their first pause and first time for Elmer Putty to actually get a chance to vocalize within the VCT. Obviously, the one sort of change that we've seen within Fnatic is bringing that coach in.
Yeah, absolutely. He talked about the roster changes and how they hadn't had any. Well, obviously, the behind the scenes has shifted somewhat. Not that Mini's not
Taku
involved
ban them.
anymore, but
Ban that message. Ban the pin
Doesn't have
message.
to fist bump upwards to Salah. Understandable. And doesn't have to deal with Sal's mind games. That's a big part of it.
And doesn't have to deal with being insulted by Sue, which is something that you have to clearly deal with on a regular basis.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that earlier, Sue.
It's funny, I didn't have my headphones on, but I saw his face and I was like, Sue just said something mean, didn't she?
Every day, Tom. I deal with this every day. It's okay.
It's okay. Everyone loves a short king.
Oh, Sender. You know, we saw the Guardian ball it up, right? The spam attempt that I was holding my breath the whole first half to see from Chronicle. He almost pioneered it, certainly at the top level. Pulling that Odin out attack side, denying the cross. Now, when you've got someone like
okay, so it's going to be a save for Fnatic.
It's not the best.
Again, maybe last year this wouldn't be a save, but they're now full shield Andes
things like that.
For some reason.
Omen's a little bit more annoying for that. But Sender, well, he don't give a damn. He's saying if your Omen steps out, I'll
Chronicle walked back into it,
can't
I
even
think.
spot the corner.
Oh no, did he just get
He's losing HP now, obviously it looks worse than it is initially due to that Viper wall.
Yeah.
But he still gets tagged up pretty decently. 86. He stood in that angle a second or two longer. He was gone.
Oh. It seems like they pinged on to Boaster.
Trying his best with this.
And actually the rest of Fnatic have started to make moves in this direction. This is the thing though, it's the same with Vitality's attack size. If you watch them on Sunset, they're very happy to hit the brakes. Very controlled, not over aggressive. And it seems like Sender has a real chokehold on this team in terms of
the Seekers?
Taking their time. Like he is making sure that they're meticulous.
Oh,
for
God's
every
sake.
single one of those angles. And they might just be about to reap the rewards. As of right now, the C site is completely
not the
empty.
Mike Taku
Just the
drama.
alarm bot of Alpha to stop them, and doesn't even look like they're going to take the orb. They just want to get into that site.
It's not like there's a lot to deny them there. It's certainly going to be an easy way in. And holding on to it.
They check this.
Pistols. Oh no! Oh no!
That's how
Leo's
you
in the
lose
corner.
around.
He's not getting out of that corner, granted, but the damage is already done. Now Paranoia through. Kick's trying to hold tight.
They need to plant.
Well, the Seekers go out, but 12 seconds. 12 seconds. That
Have
has
to
to be
plant.
planted here and now. Kicks can't even get to the side. He's trying to jump up. He's missed the jump. 6 seconds, and he's down. 5
They gotta
seconds
push.
more, and time is gone. They need to kill them. Fnatic are running for the hills, and they've won it. Playing against Fnatic is hard, but Vitality got beaten by the clock.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way you've just done that.
It seemed like they almost just forgot that they had to plant the spike.
And there's
They
a
were too
safe
busy.
place to plant the
they
spike
could just
now.
go back round.
They can't spam you. They can't do anything.
It's just an error. Got two tunnel visioned in on fighting the players. The same with the angle to begin with. Just 2 players going down just for not checking a corner. That's such a simple mistake. And while for Boaster, it's almost just going to be laughing his way to the bank. That is the second time the Vitality have had the chance to take the lead and build on a lead, and they've lost it to an eco.
And we point to so many players on Fnatic as being strong individuals. Boaster, 3 kills with a Sheriff in that round, buying so much time for his squad. Well played across the board. The rewards certainly reaped.
So they're looking, I think, just to get the Viper's Pit down.
Early on, using some ultis to try and deny this B site. You can see why. Once that Viper's Pit comes up, it's so difficult to deal with it.
Hey, Viper's Pit good.
See
Who
what
knew?
plans they have for getting back in there. It's so much utility used
Okay, what
already.
did Fnatic do against
Try
this
to
then?
deny the plant for as long as possible. A change of pace of Vitality. I said they've been slow thus far. Paranoia through. The spam's not bad, but safe has got his teammates back.
Nitro
Runner
safe, and they
also
double
dropping
push
Leo.
this.
Makes it look incredibly unlikely that there'll be a way back into this one for
If
Fnatic.
Fnatic isn't the dominant team in Emma this year, who
What?
He's just found 2 within. Still, the Viper's Pit. Still,
What?
Alpha's just going manic, taking over. Now Sender tries to do it all on his own, gets above the pit. He's thrown a snake bite down to delay them at least a little bit, but the time is not even remotely close to being enough. I
What?
don't know how Alpha manages to
What?
like this, but I feel silly for being surprised.
And that's why you can't lose those rounds where you're in a good spot. Because they'll win rounds like that. Like, what is that?
Into a Viper's Pit can be so difficult. And I was even going to say, you know what? In a
I
round
take
like
it back.
this,
A
they
Viper's
get on
Pit
site,
not
they
good
plant,
against
they
Alpha.
It is what it is.
What?
Okay, you can't even really blame them for that. It's like the first player, sure. The fact he quickly transfers to the second player and then gets a third.
Looky Micro. Fnatic will be the dominant team in the EMEA this year. Don't worry
This
about
whole
it.
roster is insane,
Don't worry
to be
about it.
fair, but Like Dirk is
Like
on the
even if they
bottom of the
struggled early
scoreboard,
because
and
things
they're
aren't
doing
going
just
well for whatever
fine.
reason,
Yeah.
the players are too
Most
good
teams, your duelist goes missing.
that they'll
We
just
saw the
do,
Liquid game. You know what happens.
like if their
It
comps aren't
gets
working or
damn
something,
tough
they'll just
to
change
even
comps
put
and
up
it'll work.
half the rounds. Oh, you're gone. Good night. Never mind.
Alpha Gigaka.
He got C.
Yes. Alpha Geiger chat.
Literally might have been the difference. He would
So
have
again,
gone
they
a
go
little
for a
bit
fast
further.
B exec. Now you don't have a Viper spit. You've got a late lurk here coming through A.
This time they've
Push
left
this. They've
Destrian in
actually
the
got
back
some
line.
space there.
Looking to try and hold them back, but also this time, Fnatic have themselves a lockdown. The remaining players can't really do too much
Durka
about
literally
it.
watching
Patiently
this.
waiting to see if there's
Action
aggression.
safe, though.
Durka now goes down to safe. They push
Now
all
this
the
guy
way
might
back
be able
through,
to.
and just trying to deny a little bit more. Sender has thrown in some utility, but him being detained won't change too much.
Alpha Gosta Pablo
Put that presence on
Escobasta.
side as Vitality retake control over the side. They've got that off angle to fight from. No diffuse
Okay,
possible.
nice.
Denied completely.
Hexay with the 100
Right
bits,
back
so
on
they
the board.
survived the
And it looked like
lockdown
they
as
were
well.
calm,
Then I
cool,
think maybe
collected
made a
under
mistake
pressure there,
not
'cause that came
covering
down
that
to
if
the
they were
wire.
going to lock down it, right?
Really
Like
like
not
the
covering that back
Because that's the
line
thing,
there.
a lot of teams
Like,
when
just
they're
having someone
to
watch
leave
to
because
see
of
if
the
they are
lockdown,
coming out that way.
Come outside the lockdown, I'll wait, and then I go back to where I was. That was not what Vitality were doing. They realized, okay, we've got players coming in towards Broken Door. Let's wrap back around, fight those players first, and then we'll head back in. So they used the time better. They also made sure nobody could get on the defusal by Sender taking a risk, getting detained, but putting a snake bite on the spike just beforehand. So I think they played that post-plant really, really well.
Clinical play from the Vitality squad.
I mean,
Not a lot
Vitality,
to
they've
work
lost
with
2
in terms of
ecos. I mean,
economy. But for the Fnatic side,
they lost
that
2
showstopper
crucial
from Durka,
ecos.
it could help them fight back into a site.
Most as
A
a
lot of the
judge.
difficulty has been
This is a
holding
good
on in the
strat
first
against
place.
what a lot of
Vitality
teams do.
have got
She will
boots
get a
on the
lot of
ground
solo
whenever
players
they want. I think
working,
they're pushing and pulling them
working
out
towards B,
decently
but not
well.
this time.
Right now, presence across. It looks like a shift towards C. The success on C side has been questionable at times. That's why they're not going for it. Slowing it down. That was a wild spam straight
Was that
through. He's
spam?
caught Sender. I don't know if he saw anything to give it away.
The thing is with Chronicle, it might just.
So now they're
genuinely-
gonna
like, this
try and
man
do this
knows the
B split,
inside
but
and
again,
out of
this
every
should be
monitor
a
on the
kill.
planet, so it might just be the most ridiculous thing.
As long as
that
Boaster's
gave it
paying
away.
attention, there you go.
Boaster
He sees
gonna find one with
most
the
of
charge
them.
after a
About to
massively
rotate across.
successful round. Vitality have 40 seconds to try and turn this one on its head.
Chronicle just living.
Outside the site. You already see Chronicles like, I don't need to fight this
See,
anymore.
stuff like
I'm gonna
this, you know the
showstop for
Fnatic
retake.
respect Vitality
They don't have
enough, like
anything
they're
to
giving
really
them
help in
respect.
this afterplan. He's just trying to make
You
sure
know,
that
they aren't
any
trolling them.
aggression is going to be met
Spike planted.
by him.
And they're playing patient, they're
Now,
playing
though, you
slow
can see
enough.
the rotation of the remainder. I feel like the one
Boaster
player
went
that
and got
might
the
be able to do
rifle.
a little bit of extra damage is going to be safe.
See, how do you
Been
do this though?
fantastic
What's
thus
your
far,
goal?
but
I
also
think,
has
yeah,
a
I think pushing this
slightly
is
more
probably
aggressive position. The fact is, though, Mitch, Fnatic are all coming
you
from the
gotta
same
do.
spot.
Yeah, oh, they're looking at death
You
ball
tried it,
like
you got
we've seen
one.
many times before, using Durka's showstopper to clear out the space that's already been taken with just safe. But insult to injury as the final rocket lands right at his feet. That's 11 rounds for Fnatic. 2 more to close
Any
this
idea
map
why
out.
they swapped out
This is their
Astra?
pick. They looked
Maybe
very
they
good
feel
on
that
their
with the
attack
extra
side.
corners, the
Together,
extra 50-50s, they just want a bit
6,
more
7
attacking
rounds.
prowess.
And now
I could definitely see that they feel
almost at
like
the end of it, and it was
maybe they
indeed
feel like
a
their
wild
C exec
spam straight through
with
the wall.
Astra
Of course
isn't
it
as
was.
good,
This is
you
a
know,
man who
whereas you
likes
can
to wall
flash
bang with Odins. You
the
don't
close
think-
corner with an
do you think
omen,
he's above
right? So like
just
across
spraying
here.
down angles? Playing the roulette wheel? No.
He'll tell
Every
you.
time.
He'll be like something like it's like,
And also
the
TPing on the
weak
box,
was
as we
playing
saw
a
from
certain way,
Boaster
and because
a
of
couple
that,
times
I
as
knew
well.
exactly where he was standing. Like,
I think they
trust
probably
me,
just feel like the
nothing
C exec is
nothing
just better
Chronicle
with
does
an
is
omen
random.
now.
That's what I've learned. There's always some reason. You just will see. He'll explain it to you, and you'll go, all right. I'm not sure whether you're the biggest nerd on the planet or you're just lying to me. It's one of the two. Vitality, though, they're going to take themselves a pause. The fact is, you come into a map of Lotus versus Fnatic, and I kind of expect you to just be out of it. But they have had a competitive match. They've had moments, they've had opportunities, and they've had big mistakes. And that's where this will probably be quite frustrating for them in post. 2 rounds that they've lost to. One was a Bucky, Stinger, Frenzy. The other one was a Stinger and a Sheriff. And not planting the spike. Those are 2
Do I think
big
Omen will ever get a
rounds that they
nerf?
could have
Good
had
question.
that
I
would
think
completely change the
possible.
scoreline
I don't
here.
know.
The fact is, though, those are rounds that you just can't lose to Fnatic. You give them anything, they will take it with both hands. And that's why they're now sitting a couple of rounds to the good.
Don't give Astra her 5th star back. That would be too good.
Away from taking the first map and heading on to Ascent.
Well, that timeout's come to an end. Now for Vitality, it's time to show up.
If you're gonna buff Astra, you just bring back the old Astra
This one to
stuff.
be close, and already we're seeing a blitz out from this attacking side.
Maybe make the
They come
stun
out of
last
pause
longer as well.
Punchy as they look to take control over A main.
Opinion on
The
Cypher
Psycho,
Lotus? It's okay.
It's very much secure. Plenty of utility to
Not
keep
bad.
them back. The smoke, and of course Chronicle waiting.
That'll
See
be an
whether he wants to
interesting
use
Viper's
this
Pit.
Viper's Pit.
It's a bit of a weird one
This
to
could
use as
send
a
them
Viper's
running
Pit
the
because
other
they can
way,
always
but
open the
on a
door
map
and
like
but
this,
then just
there's
do a B
plenty of
split.
ways
So I
to
don't
ship
love
it.
using a Viper's Pit here in
I think
general.
the main
If you're gonna
reason
use
he
it, just
hasn't
put it on
used it
C.
is because of that. Because he heard them taking the orb, there's still that doubt of whether they're actually going to head in this direction yet. And doesn't want to just throw the ult out for no reason. Especially because they could very easily surround him on that A site.
Way
From
more
either
people
side.
for here for KOI
3 players
BBL.
from Fnatic now sit within
What
B
can I say?
after hearing
Turkish
the door
fans,
broken.
they love me.
Expectations. Runner in a decent position, but now they do head back towards Chronicle, and he's moved completely. Just finding that opener.
Good shot from Durka as well. Fnatic certainly got some fight left to them.
It's like they just
That pit,
this is
though,
off a
not gonna be
timeout.
faded
Feels like
out
they
just
kind of
yet. They know they've got
run
plenty
out
of
of
time.
ideas a
With
bit.
angles like that held by
Yeah,
Boaster.
just taking
And he's safe.
1v1s.
Far away from that lockdown. That now, okay,
Yeah,
it
you
might
can
get
just
them
play
to the site,
4v2.
but the counter pit to fight back in, the utility they'll have on their way through, Poison Orb still up for Chronicle. They need something more, and I understand then why you see this aggression from Sender. Great kill, but he's down to 11 HP. The price was paid in the end.
Still, at least, made this round look plausible. Door being tapped, but it is being watched by Destrian. Timing on this is going to be everything. If he gets this kill, it's plausible now. Possible, in fact, for them to get this one through. Sender is just going to try and play within it.
Wow.
Perfectly timed onto Boaster, and looking for the kill onto Leo. He's still standing, though. I think he might have got the information wrong about how low Destrian is and is almost caught.
Wow,
Switching
Fnatic
on the
do
way
not
back.
lose 2v4s very often.
Vitality win a 2v4 clutch, a huge round for
Who's
them.
the best Omen player in the world and why is it
Fnatic might be
Tens?
kicking themselves.
Hashtag
No, you
Omens.
have to commend Sender for
Tens is
going
the
out
best
to try
Omen
and
player in the
find
world
that
because he
extra
does
player.
stuff
If
that
he
no
doesn't
one
do
else
that, this
dares
does
to
not go
do.
their way.
Ten
With that
says
hit
dare
online,
to
now with the
dream.
fact that they can use an orb to block
And
off
that's
an angle,
why
close
I
the space, get
heckin'
the pit
love
down,
Tens.
defuse, and it's done. We've seen those rounds a million times, but that right there changed the course of this altogether. The team had to worry about taking other angles, about clearing out. They split up. Sander was able to buy them all the space they needed. Gorgeous stuff.
And he's another one of the sort of new look. Oh.
Well, got one round where everything goes your way. You pay for it.
It's just not fair.
That's your Sky
it's just
gone.
not fair. Like,
Now
it's
what?
just the perfect time to spam. But what I was going to say is he's one of the new look IGLs that still just seems to be up there.
So
in the
Fnatic
front
haven't
of the
sent
department.
Boaster,
Like,
you know, he
lights
hasn't
up
really been
Boom,
up here
so
or anything like
fellows
that.
at the way
They're
in
playing
and
pretty
that, but
passive on A in general.
Sender really is just, he's up there. 19 kills, only man above him is safe.
I mean, he has been up here a couple times, but definitely see Fnatic like mix up the even if it's the same sort of ideas, they're just running different ideas more is what I would say.
The setup either. Slow walking in towards.
This is a big round as well, because Fnatic lose, they're on an eco, so but then again, Fnatic have won multiple ecos,
Not
so
so sure
but
that's
Fnatic
an
probably
option,
ain't gonna
and
lose.
Straight through the poison orb. Brunner has died as well. That's the second kill straight through.
A C exec without a Sky.
You
That's
did a
tough.
little bit of karma, but no!
Oh! Get your gun out, Boaster. It's all right. In the end, he got there. And that's all we're going to remember about this round. Another chance as well. He's got the stinger. He knows there's a player there.
30 seconds.
Doesn't want the upgrade. Not willing to step out of his corner to get it. Just holding the control, boxing him
Okay,
in.
Fnatic on
Closing
12.
the
This will
lid.
be a bad
12
buy
to
as well
9
for some of
for
these
Fnatic.
Vitality players, so
They've gotten away with another now on map point. Despite a very strong fight being put up by Vitality, they now need 3 in a row.
What a timing. It's just ridiculous. Like, okay, the smoke actually went up just afterwards. I thought he'd done 2 straight through, but even still, just alpha things. I imagine that was a surprise of Boaster's life. Just like, oh, hello. Check your corners, guys. Check your corners.
yeah,
12 to 9.
Stinger, 2 Spectres. They
Fnatic
do have a
might not
Razor.
been the cleanest
This time they do get aggressive on A.
Valorant we've ever seen, but they are still looking like they're going to get the same result. Runner. All online alongside.
Yeah,
Cubes.
Vitality actually could have won this map, or
Decent
at least
combo. You
like,
can get
you
the
know,
information,
taking
then
it to be
shows them
very
can clear
close.
you
But
out.
now
Look
it's
at the
looking
difference. Think about how aggressive Alpha was last round.
They won both bonus
was
rounds and then
taking a
lost
random
the
shot
eco round
into the
after
dark,
both
trying to get a
times.
kill.
Like,
This time, he's at the back of the site.
you know, they put themselves in such a good position at the start of the half.
He does not want to face him.
What do you think about it? That's 6 of their rounds.
Avoided the ult.
The pistol second and both bonuses are 6 of their rounds.
With a Viper's Pit, and this isn't a
Basically in
site
full
where
gun rounds.
I
think I've tended to destroy them. But this one might not be it.
Pit definitely going to be needed to recover this round. But again, the problem is denying the space for him to put it down is very difficult to actually do. Chronicle can just get a couple steps closer or another bullet through. Kix is on 5 health. Even had a snake.
Kid, hold on. Let me get back to that.
But they've delayed quite a bit of time now on the side of Vitality.
I mean, their money, again, not great here.
I'd be surprised. They're not in the best position financially, but I guess they care more about taking weapons away. It wasn't really about getting out of there with a victory. It was more making sure their opponents didn't get out of there with
I'm going to guess that you wanted to highlight your message and not request a 7TV emote that says Alpha Zia is a younger version of Vitality Coach.
The thing that worries me a bit for them,
because I don't think that's a 7TV emote.
Too far lockdown as well, but the Showstopper and the Seekers were utilized there just to get into the site.
Well, I think the Fnatic fans want Vitality to have.
Oh, here's Obito joining as well. Stigmata is a younger version of Vitality Coach.
I'd love to see. Or maybe they want Fnatic to take it. At 12 to 10.
It's too far to do it by mistake.
Well, they've got their choice of
but
rounds
what?
to go for.
What?
We'll probably see a save if things do go a little bit awry. But considering the fact that Alpha and
there you go.
will have the ults, yeah, it's used very.
To be
early
fair,
on.
if you just highlight a message, I don't see that, but I do see these.
Look at the presence they've already taken over the A site. They have been going in this direction. It's been COB, so they put Alfia with just the human turret to defend the B site. Quick rotations with how deep they are on A. And then just, okay, Chronicle, you just lock that off, and this is what I mean, just an instant kill immediately. Good trade, though. The C's holding them back at least a little bit more, and Leo not wanting to overcommit. Here goes Runner, just to take that initial space, get them in towards that site. Now, the rest of the players yet to really get into position. Dirk is hoping for a miracle.
4v4.
He's seen what Alpha's been cooking and tries to do a little bit more himself. And with the lockdown in, that was after taking an orb and a kill. They've got a good opportunity. It's just
nice.
perfect,
hold on.
Vitality
hold on.
Every single shot.
Vitality. Gotta save. Gotta save. You got to save. Don't go for a 2v4 in this spot. You must save, Boaster. Run away.
Real fighting chance in the next.
Thank you.
There's no real chance they end up taking this one. Shrouded step was heard. They've heard those steps as well. Kix had already pushed up close. They know where Boaster is. The impact of dropping this rifle, it could buy them an overtime. And there it is, another kill with just Chronicle seemingly quite safe on the other side.
God, get that off,
There
kid.
will be weaknesses.
Undo that. Whatever that is, undo it.
Side. They've used up their Viper's Pit as well. Vitality seem to have done a lot of the hard work. Now they've just got to tip that last domino, the one that was missed. Pushes to an overtime, and this map can still be theirs.
Yeah.
Don't join in.
The fact as well, the last few rounds have been a lot more direct. Back to base.
Floritus, I'm gonna ban you soon.
Unit, I think that's where Vitality have played some of their best. Valorant is just playing off
Magnum,
of
you too.
My only worry though,
Mike, you too.
Fnatic have done some of their best work in this game with the stinkiest of buys. Like, you think about, as I said, the Sheriffs, the Frenzies, the Stingers. That's what's going to be coming in this round. I'm looking at a Spectre on Durka, who has been uncharacteristically quiet. Bottom in the whole server at the moment on that raise.
Someone requested a 7TV emote. What is a 7TV emote?
But this also gives Salah the chance to talk through with Vitality.
And then multiple of you request See, that's the thing. It does say request.
Right at the end, they look like they
so Kid can just say no. And then you just lost 20k points for nothing. No refunds.
How good a squad they have. Bear in mind that the expectations with the signing of Trax is that he'll be in this roster soon. A little bit of boost to firepower.
I loved when we went to the cams first, you saw the stress on Elma Putty's face. Something that towards the end of
keep requesting it all you want. Although yes might be a real one.
You saw him get pretty level-headed, pretty used to it.
Okay, Fnatic's bye.
First time, that's what Devar's saying at home.
Not
Stressful
great.
games. That's what Fnatic are known for.
They
That's
do
what
have 3 ults
deliver
though.
every single time, but
Try and get
Alma,
center of
you know,
Viper's
you
pit,
Wait
maybe.
for Devad to start tweeting the skeletons. That's when you know it's been a stressful day.
But the thing is, Alma Putty, they get there in the end. Almost every single time, they get there in the end. For Vitality, they've got to be that roadblock, stopping them here.
Oh, 1 round to head to overtime. Viper's pit already secured. As said, the last few rounds, it's been a slow start, but then a fairly direct response early.
3 get revealed.
Information garnered.
4 players.
But at the same time, surely Vitality will just grind to a halt. Wait this ultimate out. It's been used so early in the round that likely won't have too much of an effect. Still a couple of players on B. It's been a common theme with Vitality to make that move back to the B site. But it does seem
Yeah, but
like
all
Leo
5 are A this time, so.
Chronicle are going to be the ones coming under pressure.
There it is.
That paranoia has pushed them back. That might buy the space.
Oh, the paranoia. Was that Boaster? It was.
Pit on its way to help
For
out
Leo.
on site. It'll be needed. A spray through though. Damage being done. It's close. Kicks was almost down, but he'll get the spike in.
Now they do have the pit, and they planted inside it. That's pretty big.
But one big
You've got
issue is the
lockdown,
fact
though.
that there's a lockdown in play. And Alpha's
Ooh,
just put that
now
in.
what?
So they
Now what,
cannot
Mr.
sit inside
Sender?
the Viper's pit.
Do you
In fact,
sit in
they
it?
need to go very far away.
Do you sit and just sit back here and hope that your teammates can
set up so that they can spam from afar.
save you?
I think there were expectations that they were there. He tries to hold on just to make sure that that spike stays protected and they can spam.
Wow, and the spam works.
This kicks to find a couple.
Wow, what a plan by Vitality.
They know exactly where he is. Sender even looking to chase
No
him
time.
down. 1 HP.
Overtime.
Obviously,
Ooh,
everything that's gone on
Vitality.
is gone. It's a perfect round for Vitality. And okay, sure, they'll lose a man at the end, but they ain't gonna care. Heading us through on
Nice play.
overtime. And a really nice adaptation from them. A switch of plants.
Hey, turns out planting in a Viper's pit.
It's like an alt Ragnarok. The Odin saved the day. I'm happy to see that. 3 quick
Give me the
kills
guy
on
who
straight
goes.
through. And one of the big dangers when you're playing inside that Viper's pit is the Odin. And the Tracer is one thing, but on such a tight angle, you ain't firing back at that. Just look. It's so damn easy. Ping it up, spray it up, have your teammates cover your sides. He is so smart. He's so goddamn smart. A beautiful play. And also to stay detained inside the pit. They didn't get to him because how could they? There's a line of bullets blocking the
What happened after halftime? They swapped sides.
The other thing was, okay, sure, the Odin's still going to be very good in that scenario. But with all of them being 1 HP, it means you could just go left to right and you're going to insta-kill anybody anywhere near it. So that
Okay, we got the all.
a crucial part.
One satchel.
Back to the bread and
The Red
butter.
Martian, like that joke.
What a blunder! What a whiff!
Thanks for the prime.
A showing of what Vitality can do. If they can take it over the line, they join an exclusive club with Loud. And it's a pretty good club to be in. As said, the only team to ever beat them on this map. So good they did it twice.
If you're a Fnatic fan, though, sit comfortable in that every other team's played games before.
Seen a lot more A hits
Fnatic
than
are
in a
warming
usual
up.
game, but
I
this
think-
one
I think
could
it's
still be a B split, but
15
they're going to
wins
pick
to
on
the
Alpha
2
here.
wins of Loud. Just
Got him.
Just a premise, if you're a
Got
fan,
him.
Probably feeling all right. Not a bad start, though.
And
Not a
that
bad
now
player to
probably
take down.
forces you
Alpha
somewhat
on the
into
attack
A.
was devastating.
Taste of his own medicine with those opening duels alongside the operator.
That got him.
Oh, Sender just got caught. The TP
Oh, he
through
didn't
is
see
too
the
much.
TP.
Boaster, great play. He's around the corner faster than
Oh,
expected.
these two have just
And Kicks
fumbled
is
it.
going to be kicking himself.
Oh, they fumbled hard. They had it. 5v4, probably just play more passive in general.
Good, but we've seen the 2v4 clutches. We've seen this one out by the weaker
Oh.
numbers for Runner and Destiny.
I mean, it was a bit
Good
unlucky
players
to get.
have
It
in this
didn't look like he was
scenario.
gonna get
Runner's
caught
got
by
the
it, to
ult.
be honest.
He needs someone to swing. He needs someone to give him the advantage, and I just don't see how he's going to get that.
It seems impossible. The only piece of utility they have, and the second it leaves his hand, a bullet flies right back. Destrium trying to do something here, but it will be Fnatic to convert the round right back onto that attack, right back to success for Fnatic. But both teams were dominant on their attacking side, so no surprise. The Vitality now going
We
back
banned
onto
Kid, what,
that
for his
favored
bigger
position.
trans are faster? I kind of like that
Might
emote
be
though. I
able
think
to
it's
turn it
funny.
once again.
Well, that's it. Another chance to try and recover this. Now, both attacking sides have been pretty proactive, especially in default or in the regular rounds. regulation. They've been big fans of farming up those orbs.
You don't like it, Taku?
I wonder if we'll see that.
Is that you? Is that a political stance?
And that's going to isolate Runner. He didn't have a teammate who's a little bit insane. Safe has gone shrouded stepping through the wall to take a very aggressive.
Look at this. Look at the map.
Clearly, Fnatic realizing that they want to fight this A site, so they're just stacking it up. Only Alpha on the other side.
Flash the fight. Nice.
Is sublime. They're just going to go swing.
Wow, nice from Fnatic.
It is a complete mow down of the players of Vitality.
Wow. Okay, nice plan by Fnatic. So yeah, just a bit too predictable, maybe.
Only Loud has ever beaten Fnatic on this map, and only Loud will still have beaten them on this map. Vitality gave it a damn good go, Mitch. Wasn't enough this time.
No, it wasn't. To overtime in their opening map in EMEA, their opening map of this year as well. For Fnatic, they've shown that they can go the distance. They can roll with the punches. And now, they've only got one.
Okay. Map 1 done.
Right after this.
Next map is Ascent, though. But still. We shall see. We'll run an ad. Certainly Vitality looking decent, though. Let's get back to this jersey tier list. Why is the BBL one? Also, why have you got... What's wrong with the NRG one? Honestly, I'm going to be honest. Loud's jerseys is no good. That's the only bad thing about Loud is that jersey is kind of shit. The Giants one I actually kind of don't mind. I think this is fine. These are all pretty bad. I actually think this one's kind of funny. This is kind of like 90s retro. Like, this one makes me laugh. This one is bad. I don't know what is that. Who is that even? Navi's one isn't that bad. I know Team Secrets is a bit better, I guess. I was about to say, why is Team Secret better than all these ones? But I agree, it is. RRQs, again, look, I like weird, ugly stuff. So I would be bumping RRQ up, personally. But you've still got them as pretty good. You want a channel point, Nick, to remove someone else's VIP. That actually could be a good idea. It'd have to be a lot of points, though. But it would be very funny. This is Gen G's? That's shit. This one's shit, Gen G. I'm not a fan of this. Liquids is fine. DRX is just bad too. Calming Core with the pit crew, I'm not a fan of. I kind of dig this one. Talon? I'm a fan. The only bad thing about Talons is, again, they wrote Talon on it for some reason. That's the only bad thing about Talon. You know, you've got the badge here with your logo. You don't need to write your name. Diggy3A with the 6 months. Thank you. Enjoy the new badge. Where's 100 Thieves? 100 Thieves is this one, right? This kind of like urban, very like, this is like, feels outdated by about 12 years, but so does this, to be fair. And you can't argue Paper X's as well. Yeah, the kind of streetwear stuff. Is that out? I feel like streetwear was in when I was like 14. It's back? When was it out? Who's the pink one? This is Gentlemate. Streetwear is back? What the fuck? Look, I'm not against streetwear necessarily, but...
Jesse!
Good morning.
Good morning, you live in fucking Ireland. What the hell's this song?
All I want is for you to dance with me, with your hands in the air where I can see. I don't know if we'll get another chance, you'll see. So I hope that you'll just come dance with me.
That's the spike, the overheat moment, the positioning. What a blunder, what a whiff.
Floritus with 2 gift subs. Is that to get the 222? One to Manu and one to Mitsire44. And Roadman, not to be outdone, gift one to Red Ninja.
What's up, one and all? Welcome back to the VCT EMEA. I happen
So
to sit
Roadman
in the
gives
right
out another
corner
one.
because
To
currently
Luffy,
Fnatic are up 1-0.
Pirate King
And
6.
this crowd here has been phenomenal. You guys
Oh, we're
have
at
been
800?
screaming and chanting through thick
Here we
and
go.
thin
Winnable.
with Fnatic. Let's
Winnable.
Let's make some noise. All right.
That's the spike, the overheat. Who are we? The positioning. Who are we? What a blunder, what a whiff.
Thank you!
And they're polite to top it all up. Now, you're
And Jojo.
my man.
Fnatic is washed Kekwa.
I'm slowly losing my voice, and the worst part is I have a job tomorrow.
I mean, does it require you to talk?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, that's very unfortunate. Well, hey, but you did it for the best possible reason, and that's cheering on your boys. It was a really, really close game, all right? Like, we don't want to see any of that. Fnatic, supposedly the favorite of it all, right? Let's do some backseat coaching instead of backseat gaming. What do you want to see from them on the second map? What do they need to do to really pull ahead?
Let's try strat safe like this. We don't need them to know how we play. We just are too good for them. Let's go, guys! Yes, see? We love all of you guys. Especially Alpha for me. But
We're not playing favorites, but there's a one clear favorite. Love the bling, love the bling. Is anyone else decked out? No more bling? Okay. It's really about the lights. You did that specifically for today, or do you just have that at home for any occasion?
I have it at home, like my decoration. Shout out to the Fnatic shop.
It's a good look, honestly. I'm considering to make that streetwear. You had one in front of there as well.
Streetwear. It's coming up all the time.
Well,
Streetwear.
let's do it one last time before we're heading into map number 2. Who are
Full
you?
of NPCs.
FNC!
That's it? Yeah, I was right. Just once.
Who are we? FNC! Who are we? FNC! Who are we? FNC! Who are we?
And off to map number 2.
Thank you!
You're welcome!
That's my favorite.
Oh my
bit.
God.
That
Guys,
is
you
my
are
favorite bit.
amazing. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, and I also love the Delulu Fnatic fans. Like, yeah, nothing's has changed. We love you. Keep doing what you're doing. It was very, very, very close to call. But as we head onto Ascent, where Kukuka
Okay,
is
Ascent.
not so strong.
Historically, Fnatic's worst map that they play.
They have shown weaknesses in the past.
Yeah, exactly. And
Generally,
not only
they're
that, I
pretty
think that when we
mid on
talk
this map.
about
Let's see
the
if they cook
surprise
something up.
factor
I'm
of
gonna
the
guess they haven't.
compositions
It's
that we
not
wanted to
really in
dwell
Fnatic's
into.
wheelhouse
Ascent
necessarily,
is not
but
the map where you do that, and we would be surprised to even see changes coming into this map for either of both the teams.
Well, my question is, what does Safe play coming onto this one?
Yeah. So I think that if Safe is going to be playing on that more supportive role, I want to think of him not as in even Sentinel, Smoke. I want
do you
to think
think
of a
we
flex
will get to
support, you know, that he's taken
3-3-3
that.
subs this
So,
year?
probably
I
on the
assume you
sub, I
mean
think
you.
You have to combine it. It's not only what Safe is going to play,
sexy.
it's what Destron is going to play as well. How are they going to be
I don't know. That's kind of up to
combined and
you,
looking ahead?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need one ways if you're fragging out the way that Safe was. I felt like he was kind of a final boss there.
I do like this one.
Vitality,
It feels
but this is
British,
the thing,
man.
right? They were so close against Fnatic. I almost felt like if they just checked a corner, like maybe twice, it could have gone their way. They won both pistols and a bonus round.
Yeah, exactly. And they also gave us the first overtime that we're seeing in EMEA here at kickoff. And, you know, I think it has to do with that round that we saw. I think it was number 16. They had, you know, as you said, won the pistol, then go on to win the bonus. And then
yeah, this is a tough one to call for the Pred.
They pushed too deep onto C. And instead of retrieving themselves, going back and rethinking the plan, the consequences of just being very, of tunnel visioning into it makes them lose the round. And Fnatic, I think, goes back a little bit.
Let's see. I'm interested in the comps though, because we've seen an EMEA cooking thus far, but
and it looks like Safe is playing KO.
No cooking here. This is why Fnatic are an L team.
Personally, maybe I would have chosen to keep Sender in the smokes, but maybe he feels more comfortable calling from a perspective of just the.
So Safe is now on KO. Destrian moves
the
to
right calls, and Destrian, you know, is experienced with the Omen. He's
Cypher.
going to be very
now
comfortable.
These
and again,
two might
Safe
swap.
is just playing for the support. I hope he keeps it
When
up
Trex
for the rest of the
is-
tournament. And I
is this
love the
Trex?
fact that we're seeing kicks on something that is not Sky.
Yeah, and also Durka, not the best map on Lotus, but he's back on the Jet.
Yeah, exactly. I think that he was being shut down time and time. I think that the way that both teams were contesting both ends of the maps was actually very nice to watch. So there was a lot of depth to it, and maybe that's one of the reasons why Durka didn't have such a nice start. But hey, is Durka, is Jet, we need to see some nice flashy kills.
I can't wait. We had OT on map 1. I wouldn't be so sad to have OT on map 2 as well. So let's send this back into game with Mitch and Tom and see if it does indeed happen.
Thank you so much, Yinsu, and our lovely analyst desk. Yes, is it going to be the 2-0 for Fnatic that many people expected coming into today? Or is what we saw from Vitality on map 1 going to be enough now that they're on home turf?
Wait and see, I'll be honest. I do think going into a map like an Ascent, it was a decent map last year, but of all the maps, I feel like it was where teams had opportunities to do some damage.
Okay, so we got what? Vitality on attack.
Of it for Vitality. I also like the roles that
Ooh,
they've got.
just
for
gets
this
the
one.
dart
We'll
off.
talk
That's
about
big
that
from
later,
Leo.
Because Runner is already straight in towards the site. Leo under pressure. He does have a little bit of support coming in already, but he's got to try and do the heavy lifting himself and is left completely blind.
Took a while, but we got there.
Praying for a bullet to connect. Boaster has managed to already make his way out into the site. Flash not going to catch him. He'll dodge that
Double
one.
flank, don't have Spike down yet.
The control, more
3v3.
importantly, to allow for this retake to begin.
Yeah, he got tagged up a little bit before that fight, but he's got the teammates now to try and back him up. Chronicle and Alpha, well, if your back's ever against
Thing
the
is,
wall,
they
these
do
are
have
two
to
reliable
initiate it,
players
so
to
at some
pull you out
point
of
they'll
that
get
bad
these
situation. The time, though,
Not that the knife will be that
necessarily
handy.
against Fnatic just yet. That spike still has not been planted, and they are taking their time. It's not like they're going to go to a different site. Instead, hoping that there's going to be.
So yeah, they were
first
just
of all,
waiting,
an
I
option
think, for
to
the
get a kill.
dart to see if they could
Secondly,
get a
they
kill.
can't get spammed and overwhelmed when they do plant. That's eventually come through. Now the time starts to tick away, and someone's got to be the first to take this fight, take the big risk. Fnatic, though, need to decide exactly how they want to divvy up this play. Not really, they don't seem to be worried about anybody coming behind, so I have to assume they know all three players are on that site right now. Otherwise, you'd expect at least them to check main, the turret to watch behind.
Oh!
And well, either way, it doesn't
Hey,
quite matter.
Vitality
where
win
they
all
get.
3 pistols.
Quickly.
Kicks and the flicks, nice shot.
Yeah, the thing I wanted to bring up about this sort of the way that this composition has come out, because obviously we're seeing Vitality switch
Leo looks
roles quite a
unbothered.
bit. Huge fan of safe
Who's
playing.
IJLing for
I think
Vitality?
it gives
It's
him a little
Sender.
bit more space to be a bit more aggressive and show off that flair that we know he has. It's the one sort of initiator that I really feel like you can play as a quasi-duelist and take space for the team alongside Runner. Runner
What
being
the hell
back
is
on the
this
jet,
guy?
obviously exciting, and I also think
Bruv.
Destrian is fantastic when it comes to the way he sets up paranoias. That's something I want to look at throughout this, is how he's going to put those into place to make things that little bit more awkward. So I think that this is almost exactly where I'd like things to be. Obviously, Kicks is also a very good KO, so it could have gone either way with that, but for now,
EMEA no longer a one-team region.
Fnatic. Well, they're not doing the best in the pistol
I think
rounds.
Navi looked good, to be honest, as well.
Not been able to get anything over the line in those. Vitality have clearly put the work in, but the problem they've had is normally Fnatic manage to
get the FBX by.
get a cheeky response in a round they shouldn't. Otherwise, that first map very easily could have gone in their direction. Kicks is going to be looking for info to make sure they avoid a stack on this A site.
Nice shot.
Which they might not do, because there are quite a few players there.
still diving
Okay, they
in.
just kind of chill for a bit.
Undeterred.
Fnatic left, and then they come
Side
in.
of Vitality hearing lots of classics fire away, but they've got the firepower to fight right back. Durka's going to use his dash to get out instead of further into the action. Cam on middle. I mean, it's a nasty spot from center.
Runner's on 2 HP.
He can manage to find a kill or two here.
How has Durka got 2? Like, he's just gone back into the site almost alone. Manages 2
Oh my
kills.
God.
Now they've cleared out Sender. This is the problem they had in the last
Bastion's
match.
kind of
was just
low.
unable
Safe's
to
going to
play
need to carry
against
them.
rounds where they should be winning them easily.
Okay.
Chronicle also setting up. He has
Bastion
a
picked
flash
up a gun.
and a fragment to play with.
Thing.
They've got a dart as well to try and reveal these players. They're being forced forward.
Oh,
and this was
Vitality.
almost a full eco. Fnatic had basically nothing.
Not only that, Vitality had their bases very much covered. Late lurk on mid, Cam to watch the walkout. You play up through
These
short,
ecos are going to
that's
just
enough
cost them so
disruption to
much,
probably
man.
win the round.
Like, look at
It's going to cost them so much.
They had the majority of players fighting in mid, as you said. Durka basically goes into the site on his own and gets 2 kills with a classic.
With a classic. And
he's just giggling to himself. Of course he is.
The best part is he uses the dash at the start, doesn't get any options, dashes back. Now he's just a dude with a classic. He's not even Jet anymore, and he still just walks out and grabs a double. That's just
Goes
Durka
for the
things.
round 3
And
up as
considering
well.
the fact that last map was tough, did he finish? He did.
Hydrogen
finish
Bomb
bottom of the
versus
server.
Coughing Baby with this.
In round 3.
This is confidence if ever I've seen it. And I like that. An immediate bounce back. We talked about how most teams, when you've got a duelist that's not showing up like that, especially someone like Durka who's been so consistent. Nice shock dart. You're going to end up in a pretty bad spot where your team just gets demolished most of the time. That's what we've seen from teams time and time again. The one thing they have
So they did go for the one hero rifle, which I kind of like.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4
Maybe
players.
could have got
There's
something a
always
bit
someone else
different here.
who can pick up that flag and run it back to home base.
Luckily, the team that Vitality have been building over the last few months also fit that bill. They've got a lot of depth.
Scaler.
Yeah, Kick's probably a little bit frustrated with that drone. Again, Chronicle's timing, it's always perfect. It always seems to be. Now, the investment here from Vitality is a hero rifle. A little bit of extra cash because 2 players didn't buy. He's got the light shields. Gonna try and do some damage here. Counter paranoia is the fragment, and Sender takes the bullet. A runner is the one to go in, and his teammate falls instead. The rifle has also been dropped to the deck as well. Safe gonna try and retrieve it, and will do just that. They are now starting to run out of time, and you have to bear in mind, that is where the spike is. The spike was on the short push. They even know that there's players coming in.
This round is
from A
over.
main as well, and they don't have anything to play.
Ace?
Chronicle looking to ace it, but Leo will steal that one away.
Replay of Chronicle's kills there, because I'm pretty sure on the 4th one, he also hit a shot through the wall. I mean, the guy is playing, just like the round and the Luthia, flawless. Every single one of his shots.
Okay,
found
let's
his
see what
mark.
Vitality can
I
cook
wanna
up
see
then.
this in the replay, 'cause
First gun
that's
round. They know that
just
Durka has an ult.
insanely unlucky that he follows the Jet. That's a headshot. That's not.
What were you saying?
It was actually Leo, I think, that got a headshot through a wall. not on Kicks, but actually on one of the other players. You see how he just shoots him once and he dies? I thought it was him first. I saw the head.
From mid aggression, they bring Leo
Either
over
way,
as well. They're going to go
4
for
kills
some
isn't
sort of
bad for Chronicle. He's
Lash
on his way
dart
towards his
play,
ultimate.
maybe?
And
No?
most importantly, they've claimed a very valuable upset early on.
They
Vitality
find,
won
I think,
the
where
pistol,
Durka is.
and they've been put 2-1 down.
Obviously, the cages in here from
Now
the Cypher
third
can be
encounter
used
rounds that
for this
Vitality
moment.
100% should have won and have lost.
Obviously,
to
you
a
don't
low
have to
buy.
worry
That
about
was
the
definitely
turret
the
as much,
lowest
though.
of the buys. Durka still going hunting, but look at the split.
Oh, they got him. Do they know about
Fantastic
Alpha,
from
though?
Vitality.
Do they check
A
him?
pacey
Nope.
move, completely caught off guard, and now Alpha is
Somehow
completely
Runner hasn't
isolated.
killed him.
Shouldn't really be able to get anything done from here. Love the switch up in pace from Vitality. Bosa's looking to try and find the timing here. Actually, one player reloading there. There is an opportunity.
What?
He couldn't have got that.
He
Runner
dinked
has
it.
hit the dink as well. A chance for him to take this one over the line. 64 HP. Chronicle down. Safe tagged. Kicks can't even really peek from this angle because he is so desperately low on HP. It'd be too much of a risk to get that spike.
Now,
bomb
Safe
down.
does
It
have the
seems like
spike. Boaster doesn't know that, of course.
rough read.
He's perhaps thinking that this guy has the spike and is on his way to
He's
A.
expecting them to go looking for him
I think.
because of the risk for Safe.
That's
Without
actually
that
good for
plant
Boaster,
yet
of
coming
course.
in, the flash over the top, it is going to catch Boaster completely blind. And it kind of gives away that Kicks has to be around this corner somewhere. The pop flash clearly used to get him back in. Is Boaster going to think about that close corner? He does not. And because of that, Kicks will be there to close out the round. A nice attempt from the Brit, but not this time.
Yeah, he took the option to try and let them beat themselves. Someone to step out wide, make a noise, make a mistake. It didn't happen. And at some point he did have to move because kicks could easily have wrapped all the way back around. Interesting, as you said, change of pace from the side of Vitality that's worked wonders for them. And I think you see why. The second things slow down for a second.
A lot of Phantom use in this game.
Someone's on you. And this time it was Boaster. Next time.
Maybe not anymore.
Is still going to go for that operator. Hasn't had the most success so far.
Cameron here, I don't think that's Zorn. They go for a heavy rotate. They're playing around this.
Throw that in. No shields this
put
time
Alpha in the middle of the map.
Definitely getting a little bit low on the finances. Although
Expecting a
saying
B hit, I
the
guess.
rest of the team have actually been able to buy comfortably. And still have credits to buy for the next round. So I guess he's just decided to go with the... Because I feel like Chronicle could have dropped him. Well, we'll move on from that, but... just decided, you know what, if you're buying that, it's at your own risk. Leaves him solo on the A side, which is where the majority of the Vitality players are building up.
So here, this could actually be okay for Vitality if Safe runs in first.
The utility currently lies.
Don't
and of
jump.
course, we know that the way this is going to go is a quick dash.
Where the fuck is your ult?
TP from Destrian, but he meets the bullet of that operator.
That ult won't be back though. No dash online.
I was going to say it's going to be fine for them because they're going to ult. Safe will turn the corner first. Dirk will shoot him. But they can just res him and Dirk will have to leave.
More kills while his teammates work mid control center.
I don't think they expected that.
He doesn't think there's going to be 2, 3, or 4 players there. What a fool. No, of course it's
I mean, they're using it for post plant.
No smoke down for Boaster. He's caught in the middle of trying to throw it.
Risky.
Utility now taken out of play. Leo is far enough away. Wow. Recon, but Hunter's Fury used up from down below. Must have heard his step, and he's having absolutely none of it. In comes Boaster. Nice shot. He has been on fire today so far. And with the paranoia cocked and ready, it's gone in. Safe can't see a damn thing, but he has to fight inside the smoke.
Time.
Oh, I think they went through in the wrong order, those pieces of utility. And Safe's still alive, dancing around the back of the site. He'll go down eventually, but he has bought just enough time for the side of Vitality, even eliminating Alpha with the
Okay, they did get there in the end.
Played.
Yeah,
I think maybe a little slow. Probably waited.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That was Boaster's smoke.
Maybe a bit too long for the.
He put the smoke and then the paranoia. The other way around, it goes completely differently.
Yeah, it just gave enough in that Red Bull clutch for Safe to hide within it, take him down, and the clock at that point was gone. Because that was the thing. The Hunter's Fury, you might look at it and go, okay, well, they didn't really kill anyone. But it did slow them down enough, and the same with Sender. It's like
Fnatic look disappointing. I think Vitality. I think this is more Vitality good than Fnatic bad, personally.
So they sent 4
but
players to deal with him, did it relatively quickly. But then the
I don't think Fnatic have been.
By Vitality's utility.
You know, I mean, they haven't played flawless. They probably haven't played it like their absolute best, but I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say there's many rounds where you'd say Fnatic are absolutely trolling, or you know.
To clear out some space after
just doing stupid stuff that makes no sense. Like,
tend to see.
I think this is more Vitality being pretty good.
Really one that you can push forward that defensive side with. For Vitality, another shift in play, 3 through short, but leaving the spike there. We've seen this before. It didn't go too well. It was Chronicle defending that time. Now they've got Durka, a different beast indeed. He's up top, looking for an opportunity. Not going to be able to use his dash.
This was maybe a bit too easy for me.
Nah, he's staying way back.
Giving
up control.
Find the full retake. I guess they have the lockdown. Do we have a plan for it? Maybe safe nade?
I wonder if this is going to have to be a fight forward. In fact, Sender's already going. Bring around Rosie running all the way back. The thing is, though,
no consideration. Hello?
He heard it.
They've had the expectation. The players are going to be around this angle. The close corner
just going to leave Durka here.
Sat on by the majority. No real push, able to come through.
This is an okay smoke, but it doesn't mean that you aren't in there.
The fragment will go on, but they've already managed to get it halfway and just getting mowed down as they attempt to try and get anything. Somebody has to get on it. The spam's just not quite connecting, and with only runner left.
Okay, so I thought that this was maybe too easy for Fnatic, but then Vitality just had no plan for like the most obvious killjoy lockdown play of all time. So yeah, that was certainly a choice by
the fact that they had
him
Vitality. That seemed to be the moment that Durka decided, I'm not moving from this corner. I am the short turret. And he found himself the kill.
Were you talking about the round?
Yeah, no, I knew it. I heard myself say it. And I just knew you're going to clip
If someone was to like clip Mitch saying, I am the short turret, I would.
Leo's laughing about this smoke, which actually isn't that bad of a smoke, but they like, because they need to get out, because Fnatic smoked this off, right? So they're just trapping you from coming from here on a high-low. So Vitality smoked themselves off, but that means that the defuse is also smoked off.
Oh god, that's true.
It's a race against time.
Now they're on a full eco.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Thanks a lot. Always rely on you. Well, you can always rely on Fnatic to put on a good show. And in this 7th round, their defensive side is going to be a nice slow approach on most of the map. On short, though, they want to get a little bit aggressive. The turret's pushed back to Durka. He's made his way to a similar position as we've seen before. But they're not convinced this is an A play. Shift back. Chronicle slowly making his way to B. If they do stick to this, Vitality might have a much easier time getting onto their target, because I don't know if you've seen this one before, Tom, but they're going for 3 split on short with 2 players up on A main. This time the spike is going A main.
Also, they don't have Chronicle sat on the angle. So that's the real danger, was he was just spamming.
Oh, this is how you win the round. Runner probably needs another one at least to win the round.
Might be wanting to try and push that one back.
Oh, that's tough.
Command utilized to take away the utility. He just popped him through the floor. Runner didn't stand a chance, didn't even see his opposition. Now bear in mind, the rest of the players have very little to play.
Chronicle's a bit alone here, but he's done okay.
Vitality would be a big win, because everybody else is just playing with classics. It was only really the Blade Storm that could have done anything.
EMEA's Fnatic remains undefeated at taking L's. Their roster consists of Chronicle, Beta, LEO, Botster, and Dork.
And previously, in the round before, there was a lockdown for Alpha. So playing retake makes perfect sense. This time, there's some weaknesses there. So you don't want to play close and take those fights. But I have to assume, as we move into this round, there's going to be more contention for short. They're going to be holding on to that control. Instead of just finding info and reacting, they're going to want to be the first ones to make that move. Play their own game, so to speak, as many players like to say. Vitality? Play my own game. Vitality had something that I was interested in, because I think Kix bought an Odin to start with, but he has decided to be a bit more sensible on the attack side A take. That said, you can spam heaven.
Yeah, I've seen you roam any game.
Jesse! Tesco or Lidl?
Tesco or Lidl?
At least 2. So
I haven't been to a Lidl in a very long time, to be honest.
Right, okay.
Then again, there isn't... Tesco isn't my local store either, so...
The majority of rounds,
but at least I've been in a Tesco somewhat recently.
Flashes over the top, drone through, counter smoke to try and delay. I can tell you now, they're going straight through it.
Okay, another just full Aegis there. Nice from Durka.
He waits for that.
This has just been fucking A-site simulator for the past like 7 rounds, it feels like.
Especially when you consider the ults available. There isn't a whole lot for Vitality right now. A single kill for safe could make all the difference.
Not even just in having the suppression.
Fnatic happy to play these retakes as well, aren't they?
In the open, take those duels a little bit more, and a little bit more of a safe style. I think with that door broken, Splash coming through, it's time to dash on in. Durka, though, can't find anything. Nice cage. That's denied all information. But Boaster and Durka, they're firing up. That was a quick double from Boaster, and now they know exactly where safe is. No chance for an ulti. No chance for winning this round on Vitality. The time not quite low enough. Comes close. Down to the last couple of seconds. 5-3. And an Andalucia flawless for Fnatic, who are most certainly back in the game.
Fnatic are cooking. I mean,
exactly right. For
Vitality are getting onto the sides, but
in a row. Of course, we again with a
this is the thing with Ascent. It just feels like with this comp, right? There's only so much you can do.
I don't think they're anyway out of this map just yet.
During the timeout, what could this be?
Fnatic to do exactly what they did on the last one and just sort of steamroll their way to a large victory in the first half. Just put that extra pressure on, because that is the thing. Even though, like, you'll talk about the confidence of Salah and Vitality as a whole, there's always going to be that sort of mental block of, okay, we're up against the best team of last year. We have a point to prove. And I think
they need to take more space.
Vitality have already proven it. They are here
I think they need to
battle with the best of the best. They've invested into this roster.
Well, they need to change up. Yeah, they need to change up their post play. So obviously, it's not working, to be honest.
There's only 2 teams to go through here.
Whether that's holding on to tree heavy.
If they were to lose,
whether that's sending Sender on like a leg lurk all the way through, all the way through and behind.
Double elimination. Hell yeah.
But the fact is,
you know, you got to try something else because it just feels like they're running into.
It's not an easy task.
Like Fnatic just seem like so confident in their A retake that they can just chill.
With data,
you know.
Well, that's when that team always came up. Just look at their match versus Apex the first time around and second. They had lost the first one, 3-0 the next one. Sorry to bring that up.
I don't think you are, Tom, because you do bring it up a lot.
Time for
you know,
Fnatic off the timeout.
It's history.
Oh, they cooking
It
up.
is.
Cooking something.
Can set up.
Much as I want to deny it. Oh, Vitality have done well.
I think
3
they're
rounds
expecting
on the board,
this, to
but
be
Fnatic
honest.
started to wake up. They've picked up
Again,
a
it's just
couple
going to be
now.
more.
The streak is on. The
A
ball
aggro.
is
This time a
rolling.
more normal setup from
Vitality
Fnatic.
Organization, no
At least
stranger
on
to
A.
sitting down on that stage, but for some of these players, younger, untested, maybe the jitters get to them. Gotta hope not.
Use open out wine now.
Free drone?
That might.
I like the disrespect to the ultimate. That's all it's good for.
Oh, you saying that again?
I'll
Boaster
challenge it.
already off to a great
And again,
start.
Boaster finds a kill here.
Cross, it almost gets a second
And again,
as well.
it's like what?
So much damage done onto Safe.
What are we expecting to be different here,
Still has that.
Vitality, after taking that
Might
time
be
out?
there to go down
What have we
and then just
changed?
Get picked back up again, at least get a little bit
Safe
of extra
uses
health.
ult,
This has been the
I guess.
problem. When Fnatic have got this early kill, their retakes have been sublime. There's needed to be a hero
But they've
each
got plenty of time.
for the side of Vitality, and there just hasn't been one in a while.
KO knife
Chronicle
does
gonna be
hurt
on
them.
that operator. The reason for that is that Dirk is about to
Because they
make
can't
his
afford to wait
presence
that
known
long.
into this site. Already spotting out the camera. You can still see Sender wary of his behind, and Boaster just isn't stopping. He's taking over, doing everything on his own. In fact, Dirk now comes through as well. That rifle into his hands has been valuable. And Runner on the other side has done his best. A couple
I
of
don't know
kills in
what they're really.
response
I
again.
kind of get what they're thinking, right? Like they're thinking, oh, this side's been pretty free, so let's go there, and we've got a KO ult, and then we'll KO ult them, and then the retake won't be good.
A 3-round lead.
And it's literally just the same.
This started out, it seemed like such
Like
a
a
great
KO ult
sign
doesn't deny
with
them
Vitality taking
for
that
like
pistol.
long enough
But
though.
Fnatic, they've been pulling no punches.
Like especially
as
if you're
time
just
has
going
rolled
straight
on.
there,
We're
right? It's
seeing
one thing if you create pressure
there's a lot of work
elsewhere
to be done.
and you're
Is that
making them
4
worry about,
retakes
oh, there
in a
could be a lurk here, there could be a lurk there. But when you've shown nothing else on the rest of the map, right?
that's
No
the thing, I
killjoy
always feel
util's
like
gone
with
off, nothing.
Vitality, you gotta be thinking, we're
You know,
getting
you
into
haven't
the
pushed
A side for
any
free,
other
we're
part of the
getting
map, you
farm
haven't shown
down,
yourself
and
in
they're
any
just-
other part of the
they're
map.
doing- They're doing very well
It's
in
like
retakes.
Fnatic are
Surely
just
one
going
of
to feel
them
free to
win
flood
the fight
across.
is- It's not even been that close.
So
One
again,
of
they
them
go
was
for this setup.
Andalusia flawless. It's just been very, very clean. And the problem is Fnatic have been getting the entry every single time, be it Durka, Boaster, or maybe Alpha yet.
Oh my. Well, he was great
Nice
in the
setup.
last map for opening duels, but usually just picked up 1 or 2 on that
Oh, he's
operator.
going.
Now,
Guys,
he's
this
already
is
got
mine.
3 locked and
My
loaded.
round.
A 4th one up for grabs, the 5th just around the corner, but he won't get it. Denied by kicks on the big old Odin. Boaster, the IGL will claim it for Alpha.
I feel like
And he's by proxy.
When he gets that 3rd kill, that's when the old like Turkish Valorant brain comes back. He's like, I'm running.
He's back on Jet.
I'm
He's
getting all
right
the
back.
headshots. And now you almost have to think of your Vitality. It's like, well, at least the other rounds you were getting the spike down and in an afterblood. I wonder if they almost go back, because that was just brutal. And the thing is, they've given Fnatic the...
Get him! He's complaining about the Odin, you know?
Yeah,
even some of the best players in the world, Tom, they don't know how to deal
Okay, are
with
they
it.
just going to go for the same plan because that went so bad?
It
They're
is
now on an
beautiful. It
eco.
was beautiful. Maybe we'll see it again. Vitality, 3 on the
Don't you
board.
dare.
Being this way for quite a while. Durka wants to keep
Oh,
it
nice
that way.
flash.
He might pay the price.
Only one up draw.
That's a nice lineup.
He's made it out. And I think the 100 Fury, a big factor in that, just displacing so many players.
He didn't even take that much damage. I don't know why. In my head, he'd been dropped to at least like 60, 70 HP. Nope. He was probably shot once.
He picked the right corner to hide in, I'll tell you that.
Of the completely bangable box.
Yep. They'll never see it coming, Tom. They'll never see it coming.
On the other side
Press
of things,
check KO.
Safe has taken a lot of damage.
See, at least by
Runner's
doing
taken
this,
a lot of
right? Look at what's happened here.
Oh, and by the way,
Look at what's happened here. They destroyed a turret. They pushed back here. It forces those two way back. So had they done this in the round where they had a KO ult, this retake maybe doesn't have enough time, right? Because they can't afford to wait this long.
The main thing is whether or not Dirk hits the shot. No, he doesn't. That's something new.
Because the spike's going down now. Look at where these guys are. And look, they're going to have to worry about lurks. You get that kill. All of a sudden,
I'm pretty sure he tagged Runner, but it's not good enough.
maybe we'll go for this.
TP out of Boaster. There's a player about to peek. I think he might get a chance on Descender to rip the head off. Won't take down that much though. A trap wire at best. And on the side, we can see. Oh, okay. We're actually going to get the old pop.
Send a find Boaster. They're going to win this round. So they win an eco because they take the time to do something else. I shouldn't have said they're going to win.
The kills, the A retakes, you know, plan A and B don't work, but they're still storming the beach. At this point, though, it's being tapped, but it's not being stuck, and that could be the big problem. They're getting all the kills, but they need so much more. The time, really, if they can be denied by safe, and it will be. At the last second, just about pulling it across
so the time wins them the round.
For Vitality, with one
no curse. The TMV analysis was correct.
Vitality squad.
It was correct.
Pressure's on for the boys on the stage.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
It's one thing to play in front of the EMEA crowd, but you got the other team here on their home turf. Okay. I don't know if it's pressure or motivation.
I'd go with motivation. I think it's gone both ways. I've seen the Valorant guys. I'm pretty sure they went and watched the LEC as well. Luckily, they don't really have to go far. Maybe they just never left. They've just been chilling there. They've woken from their slumber. They've come up from under the floors somewhere, and now they get to watch the Valorant.
All the players are.
They don't check again. He always gets the second, man. He just always gets the second.
It's Kicks taking that second kill. And the Spike's already crossed the site. It can make its way in for the plant, or at least it thinks it can. You gotta watch out because sneaking on the site is Chronicle.
Big kill by
They
Destrian.
watched out. They found him.
Massive. Now Boaster's on a flank.
Spike planted.
Rotation from Boaster. He's coming up against Big Boy Kicks, and he's got smoke out. This time, his opponent wasn't facing the wrong way, so it didn't quite go too well. Vitality with a late resurgence in this half. 5 rounds on the board really wouldn't be anything to shake a stick at. They've still got a deal with Leo, who is left completely blind and stuck in a corner, using the smoke to his advantage, at least for a second. But the thing is, he still has to clear Kicks, and he's not going to be able
Okay, Vitality actually ended with 5 on their attacking half, which isn't bad. Considering how that was going,
Couldn't do that with a normal weapon, I'll
that's
tell you
actually
that.
not bad.
Yeah, you couldn't kill someone walking around a corner with a normal weapon.
I'm just saying, more than half his kills are from the Odin. Kicks top fragging on the team.
Do I think Artis is a double agent? Somewhat.
Right, with the Odin, and Alpha has 20 kills. So, you know, it seems like a 20-2. That's a good trade.
You know, looking at this gameplay, Tom, I'm feeling pretty confident to say Kicks is doing nothing wrong. He's playing this.
Only somewhat.
Letting him down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know,
Who in particular would you say?
With an Odin, I don't know. You know, we'd have to look back.
We're
at
back to 799.
Oh, you know,
Rip-a-rooney.
I think everyone. That's the point. You know, you should be guarding that. Protect the president.
Who didn't
when you
resub?
got the Odin out, you're wall banging. Sometimes you get blindsided because your teammates ain't watching the angle. That's probably what's happening to Kicks all 9 times. Confident.
Right. Okay.
Okay, let's see what Fnatic could use with winning a pistol. Boaster's just gone fucking mental.
The defensive side. Vitality, bear in mind, they have won every single pistol so far. Durka's looking to try and change that. And,
They're putting the cart above ahead of the horse a bit here.
Almost loses his life for it. Okay, Alpha.
Okay, I think I know what they were going for here, Fnatic. It just didn't work that well.
Corner, keeping things even at least for now. Still plenty still to find. Runner still thriving. Now left all onto
Oh, I think he should have taken
Easy
that.
800.
noted. He's actually going to double right.
Crimson.
The Cypher utility manages to get past the player, but will be slowed down. Gives all the information away.
Gets it back.
He still can have his opportunity.
The 800.
Try and clutch this one out.
Well, I saw him just a second ago. Taking out
I think here.
Reveal. They'll know that he was tapping it the first time, the second, but maybe not the third. Nice reaction from Chronicle. A quick kill and a swing to close it
Oh
out.
my goodness me. Doesn't Plant picks up a sheriff? I deserve the sheriff. Fuck you. Right, so what Fnatic were going for is they're going for the classic pistol round where you send 4 A main and you send your jet up short. Right? So you see how far ahead Durka is ahead of his team? That's a bait. That's a fake. The problem is for them that Vitality kind of pushed A main on them, so Boaster died. But they still didn't expect it. And then Chronicle, that's just insane.
That's what it takes for Fnatic to win their first pistol.
And here's the thing, you know, he just played on the reactions
So they got
of a
4,
player.
like normally the pistol round goes, you send 4 here and your jet comes up and goes this way. But this time they sent 2
when you
here
see it, you shoot it. That's
and
the
they
rule
sent
in Valorant.
3
Your
this
brain
way.
doesn't react as quickly as your hand does. And he's just used it there. He's fake flashed them almost. Just disgusting. And it's not like he didn't know he was.
Did he maybe become brighter? It does look a little brighter. I haven't. No, now that you say it though, it does look a little dark still.
Fnatic,
maybe I just got used to it.
Listen, it can always slip away. We've seen Vitality 14-12. They came back into it 3 in a row when they were 12-9 down. When ultis were online for Fnatic, they played it perfectly on the side of Vitality to bring it to an overtime. There, things did slip away. Hopefully, we're not still on that slope.
Here.
We've hit the plains.
And I'm running into a stack here.
With classics.
Yeah.
So what's this? Camera flash?
But with the information, Paranoia through, left completely blind. Oh, Runner will at least be able to get one. Nice idea.
Okay.
Execution not bad. Unfortunately, the weaponry.
Oh, they got another.
Quite enough. Kicks has also got Leo desperately low. Almost works out for Zender again. Stronger weaponry, that's perfect for them. But unfortunately, it wasn't quite to be. Rifles will be retrieved for Fnatic as well. And they're going to get themselves ever closer to a 2-0 victory. Just 4 rounds needed.
Oh, there was one for everybody on the orange side that time around. Fnatic able to find a team ace. Killing each player, an orb on each player. Nobody super close to popping anything game-changing, but the rifles that are in play and the economy that Fnatic have left puts them in a really good position. They can take pretty much any fight.
Okay, here we go. Alpha's 23 and 6.
Kicks. He's got an Odin.
Kicks
He's
has an
stood
Odin.
next to a nice thin wall.
They buy up.
And he's waiting for some noise to be made. I, for one,
Kind of going for it this round.
conclusion of that battle.
I mean, these two definitely can't buy. Dirka's not close to his knives. Poster could chop like a bulldog or something.
You don't just go rushing into a site. We've seen it from Vitality. It worked, but this is the buy round. Vitality should have an idea. Yeah. They should have some aggression somewhere. Fnatic, find it.
For Fnatic, this bonus is less of a bonus. Like, they've got plenty to actually go in with here. Even buying down a little bit low on Durka and Chronicle, so it might hinder them a little bit for the next round, but they believe they can win it. He's got to be careful. There are Guardians on the other side, so although that Odin will do large damage, he's got to be careful that he's not just going to get popped straight through the wall. Pop flash to help out Durka, but he's also going to be suppressed. So
Durka gets inside, that's big.
Save getting up close. Ready to try and go through this. Waiting on the other side was Chronicle, but they don't realize that Durka's already crossed. A bit of a misplay. Caught out because of it. The side currently being defended by a Runner. He's going to have to do some serious work. Does have a trip.
Again, it's a similar setup by Vitality with the trips here on A.
Isn't going to be denied, and he just about takes Durka.
Does well to find that. They
4v4
haven't stepped in
now.
the trip, but they've seen it.
It's a position that we never really saw Vitality use that much.
Unfortunately, this time around, and Kix is trying the same. Alpha does well. Oh, he sees the tip of the bow. He wants to break that string, but instead it's Destrian swinging out to punish.
Leo here as well.
He's traded. The numbers stay to Fnatic, and Leo hasn't yet been spotted or rooted from this corner. He's going, oh no, that's a terrible time to take your knife out. A misclick surely, and a mistake even more surely. Chronicle, last man alive, 1 HP on Kix, and it's done. It's saved.
Chronicle still saves them, but
the last man alive, a Red Bull clutch.
Leo trolling a bit there.
On short there, and I'm not sure I care to know.
They must have been a misclick.
You've just got to count yourself lucky that in every single clutch scenario you have Chronicle who just doesn't make those mistakes.
That's probably GG.
I'm just saying, if you do that in a ranked game, reported by 9 players on the server.
I just wanted to inspect this knife.
Have you seen this animation, guys? Unlucky. But the fact that Chronicle resets instantly,
yeah,
that's all you need, man. All with someone else to follow.
Yeah, they're on a save here, Vitality. It's tough.
Alpha as well is having an absurd performance.
At this point, I think reality starts to set in.
Gets a new contract for a long time. They're going to go, take it easy now. Not Alpha. Yeah. Not Alpha, no. Still at the top of the board, still carrying away. Goes, I get to do this for another 2 years. He has been ridiculous for Fnatic. Definitely one of the best signings we've ever seen. And I'm sure there's a lot of teams out there that are kicking themselves that it wasn't them. 10-5. Fnatic, as said, this is a map where in the past they've at least shown some vulnerabilities. Not quite like Lotus where it was flawless every single time. Dirk already picking off Runner. They're taking their time. Again, it's a round where Vitality just don't really have much to play with.
Oh!
Again, I'm not really sure why teams don't pick weird comps into Fnatic.
He did hit it, but for
you know, try something against them.
Jump spots it and then just goes, okay,
It just feels again like if you're gonna play a normal game against them, you're just probably going to lose.
They do now. He's stepping around. He's firing back.
Hey, finally they went to B.
It's not buying any sort of
I guess they
time.
did on the pistol.
The rest of his team are around middle. Drone even going to be committed here. I mean, it's a 3 versus 5. 2 Destrian and Kicks are both extremely low. Surprised they even burn up utility that costs credits. I mean, it's not like they haven't got money for the next, but every little helps.
Just gonna try and die to the spike, play for exits. I mean, Fnatic's money actually isn't that good. I am surprised they're not doing light shields. How many outlaws have we seen in this game?
Or you just try and hold them. You're not going to be able
0.
to win this round with 5 players on Fnatic.
Vitality.
Still with a fair belt of utility to
I guess at this point might have figured it out, but certainly not.
At this point, we'll realize,
not
okay, we need to try and fight our way out of this one. Make sure we're not the ones going down to the spike. Kick's still on this other side. There's a little bit of utility, and Safe does manage to get one. Again, making things at least a little bit more costly. But other than that, well, Destrian's just going to go down to the spike again. Make sure those orbs don't go over. But it is a very
in the MEA, yeah. In the MEA,
Fnatic are close
it's just
pretty
Vandal,
much every single ultimate.
Phantom.
And on the other side of things, it's the same, but the difference is Fnatic only need 2 rounds.
Sheriff.
Somewhat unsurprisingly,
Odin on a
Vitality have decided to call a pause. They've got a minute to discuss how this long stretch of rounds is going to go.
Second round.
Defensive side Ascent, there's a ton that you can do.
And Guardian, maybe.
But to be this consistent against what is almost inarguably the best team in the world, I would be beyond impressed.
Definitely now. The one
they only use these guns. No one else uses any other gun.
Hey, new season. It's been a while.
Stinger? Have they used the Stinger once?
You've got to look at the fact that
Decker bought a Bucky before he bought a Stinger.
So anyone left is the Joggerbo. But yeah, I think that realistically, they are the team to beat. Every team coming into this event knew they were the team to beat. And I like the fact that at least on map 1, Vitality have gone toe-to-toe with them. They've gone up against a comp that, as said, people weren't able to beat. Only Loud, no one in EMEA did it. Few teams came close, but every single time they ran it back. Now they go on to Ascent, and wow, they've met Prime Alpha, which for a lot of these players, they will not have met before, and they will not want to meet again, because he has just been destroying them. And the fact is, even when they've got close in some of these rounds, you've had Chronicle pull off a couple of ridiculous 1v2s. So it really is trial
Liquid
by fire
beat
for
Fnatic in EMEA.
That's the good thing about the group stage. Number 1,
they
get to go back and play a team they've already faced. Number 2, if they make it to the playoffs, they don't have to play them again.
Here we go. Steps heard, spray in. That's too much to the right. Kicks. You can't wallbang that part of the wall. An unlucky start. It could have been beautiful.
Rich man with the knowledge.
Hunter's Fury Online. As said, they had a lot of ults close. They're slowly building them up. Dirk,
you've seen it before, haven't you, Gollum?
Lockdown. They could have pretty much everything in this round. You can see the re-aggression coming through from Vitality, leaving Runner in an aggressive
position. So the trip here, I mean, if they don't break this,
religiously checked by Fnatic,
they can triple stack and keep the triple stack here on A.
I don't think they'll be expecting an operator to be here. For now, though, the majority are looking to head up short.
So Leo's insane, but I love him. He's bought an Odin on the attack side. Didn't go for heavy spams back, but it's a good job. Kicks was stood slightly off center because he is tagged up, and it would be even worse
try and TP
if he was just crouched, ready to spam in the normal spot. Knife going
Does
through, a
break
little
it,
bit
and
too
now
late.
they're
Dirk has already crossed. He's in the corner. Runner, though, has managed to find himself a safe hole to fight from. Never mind. He stepped into Dirk's crosshair, and he won't live to regret it. Neither will Safe,
it's
with
just
another
unreal.
clean click. Dirk is on for an ace. Already 3 kills. Picks up close. Odin coming around the corner. He doesn't miss those shots. 4 now. And a 5th right there. Leo stolen it. That is filthy. Sender wasn't even looking. How dare you? But it was with an Odin, so I commend it. Well done. Well done. Add to the stats.
Look at my phone.
Durka just...
Did Nick say something?
He's had a relatively quiet game for Durka standard so far.
Certainly
First map, yeah, didn't really see too much. Second map, he's been getting the odd kill with the operator, but this was just a Durka round. This is why people fear playing this man every time they step into the server. He has just run riot, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's I didn't hear that. I didn't. Did you?
No,
I didn't.
No.
No, it's all good.
No fine needed.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
Unlucky, man. I mean...
He was definitely speaking Swedish.
Yes, yes.
Yes. You just don't understand what that means.
I think he was talking about plucking them apart, hair by hair, and they've certainly been doing that. Each strategy Vitality have looked to deploy has been met with not the best of results thus far. Fnatic now have 7 chances to close out this map, and if you're holding on hope for Vitality, I do apologize. It's probably not going to go too well, but maybe they can get a few more rounds in there, make it a bit more competitive. An OT on Fnatic's map pick, and here in Ascent, barely making it to T.
Pressure onto Runner. Already it's actually almost a kill onto Sender in the backlines. Even still, they've managed to recover, fall back. It's going to be the peek up, and unfortunately, not quite the kill. Durka go kill still exists for a round.
Man, Kix is
wow, look at this.
This is a fake. This is a lockdown fake. They've thrown it in, but they're actually going up mid. It will clear the side. He's in the right position. Again, I don't
so they just go and take the space.
Players are alive. And Chronicle peeks into the Odin spray and still survives.
Yeah, I mean, they had flashed before, but what a time to go swinging. Fnatic on their way to site. Spams aren't hitting. Durka's up close, 50 HP. Right click, and it's Runner down. Man advantage now for them, but Durka can't get far. He's stuck up on the stairs. Now the info's there to play with. Hat on the body. They know exactly where they're hiding. No abilities to play with, but they've already gotten the one-way smoke out. It narrows the angles from which Vitality can approach. They don't want to go sprinting into that and give Boaster a free kill. Flash to play on the right side.
Boaster just pushed him.
Boaster swung in. He's played aggressive, and the reward is there. A tap on from Sender only baits Boaster into the angle to take the final kill. 13-5. An impressive map, too. And a good series from Vitality. Maybe they've got a chance in the lower bracket, but Fnatic, no surprise. They're going all the way.
Yeah, we've seen people do
there is pretty standard stuff from Fnatic. Okay, I will be back in a couple hours to watch this. NRG Cloud9 and then Loud Lev. We'll watch both games. So, goodbye.